John Jones isn't fighting 100 guys and coming out on top, dude. And he's got cardio for days. A gorilla doesn't have John Jones cardio. It may have 4 times John Jones strength, but it doesn't have anywhere near John Jones cardio. So what do you think this gorilla is going to get winded in like 40 people, 20 people? Give this gorilla 20 people plus 100 guys all at once. You know, that's tough to do because that's a lot of coordination. You know,
For
guys
sure.
stepping
Yeah,
on
you
each
gotta
other,
figure
be a
it out.
stampede.
Yeah, how much
But even if
planning
you
time
sent
is
this,
involved?
bro, even if you sent this gorilla
course.
squads, dude, you sent like squads of 8 against this gorilla. Maybe the first squad gets down. You know, maybe the first squad is decimated, and then
Okay.
the second squad you get like 4. And then third squad comes in to like fucking help out. Dude, by the time 4th squad gets there, this gorilla is fucking cooked.
Yeah,
No?
he's tired out, right? Especially
I'm
if
on
you
the
can do
gorilla
it
side.
like that.
How are you on the gorilla side? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on the person.
well,
I'll
It
say.
depends on who the 100
yeah,
are.
true. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm putting it on my camera. Hold up.
Why am I logged
Wrong
out of
button.
Twitch? Okay,
Yo,
there
Greg
we go.
Popovich steps down as the fucking head coach of the Spurs real quick while you're doing that. That's crazy.
There's a lot of crazy
That's-
news.
that
Is
guy's
that
been-
big news? How long has he
Greg
been?
Popovich.
I mean, it's pretty
coach?
big news.
He's a
He
legendary.
sounds
coach.
familiar.
Yeah, bro, he's
so
been
I
on
will
there
say
forever.
that. I've heard of him.
You know his face. You see his face, you know exactly who he is.
Popovich. Greg Popovich. Let's see here.
I think
think
a lot
it's-
of times his team gets lost in translation in terms of like,
It's like Donald
GOAT
Sutherland.
talk because
Yeah.
they weren't exciting, you know. And I still believe to this day that Tim Duncan is one of the best basketball players to ever grace the court.
Tim Duncan is fantastic.
Let me look
Yeah,
at
Very
and
looked over.
people just didn't talk about him because he
Tall
made
black
like
guy, yeah.
glass bank shots, you know, like he wasn't dunking the fucking ball, but he
Yeah,
was
he was playing safe.
so fucking good at the basic fundamentals of basketball, and that team was insane, dude.
Yeah, fucking shout out the
Wait.
Spurs. They did weren't they one of the teams to sweep LeBron? I think LeBron's only gotten swept by
Oh,
like 2
okay.
teams ever in the finals, and it was Golden State. I'm pretty sure it was the Spurs. Let me look that up.
Bring
Pull
it
that
up,
up,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Good timing. Damn, right on cue. You had that shit. All right.
Did the
This is
Spurs
out of my
sweep
wheelhouse.
LeBron? Yeah, 2007
follow
NBA
your,
Finals, Cavaliers Spurs, dude. And
And that was
LeBron got
him in his prime.
swept. 4-0 run.
Is
He
LeBron
got
saying
swept
now
again
he
in, I
got
think,
injured or
2016.
something? Is that what he's trying to?
I hope
claim?
LeBron retires, and I'm a Laker fan.
I
I'm
hope
so
he
fucking
does,
done with
bro.
him, dude.
Yo, fucking
Seems-
losing in the first seed is crazy, dude.
Pretty
For
big.
him,
It's the best
dude.
time in
for his team?
franchise history, a 3-seed or higher going home in the first round for the Lakers.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out the Lakers.
outta
I
here.
saw dudes crash out over the money that they lost on this guy.
Damn.
And who knows?
That's one
maybe there's
reason
a
why I never bet on my own teams ever, because I
Yeah.
would bet with my heart, not with my brain.
with your wiener. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
hoping.
exactly.
Good
Exactly.
way to go broke.
Jesus Christ. So the 100. So why are you on the Gorillas side?
Yeah, let's get back to the gorilla thing.
That's
Well,
You
impressive.
want to see the gorilla just decimate
There's-
men, or you just think that
No,
the
no,
gorilla
not
could
at
take
all.
on
It's just-
100 men easily?
I mean, obviously nobody knows the for sure answer, but there is one reality that I'm aware of, and it's that I would never sign up to be one of the 100.
For sure.
100%.
If
This would be a
I'm
good
not
reality
confident
show,
enough
though, I would tell you
to
what.
join, I pay-per-view
Yes,
UFC.
they need to do
fucking
this.
in all day, dude. Like, but to me, it's just like, would I sign up? Absolutely not, because like I've seen videos of gorillas literally tapping coconuts with their knuckles and them just shattering. Like, can you do that?
Oof.
Well, no, but now ask a gorilla to open 100 coconuts.
Yeah, but
Back
you
to
also
back.
got to think too. It only takes 8 pounds of pressure to break a human neck.
Yeah, but that's 100
How
times.
strong is a gorilla?
Yeah,
And that human neck. I
but
mean, he's
but
coming
that's
at
like-
you. And
That's
you
no
got a
effort.
human neck here and here
No
and here
effort.
and here and here and here.
And then also, he's not going to fight 100 at the same time because you can't surround him with 100, right?
That's not
so
true.
essentially, yeah, it is true because essentially he's going to be fighting 5 at a time. You know, like you can't like.
Well, no, you get
That
like
you're not getting 100
hands.
punches in at the same time.
Oh well, yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as one goes down, you got another one in there, and
those
it's just
teeth.
yeah, the fuck his teeth, dude.
So we're talking
Listen, all you gotta do
silverback.
is
You
hold
say
it down.
that. So
Let's
you
say,
sign up.
okay.
You sign up to be 100, one of the 100.
I'll sign up. I'll be like 98.
No, you're just
Yeah.
saying that, dude.
I'll be like
You're just
98.
saying that.
If I'm in the
98.
back, I'll make
But-
jokes. I'll make jokes and I'll demoralize the gorilla for the first
Hurt
like
his
15
feelings.
minutes of the fight,
Yeah,
5 minutes of
that's
the
what I
fight.
think.
You know,
That's what I think he lacks. Is like
Yo,
the
Grok
ability
is
to
on
be
your side,
demoralized.
Knight. Grok is with you, man. Grok does not think 100 men would defeat
Yeah.
a gorilla.
that's
Imagine
crazy.
Imagine watching like 20 people get absolutely decimated with no damage to the gorilla. Do you think like the last 80 you're gonna be confident and like, you know, still super
I think it's all
pumped and
mindset.
aggressive?
If you're signing up for this, you got to be mentally unbreakable
Or stupid.
Man.
or stupid or
Yeah.
stupid enough to be just
Yeah.
locked in even at 87 down. I'm trying to see right now how good is it. I typed into Google how good is a gorilla's cardio.
So what did Grok say exactly, dude?
Grok says no. 100 men would likely not defeat a gorilla in direct confrontation. A gorilla, especially a silverback, is incredibly strong with muscle mass and bite force surpassing human capabilities. They could lift over 1,800 pounds. Jesus Christ. They have thick skin. They're highly aggressive when threatened. Even with the numbers, unarmed or lightly armed humans would struggle against its speed, durability, and
crazy.
raw power.
I'm gonna step in right now. I'm gonna step in
Damn.
real quick. Grok is made by guys that don't go outside and that think that going to Mars is the pinnacle of human kind.
That is true. That is true.
So Grok
Truth there.
That's a good
doesn't know
point.
shit.
Yeah,
The last thing Grok knows about is combat, dude.
All
I'll
right,
say
I'm gonna
that.
check.
Dude, you just gotta get. Listen,
You also gotta think,
I,
too,
I'm
like,
not saying. I'm not
thing
saying there's
probably.
gonna be no casualties. I'm definitely not saying
there's
it's
gonna
gonna
Oh,
be
be
a
there's
lot.
gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
There's gonna
Those
be a
first
lot.
couple. Those
Yeah.
poor
There's gonna be a
fuckers.
lot. It all depends. If you get 100, Grok fucking creators on there, maybe this gorilla is gonna have a walk in the park. Maybe it's a
Oh my
sweep.
god! Yeah, that would be.
Maybe
Yeah, but
it's
if
a
we're talking
record
100
time.
UFC fighters, maybe
But
we're-
100
maybe-
trained.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like guys that
For
are
some
red
ninjas
guys,
and
like
shit?
Rogan type shits.
yeah.
You know? Even if it's 50-50, I still think, dude, that's a lot of people. 100 people is a lot of people.
Oh, it's a ton of people. Yeah.
I don't know that the gorilla has the stamina to maintain. All you got to do is gouge his eyes out. One person. All you need is one finger out of that 100. What's that? 1,000 fingers. It's 100 people times 10. It's 1,000 fingers. One of those 1,000 fingers has to get in an eyeball.
And it
And I
might
think
be
it's
like.
over.
Here's my thought. It might be like a dog. You just start putting your finger up his butt. Boom. That thing will get.
Oh,
that thing
dude,
will
you hit him
let
with the old
down quick.
fucking.
Get a fist
hidden
up.
Yeah,
his
you
ass.
can also
Jutsu,
think
dude.
about too.
He might
like,
like that.
maybe the
Who
first
knows?
couple guys just rip his eyeballs out. You know.
Yeah, dude.
True.
You know.
There's
so
gonna
there
be
are
that.
there are,
Get the
weak,
advantage.
there are weaknesses.
Sure, there's
but-
weak points just
I'll give
like
him
a
a- I'll
boss.
give-
It's a boss
Ooh,
battle.
I give him
yeah.
a wet willy, dude. I just
You
try
have
to get in
to-
there, get a wet willy.
No
Use your
respawns,
gun
though,
and
dude.
shoot the weak spots
That's the thing.
first.
I don't know that you can use a gun. I think that's cheating.
Yeah, what are the rules? There's no rules laid out.
I think it's
here.
just
I don't
bare
understand.
combat.
Just bare,
Yeah, just
straight up,
Yep, hand to hand.
100
dude.
men.
throwing
right on a gorilla. Okay.
throwing hands,
Damn.
dude. But you also got to think too,
Needs to
like a
happen.
gorilla has walked on his knuckles his whole life. Think about how fucking tough his knuckles are.
I could start right now, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll start right now. We're probably-
you're gonna start dragging your knuckles on the ground, dude, just to get ready.
Me and
God
Gorilla probably
damn,
the same weight right now, dude. I can start doing some upper body.
Yeah.
Let me get a 6-week fight camp in,
You doing some games?
and I'll go. I just gotta, I'll just give the gorilla little bites, dude. And while he's distracted, I'll fucking poke his eyes out real quick, dude.
like, ooh.
And I'll die.
this?
I'll very easily die, but the
Sacrifice
99 will
yourself for
come
the
in and
99.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 99 will come in and clean house, dude.
Another thing I was thinking about is like, even one-on-one or like one on a handful of humans, like a chimpanzee would fuck us up, dude. A chimpanzee
Oh,
could
yeah.
like rip your fucking arm off, and chimpanzees
Yo.
are way smaller than than a gorilla. Like
They rip your
orangutans
scalp.
would, yeah, orangutans would shred you, and those are smaller than gorillas and bigger than chimpanzees. But like, whew, like I said, I'm not signing up, so I'm not confident in the human side.
No, I'd sign up, dude. But I'd be like, I would be like, yo, I'm gonna be there 7 in the morning, like right at the door, and then it's not 7 in the morning. I'm showing up late and I'm barely making the cut. I'm like level 99. I'm like number 99, 100, and they go, what happened?
What if
You
you're the
know?
last one and everyone's dead?
And I'm the
Like,
last
whoa,
one.
what
If
the-
I'm the
you're
last
just
one,
like,
and
you guys are
everyone's
just
dead.
looking at each other, across all the dead bodies.
and you just look at him, you say, "Hey, dude, I was on Harambe's side," like, and then
Oh, listen,
and then you guys like just fucking
I'll just
dap
start
it
doing
out.
this thing.
You just say
I'll just start doing
Harambe.
this,
You see a tear come down
scratching
out
my
of his
fucking-
eye.
Yeah.
His gouge dies.
I pull out
just tear.
I pull out my wallet. It's just a small wallet-sized picture of Harambe with a halo on it. It's just like a fucking in
It's
memoriam.
worn. It's been in there for a long time.
It's got cum on it for some reason, dude.
Damn.
This guy's like, yeah, this
Going
gorilla's gonna be
hard.
like, this guy's all right, dude. I gotta commit. If I
You can
listen,
join
if
the
this is my
pack.
hail grace, dude. 99 people died in front of me. You think I'm not gonna pull out all the stops to be the one that survives, dude? I need the prize money. I can only imagine that there's prize money involved. I can't imagine this is just like a Elon experiment where they go, let's see if you can do this, and then they're like, okay. Fucking, there has to be some sort of compensation for me to even think about getting involved in something like this. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Fucking
Also, I
nuts,
would like
dude.
to. I would like to think that, like, if I am 100 and 99 are dead, I like to think the gorilla's tired enough, and I'm just fat enough to where we're both like, "Yo, dude, what are we doing? Isn't this dumb?
What are
Aren't we both
doing
just
here?
so tired and fat? Look at your belly. Look at my belly. What are we doing? Let's get a banana or two, And then we'll just go. I'll pull a banana out of my fucking back like a plantain or whatever.
Slowly pull
And then he'll
it
get
out.
mad that it's not a real banana, and he gets just fucking beat me with it, dude. He'd be like, this doesn't taste like banana."
This is Mexican
Stick it up
shit.
your ass, dude. The fucking pull the Mario Kart move on you.
The Mario Kart, yeah, dude. He puts it up my fucking shitter.
It was
crazy.
a funny thing to toss around in the head all week, though. That's for sure. And I saw some funny ass joke videos
Oh my
about
god!
it too.
Oh, it's
so
all,
many,
it's great.
So many good
The
ones.
memes are
One guy
wild.
put on like a gorilla like filter, so he looked like a gorilla, and he was talking shit like a hood guy. He was like, "Come fucking try me, like you think I forgot about Harambe? Come see some, dude." Like it was just
There was
hilarious.
I saw a video of a lady of a gorilla. Is a guy dressed as a gorilla like on Vegas in the street, and he's like
Uh-huh.
dancing, and some lady comes up to him and just starts fucking shaking her ass on him, like twerking on him, and the caption was the gorilla at the club with your girl after you fucking died,
Stealing your bitch, dude.
after he ripped your head off, dude. Yo, shout out gorillas, shout out people. I mean, let's do it. There has to be
It's gonna happen.
8 billion people on Earth, dude. Get 100 Indian guys out there and just run it, dude. Tell them that you'll move them to America.
I think this is gonna be
We should
an
do that.
anime series. I think they can.
No,
approach this.
anime will
You don't
judge
think
it
so?
up. No, I don't want to do. I
You
don't
don't
want
think so?
anime. This
They'll
is
do
the
a
one
good
thing
thing
I don't
with it.
want anime on. dude.
Wow, really?
I have been
I'm shocked.
on the anime.
You want real action.
Live action.
I want real,
live action.
uncensored,
Yeah, for sure.
no fuzz. I want to have to pause it when my kids walk in the room, or turn it off. Actually, I don't even want to have to. I don't even want to be able to pause it. I want to have to turn it off when my kids walk in, because anything that I pause it on is going to be so graphic that I will not be able to talk my way out of it. That's got to be a real, gritty, American or otherwise, combat. Now, is it just America, or is it people from all over the world? Don't get a Dagestani in there. There's so many questions.
Ooh, that's true.
There's so many variables. You get one Dagestani in there.
While you
Those
tap,
guys
go to
wrestle
sleep.
bears and shit. The Dagestani's he's number
Yeah.
99, and he's just sitting with the bear. You send baby to Dagestan 2 months. You can forget. Fucking trying to train a baby gorilla.
Fuck.
Jesus. I don't know, dude. Hey, happy episode 100, everybody! Yay!
Dude, we made it triple digits, dog.
Woo!
Yay, USA! USA!
100, baby. We made it.
That was so. It was such a long. Not really, actually. It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No,
really
not
to
at
be
all,
honest.
actually. It does not.
What has it been, like 2 years, a year and a half?
Something. What's
A year and change.
Year
We
and a
do one a
half,
week.
year and a half, probably.
pretty consistent. So 52.
I think we're almost at 2
almost
years,
at
actually.
2 years.
Because I think we
That would be
started in May of
104,
23.
right?
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good
Congrats,
time. Time
guys. We
flies
did it,
when
man.
you're
That's-
having
that's
penis.
crazy. It is kind of crazy. That's a lot of fucking podcasts.
You know? Maybe the real journey isn't the podcast, but the friends we made along the way, or something like that. I don't know.
Way to
Are
get
we
all
getting hammered?
sappy on
Where's
us,
the
dude.
music?
I
Are
got
we
some-
getting
I got some
hammered?
Modelo's.
I'm drinking beers.
This
I
came
bought a
from the bar,
6-pack of
too.
beers.
I'm
Oh,
just
you're
gonna
pre-gaming
smoke
over there.
nonstop. I can't drink. I can't drink anymore.
Why? That's
I
not what we
just-
agreed upon, you know.
I told you I'm just gonna do something. I never agreed to the drinking.
All right, we're
The
cutting the
Miller
pot
Lights,
at
dude?
100, dude.
This
We're
is
cutting
it.
the pot at 100. It's over. Fucking get out of here, dude.
But I'm gonna smoke more than I've smoked on the show, and then I'll be totally retarded and forget how to talk by the
You have
end
to
of the
smoke for 3 of
episode.
us now, dude.
That's
Yeah.
true. You still haven't smoked anything, Knight.
Nope.
Look at you, dude.
Congrats,
Yeah.
man. Congrats. No, I give
Thank
you
you,
guys
thank you.
props. That's what's up.
I'll tell you what,
It's
though,
horrible.
dude. My nightmares have been out of control.
That's what happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
because
what happens.
Get out of here.
I mean, I smoked weed for 20 plus years straight, and weed suppresses your dreams.
Yeah.
And or not really suppresses them, but the short-term memory takes effect and you forget your dreams. And now that I'm not smoking weed, dude, I'll wake up in the middle of the night like fucking breathing heavy, like crazy vivid nightmares.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
That
crazy.
happens.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to know that in like 2 more weeks or 3 weeks, maybe, you'll start having dreams of smoking, and they become
Yeah.
so discernible from like reality. Like
'Cause
when
you
I
feel
was
it too.
trying to
Lucid
get
dreaming?
clean, yeah, like when
Yeah.
I was
Oh, I
trying to
love
get
lucid
clean,
dreaming.
I would have dreams that like I was smoking,
Yeah.
and that I was like at work, hiding it at work or whatever, and I'd wake up and be like, "Yo, I hope nobody at
shit,
work saw
I'm
me
hiding it."
smoking," but I was sleeping. Like it's just you can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. Yeah, that was the biggest thing to get used to when I stopped was the dreaming, because now like I dream all the time, and I mean I didn't smoke for 20 plus years, but solid 5 or so, and I hadn't had a dream in forever. I
5
was
years.
the opposite of Martin
Yeah.
Luther King. I had no dream.
Same, dude.
There was no
I forgot what it
dreams.
was like, bro.
No dream.
And,
wow, that's
No dreams. You have dreams, Ghost.
I have dreams, yeah, every night. Now again, yeah,
No,
like Knight
that's
was
crazy.
saying though, I don't always remember. I'll remember like right there, but that's always been a thing. I even used to do the whole like write down your dream things as soon as you wake up, so you still have memories of it. But no, I still for sure dream. They're always whack.
That's crazy. I never.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I feel like when I would smoke, I skip the REM state of my sleep, and now I have an Apple Watch, and it'll tell me like what state of sleep I'm in for what time during the night. But I didn't
You
have it
sleep
back
with your
then.
watch on?
Sometimes when I want to get the sleep data, not all the
Interesting,
time. I'm
okay.
kind of lazy with it. Then I got to charge it, and I forget. And
I would just be annoyed with it on my wrist, to be honest. I'd be like, fuck,
nah, you get used
I
to
don't
it.
know.
It's fine. Plus I'm like I sleep like a vampire or whatever, like just laying
Upside
on my
down.
back.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that they sleep upside down. I was thinking more
Yeah,
like
hanging
Dracula
up.
in the coffin. Yeah, kind of like
I'm
Knights
thinking
just
of
chilling,
Lost
like,
Boys, yeah.
like
Going
the
into
Undertaker, you
cave.
know.
The Lost Boys sleep upside down. Yeah. But
I-
that's
yeah.
most
where
other
mine went.
vampires are shown in the coffin.
That's true.
I
that's
sleep like I'm
true.
always ready to go down a water slide. That's how I like to sleep, just in case. You never know.
You might be.
You never know.
You don't know
Fucking
what you're
pencil
gonna
form,
dream
dude.
So I don't really notice that much. Although, I don't know. I think sometimes I do wonder what it would be like if I went back. But then I think of all the money I saved, dude, and it's just like, do
You
you
don't
really
think
wanna
you'll
start
ever
spending
smoke
money?
again?
I don't know, man. Every time I've flirted with the idea a couple times over this last year and 2 months or whatever that I've been clean,
Yeah, it's been a
and
while.
you know, I just like, do I really want to open the can of worms again? Am I gonna be able to not wake up at 5 in the morning and fucking hit the pen? My problem is, again, you know me, I'm an all or nothing kind of guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Even
That's
now,
true.
even now with drinking, dude, like I'm kind of getting into the drinking a little bit, dude.
Oh no.
I'm
Yeah,
not angry at it. You know what I
I did a
mean?
bunch of
And
drinking all week, dude. I went down to San
I'm
Diego.
Now, do
I'm
you
not a
see that
big
as better
drinker.
though, or not? Like in my
No, it's
mind,
not. But that's why I'm
it's
like,
so worse than
you gotta.
smoking.
Is it the weed or is it you, dude? Little bites, now, hopefully not alcohol. But dude, on Friday when I went to that, like we recorded early last weekend or last week, because I had a work thing. I had to
Yep,
go to
special
dinner with the
Thursday show.
fucking
Yep.
these guys, and dude, these guys were drinking, bro. They were getting like $40 whiskey shots. I don't even know what it was,
What
but
the
each
fuck?
shot of whiskey was like $40. They were buying some like top shelf shit, and they were like, it's on Japan. Just fucking just like keep going. And I was just getting fucking sloshed, and I was like, I gotta drive, guys. Like I
Oh
can't keep
shit.
doing this. And they were like, we'll get you an Uber, and I was like, no, you won't. No, like you won't do that. And so I had to kind of dial it back. But I was
No,
it, you know.
no, you won't.
I took a nap in my truck in the hotel parking lot that these guys were staying at for like I got back at the hotel or to their hotel at like 10:30, 11, and I was pounding IPAs and then whatever shot these guys would give me, and I
Damn.
was just fucking I was cooked.
Yeah, that's a dangerous
And
mix. IPAs plus liquor.
yo, it was bad, dude.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, that'll
bad.
fuck you up, dude.
I threw up outside my truck, and I was like, let me just lay down in the truck for a little bit. My wife's texting me. I'm
Oh
texting her.
man.
I'm like, I'll be home soon.
See, that's
And then
the
I
shit.
passed out in my truck.
Too much.
Did you drink the beer
How-
before the liquor? Because that's important.
I drank the beer before the liquor, but then I drank the
That's
liquor and then I
wrong.
drank
Before
more
beer.
beer.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
liquor
yeah.
before
But
beer.
you
Liquor
gotta
before
do.
beer in the clear.
Yeah, exactly.
I just do whatever. I'm the least important guy at this dinner, dude. I just do whatever they tell me to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
you're
go,
just rolling with
yo,
it.
you
Peer
gotta do it. They
pressure
wanted me to drink
everywhere.
wine. I was like, I can't be drinking
Ooh.
wine too, bro.
triple
You're
mint?
Oh
crazy.
God.
Uh, and so then I fell asleep in my truck, dude, like 11. And then when I came to, it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like drooling, and my head is just fucking spinning. And I had like my Yeti, like sometimes I got the black Yeti cup here, and I just had it. Thank God, filled it up at the office, and it was just sitting there. Chugged it, dude. Just water dripping down my fucking
Yeah.
body.
One of those like
Just
feels like
trying to
you're
get
gonna
my
die
shirt
if you
wet.
don't get water.
The
Now, did
AC
you
was
when you were
on, but I'm
sleeping, were
still
you curled
sweating.
up in like the back, or did you like go in the driver's seat?
No,
just throw it
driver's seat.
back? Okay, okay.
Driver's
Just wanted to
seat,
get a
just going
visual.
back.
All right.
Laying back in the thing. Had the lights in the truck, like the headlights turned off. It's important.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Can't go nowhere.
and then well, no, like yeah, like
Look at a
because I
DUI
didn't.
sitting
Yeah,
still.
I didn't exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true too. Yeah.
And then I came to at like 1:30. My phone was blowing up. My wife is like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, where are you at? Why have
Damn.
you been sitting at this hotel for 2.5
Damn, she was
hours?"
tracking you?
You know? Yeah. Oh, we got the
Yeah.
track. Well, because we
The
got
Apple
each other
Dog.
tracked here, just in case. You
Yeah,
never know.
we
You
do
never know.
that
I got
too. We
everybody
do
in my
that
family
too.
tracked.
Yeah. Yeah. Now my oldest got the phone. We do the same shit for sure.
I got an air tag in my son's backpack just in case. You never know. I was just like, "Are you all right? Like, what the fuck's going on?" She's like, "Do I need to, come get you? Are you safe? Yada yada."
So glad
So
my
I'm like,
parents
"Oh,
weren't
I'm
able
fine."
to track me as a kid.
Yo,
Oh,
I don't know.
this is
Yeah,
a different era. Yeah,
it's
we lucked
it's a
out.
different
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
My mom. Yeah, actually, it's funny that you say that because like when I was on my family, when I finally got a phone, I didn't get a phone really till like high school, and I was on my mom's plan, obviously, and they had like the Sprint would be able to track the phone. It wasn't like to find my iPhone, but
Oh,
it was
okay.
like Sprint would be able to find your shit, and it was like a generic location. It wasn't like precise like iPhone has it now. But it'd be like this phone is within a 15-meter radius or 40-meter radius of this, whatever. my mom would fucking be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'd be like, "Yo, shut up, dude." I'd be like at my friend's house smoking weed for the first time or whatever, and she'd be like, "What the fuck is what are you doing? I thought you guys were going to the car meet at the plaza." And I'm just in the backwoods rolling a backwood, and I'm like, "Yo, shut up, mom. We're on our way there, dude. We had to stop and get some soda." It's just fucking whatever. Yeah. So then at 1:30, I fucking mustered up the strength to drive home. I stopped at a gas station, got the coldest liter of smart water I ever had in my life. It was
Was
so
your
nice.
shirt still soaked from your Yeti? You just
Oh
walked in
yeah,
there,
no,
stumbled in
no,
there.
it wasn't great. I mean, I didn't care what I looked like, dude. To be honest, I'm probably sure I look banged up. But it's 1:30 in the morning. It's an empty gas station.
Yep.
My beard's still glistening. I got my hat on sideways like a fucking mook, and got the coldest smart water I've ever gotten in my life, dude. It felt so nice. And then I just took the back road home. Took me like an hour to get home because I didn't want to take 75, the highway. Because there's fucking state troopers, God knows who all there. So I took the back
Smart.
roads, and I made it home, dude. It was fine. This isn't a condoning message for drinking and driving, but sometimes you gotta, dude.
Oh,
What are
it's
you
a
gonna
few
do?
hours later, you're all right.
You gonna let the alcohol companies determine when you can get home safe to your family? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. Like, I'll let these fucking piece of shit corporations tell me when I get home.
And then how were
So
you
that
the
was
next
nice.
day?
I was fucked. It was my
Yeah,
son's
right?
birthday too. It was
Oh
fucking
my
cooked,
god,
bro.
damn, that sucks.
I was cooked. Wait, no. When was my son's birthday? Was it
Oh,
Tuesday
damn,
or
I don't
Sunday?
remember. Shit.
Yeah, no, I'm a fucking bad guy.
Still hungover, dude.
No, it wasn't my son's birthday yet. My son's birthday was Sunday.
All right.
Yo, so
you
then
had
my
the day to
wife was
recoup.
like, my son was like, "Yo, are we going to Disney for my birthday?" I was like, "No, dude, we're not." I'm like, "Just fucking relax. I'm hungover. I'm just trashed." I'm like, "Shut up, dude. Watch Chicken Little. Shut up." And then we hang out or whatever. And then the weekend, my father-in-law was like here. You know, we had like a little party here too for my son on Sunday, and he's
Sure,
like,
sure.
"Here's some Heineken." And then I was like,
Oof.
"I'm all right with Heineken, dude. I'm so okay with Heineken." And then I was just drinking. It was nice. It's not bad. It's not a bad time. My wife's like, "You're really throwing those down." And I was like,
Yep. The
"Yeah, maybe I
point.
should." The problem is that I drink so many of the IPAs, dude, that like are high. Like I got the 9%ers are back, by the way. So I got them.
What do you got there?
And,
Voodoo Ranger? What is that?
No, this is the unholy one, the 9% or 9
Okay.
point,
Jesus.
9.2s that I'd be drinking. And these are great, but I drink these now pretty often. And so then the Heinekens weren't doing nothing.
It's like nothing.
So I had to pound
Water.
back the Heinekens to get a buzz. And so like my fourth Heineken in less than an hour. My wife's like, "Yo, you all right, dude? You battling some demons over there? What the fuck's going on?" I'm like, "It's just water. This is water, bro. This is just water. This isn't a man's beer. You know? This isn't a man's lager." Or whatever. Spanish people call Cubans specifically call beer lager, which is just lager.
Lager.
But they call every beer a
Give me
lager.
lager.
Dame un lager.
Even if it's like a high life.
It's,
Lager.
it doesn't matter what it is, dude. They'll call fucking a happy dad a lager, dude. They don't care.
That's wild. Around here, you go to an
Shout
any
out to
bar,
Cuba.
you say lager, and they give you a Yingling. That's just how it works. It was founded like
What's the Yingling? Is that like a Chinese beer?
Yingling. Nah. It's just the lager.
Whoa.
It was one of the early. It's the first breweries.
I don't know.
That was a
United
good guess.
States.
I don't know either.
No, it was. I'd go with it. Damn, Yingling isn't out those ways yet.
Well,
I've
I
never
think
heard of
Ming. I think
Yingling.
when I hear Lingling or Yingling,
Yingling.
Yo.
Uh-oh.
when I hear Yingling, I think of Ming Ming from the fucking Wonder Pets, dude.
I don't even know. What
She
that
was an
is.
Asian duck. You don't know what the Wonder Pets is? My kids are really into Wonder Pets right now, dude.
Wonder Pets.
Shout out archive.org. It's a cartoon from when we were
Well, now you
kids,
got a
dude.
new source too. You can get it all kinds of ways.
Yo,
Wonder
let me tell you
Bread.
something
Oh,
right
I
now.
think I know
what we were
these
talking about.
dudes. All right.
You know them. Shut up, dude. You got kids.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I thoroughly love, by the way, my Steam Deck. I'll say that. My Steam Deck has been nothing but a paperweight for God knows how long, except for the occasional business trip or, family outing that I don't want to converse with anybody at.
Nice, recommissioned into your life.
The Steam Deck is actually the perfect Nintendo Switch because it's bigger and the controls fit my hand, and it's got more memory, and you can change out memory cards, and then by the way, it can also play anything else you want to play, like a PlayStation or a Game Boy or yada.
Every console.
PC.
It's
So
wild. It's almost like Nintendo should be a
Ghost
publisher.
Ghost has been so generous as to show me how to purchase Nintendo games. Because I didn't know. Because I always thought you just
Because you always got the
you buy
credit
a
card thing
Switch.
wrong. It's that little code in the back, the 3 numbers. Yeah,
I'm just an
I had to
idiot,
walk you through
and
the
I would be
steps.
like, yo, I just bought a Switch, and then I would just wait for people to buy me games for like my birthday or
Gift
my
them.
bar mitzvah or whatever. And I didn't know that you can like go buy games for the Switch. So then I was like, wow, hold on now. I can buy games. Nintendo games are so easy to buy, by the way. And
they are pretty easy to buy.
they're so easy to
Purchase,
buy.
yes.
And it's so great to have all these games, and then it's so easy to like get the cartridge
It's easy
and
to
convert
install
it.
it. Yeah.
to
hit
get the cartridge
install.
and then put it in the Switch and then play the game. And so then I was like, well, hold on a minute. What if I can do that to my Steam Deck? So then I get this cartridge and I turn it into what's called an NSP file. And then with that, which like people used to do with their PlayStations, like your ROMs
You're
for
allowed to back
PlayStation,
up
yeah.
what you've purchased.
You're allowed to back up what I've purchased. I spent the money on it.
Mhm.
And then that NSP file just loads. It took a little tinkering with the Steam Deck, to be honest. It took like a whole
Oh, for
night
real?
of like a couple
Ah,
hours
okay.
of tinkering to get it to work out. Mainly because like the Switch emulator wasn't registering my Steam Deck controls as a remote for whatever reason. So like it wouldn't let me set a controller scheme for my Steam Deck for whatever reason. I don't know why. I finally managed to get it to figure out, hey, this is a fucking controller in this thing, you dumb bitch.
Yeah,
And then it worked.
Odd.
And I gotta say, it's my Steam Deck's gotten over 24 hours of use in the last 5 days.
Nice.
What's up? That's what's up.
Easily. It's so good, dude. I can't wait for the Switch 2 to come out. I think I am gonna buy a Switch 2.
Oh,
And then
all
I
the
think-
hate towards me, and now here
and
we are,
then-
dude.
Wow.
And then I think I am gonna buy the Switch 2, and then I'll buy all the games, and then I'll see if I can put the games on my Steam Deck also.
Oh, okay, nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that
Nice.
make
You can
sense?
skip those first 2 steps and then just purchase them, the cartridge,
So
and just put it.
yeah. Well, I want to get the Steam Deck. I mean, I want to get the Switch 2 because I need to obviously I need it to be able to transfer the game files over to my computer. But
I
then
wonder if
it's full regalia.
It'll still work.
It's full regalia, dude. And
Oh, for
you know,
sure.
there's nothing malicious happening here. Also,
No,
this is
no.
all real.
Backups.
This is all.
Yeah, this is just
Backups,
backups, dude.
Just backups, dude. Just make sure
Oh,
you
and
never lose the game.
backups is it's addictive.
And
too,
by the
once you
way,
get into
everybody
getting
talks about
backups.
how expensive. Everybody talks about how
Backed
expensive Nintendo is. These games are so cheap. They're
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
they're almost. Can I dare say they're almost giving away these games?
CDFreeze.com.
It's crazy. It's crazy how affordable Nintendo is making these games, and I'm actually I take back all the bad things I said about them. They're pretty good. Nintendo's actually a very
Nintendo.
friendly company. Yeah, they do. Nintendo be saving me some money.
Right.
Nintendo be saving me some money, dude.
Well, I'm glad it's working.
You know what I
out
mean?
Good enough to play and everything. That's good.
I will say the only thing that sucks is that like So for Pokemon, I'm playing Pokemon Violet right now. I was playing Diamond, or I was playing Pearl, which is the remaster.
Is that the
Maybe
new,
remake.
new
You
one?
could say remake
Fairly new?
for the Pearl that came out on the DS back in the day. Now, I was a big Pokemon guy way back when. You know,
Same.
Game Boy Color. I was Pokemon Blue. Game Boy Advance. I was Fire Red and Emerald. And then DS. I was whatever that other one is, Pearl. You know, and it was fun. I've always been like, that was the first real, honestly, if you know, my first gaming experiences were my mom getting me a Super Nintendo, you know, from some fucking yard sale in Hialeah.
Boom.
But that
Okay.
led to me getting a Game Boy Advance, or Game Boy Color, I'm sorry, yellow Game Boy Color.
Damn, Game Boy Color.
And
Okay, okay.
and then
It's
I
pretty
was
old
young,
school
dude. I
for
was very
you.
young.
Yeah, still.
I was very
Yeah.
young.
Okay.
And then when the Advance came out, I got a black Game Boy Advance, but it was always Pokemon was like my thing, and it was, you know, I never understood what the fuck I was doing, but I would click moves and they would do special things, and like one move would be like the guy would move forward, and then the other move would be like he sends a tornado at this guy, and I'd be like, oh shit, I'm the master of the elements, you know.
That's how you were doing Final Fantasy too, right? You know what you were doing, but you were
And
going through
100%,
the
Yeah,
I
learning
motions.
didn't know what
types
I was
was
doing.
awesome, dude, in that game.
So I was young and whatever. Now here's the thing. I got Pokemon Scarlet for my son on his Switch for his birthday, and that was a genuine. I bought it from Amazon type deal, you know, and it was great. I mean, for him to watch him go through, and like he can't, like he can read, but he's not gonna sit there and read anything that's more than like
Right. Yeah.
four letters, you know.
Yeah.
He's 5, so, but just watching him get so excited about it made me want to
Get into
get
it.
in.
Yeah, keep him some company.
That's awesome.
So I got these games and I acquired them, and then was like, well, I can't play the Switch. My son's on the Switch, so I put him on the Steam Deck, you know, and God bless America, dude. It's just such a great, seamless thing. I will say, Ghost. Here's the deal. You know what? Actually, I can't say. Never mind. I was going to go into details about how I got
About the
these things to
purchase.
work better, but I can't go into details about the purchase. So never mind. Just know that
Use
it
your
took. I
imagination, people.
actually, believe it or not. Okay, here's what I'll say. This one beer's already got me a little buzzed. I had to
Step by
buy a
step,
second
in a
copy
couple minutes.
from a different vendor, believe it or not. So I bought that
Okay,
first
yep,
copy
yep,
of
yep.
Pokemon Violet from Best Buy. But Best Buy's copy was like a little iffy, you know, like it was weird, and like a cutscene
Interesting.
would
Okay.
happen and the frames would still be there from the cutscene in the background. It was very odd.
Really, like a trace, like a ghost trace,
Like
type shit?
like a ghost trace. So then I was like, well, let me buy it
That's-
again
That's weird.
from Amazon. And so then I bought it from Amazon, and then that one worked. I hope this analogy is
Yeah, I'm
working.
picking up what you're putting down.
And so then that second Amazon copy, Bezos really knows what he's doing.
He's got the
And,
games on lock. Yeah.
He's sending bitches to space. He's giving me good copies of Pokemon.
Now, was that just a single disc one, or like the first one you bought from Best Buy? Was that like multiple discs you had to mess with?
No, it was single. It was all.
It was just a
it
single.
was-
Okay, that's how.
It was
yeah,
the
that's how
the one that you told me to get for the other game from Best Buy worked. Or no,
Okay,
well, the
oh,
one you
okay,
told me to get. So I'll say this: the one you
That's
told me to get
different, I
was
guess.
from Amazon.
Okay.
Yours was Amazon. So I went to
Oh, so
Best
that's
Buy,
a different. Okay, you're talking about a different.
and I thought, let me try my
Pokemon, alright.
thing there. Yeah, we got 2 Pokemon games
Alright,
now. I am
yeah,
part of the.
damn.
I'm trying
get
out for the
Scarlet and
Femboy
Violet?
You're
Olympics.
getting them all,
No, so I got.
Gotta
I
get 'em
got-
all,
my
bro.
son has.
and you might as well
I
put them
have
all on the
a-
Steam Deck.
My son has Scarlet on his Steam Deck. That is just a genuine cartridge. On his
Switch.
Switch. I'm sorry. That's just the genuine cartridge. He has it in there right now. The kid's been itching to play it. I have my Amazon copy from it's Violet. So I didn't want to get Scarlet again because my son has Scarlet. Now I have Violet, or I have Scarlet on my computer because I had to back up the file. And when you back up the file, you get both the games. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
so I can play Scarlet on my computer if I wanted to, but I just have Violet on the Steam Deck. I don't need both. It's the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
Just a
I'm always
different.
I buy both versions every time.
Do you?
Yeah, and I beat them both. So every Pokemon game I play, I beat it twice.
Well, let me know.
So
Here's
they
the
are
thing. I
basically
can
the same.
send.
What's the difference, really?
Different available
these.
Pokemon in each version.
Okay, so some
You know,
of
I
it's
can
randomized.
Yeah, so
but
different
with
legendaries
specific-
for each version.
different legendaries, and then there's
Yeah.
certain. So like, there's actually a
Ah.
Pokemon night called Char
That's
Cadet,
kinda
and it's
fucked
like a
up.
little flame knight, right? He's like a little knight, and he's like a fire type guy. He's walking around. He's tiny. He's like a little chibi, and each game has a different version of an evolution for him. So like in
So it
Scarlet,
starts as one, but it evolves
it
into two
starts at
separate ones
one.
in the versions.
You have to get so like this game. So in Violet, honestly I didn't like Pokemon Violet at first because I was like, this game's fucking dumb. The beginning is trash, bro. Like it's so slow to start. Mr. A, shout out Mr. A. I don't think he listens, but he did say that the start to the game does it no justice, and that it really picks up after the open world kicks in, and he's 100% spot on. You know, I had a lot of hate for this game at first because I was like, this shit's dumb. The Pokemon are all gay, by the way. So many gay Pokemon in these games. Like, don't get me wrong,
Pride Pokemon.
Fire Red wasn't exactly, you know, Pokemon in general are not exactly the most masculine thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
there's some dope ones for sure,
There's dope ones, and especially
Yeah.
like
but they're
for
few and
instance,
far between.
the
compared.
starters, all the starter Pokemon in the older games, even in the DS ones, they evolve and they turn into fire, bro.
Yeah,
You know, fucking
like
Charizard,
Blaziken and shit.
Blaziken, even Swampert, you know, fucking Blastoise.
Greninja.
I've always been a water type starter guy. Every
Okay.
game. Blastoise, fucking Swampert, whatever the penguin was in Diamond, I forget his name, Empoleon or some shit.
King something.
It was great.
Yeah.
And I've always been the water guy. So my son picked the fire Pokemon on his Scarlet. I'm like, let me pick the water one. You know, I always pick a water. It's a little duck. It's called Quaxley.
Aw.
Quaxley goes ahead and then he evolves into what is called a Quaxwell. And Quaxwell is basically like a little chubby ballerina. Like he's always in a stand, like a pose, like a dancing pose. And so I'm
He's got
like,
his
all right,
hand
well
on
that
his hip and
doesn't.
shit.
He's got
You
his
allow
hands
your
down
son to
here,
play
like
this?
doing the old this thing.
He's holding
he
the
got-
belly.
He got an alligator that's actually pretty. It turns into like the dopest Pokemon, I think. So he got the manly choice.
Alligator. What is it?
To be honest, hold on. It's called Fuecoco. Is the one he got. I'm looking for the-
Fuecoco?
Yeah. Hold on.
You spell that shit.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna put this in the. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in the green room here.
Go.
I'll put this page in the. You can follow along with me in the. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. God damn it. What am I doing? I'm cooked, chat.
Fuckwoka? Is that the one? Fuckwoka?
No, just click this link.
All right, hold on.
It's the fourth Pokemon on this link is the one he
Alright, we'll
picked,
take it
and then
on.
that's what it turns into. I got the
Where'd you? Oh,
what I got turns into Quaquavel, and it's a fucking. It's literally just doing the conga the whole time. Did this not work again? Did it not
Oh.
send the fucking link again? God damn it,
There's a
dude.
pic-
I'm
picture
seeing
in
your
here.
background.
hold on.
Yo,
Yeah,
hold
it's just
on
your
a minute, bro.
background. How many did you drink? Again?
Just one.
Couple sips.
The unholy.
I promise you, bro. I promise you. No, hold on. I promise
that
you
would be
something's
me
wrong with
after a
Discord.
It's your background again. Hold
I
up.
promise
Okay,
you
there it
something's
goes.
wrong with
Wait, no.
Discord because I hit copy, I hit cut and paste, and it's
did you
gone from my
Copy
fucking
the
thing.
right thing though. Cut
Yeah,
the
bro. I'm
red tape.
copying the fucking. I'm
The
copying
link?
the page
How you
for.
spell it?
Hold on a minute. Just type in Pokemon Scarlet Pokédex, bro. It's the fucking first page. God damn it. I swear to God, I'm typing it in. Guys, I'm not hammering.
Oh, I see Fuecoco. He's got like a white face.
Yeah. So
And a
then the
red
Pokemon
body.
that evolves into is called Skeledirge, and it's a pretty badass thing. Now go ahead and look at
okay.
Quaxley and look at the fucking flaming homosexual that my thing turns into. So I got rid of it. It's not even in my fucking party anymore. It's the first time I've ever played the game without my starter Pokemon.
Damn.
Because I'm just like, listen, I can't do this, dude. I can't do it. He's literally, you know what's made so like it makes it worse is that when it's the second evolution, the Quaxwell, it stands in the little ballerina pose, like the feet are fucking outwards, and like it's standing there with his
Like on
hands
its
like
tippy
this,
toes.
just down, you know.
Okay.
And I'm like, and I was like, yo, that's a little sus, but whatever, dude, we'll make it work.
Damn,
I
he's
need
got his
water
ass
moves.
poked out too.
Ass
Oh
poked
my
out,
God.
dude. When it evolves and it turns into a little fucking tutu dancer or whatever, the can or the fucking whatever
These
dancer.
damn
It
woke
actually,
developers.
it's actually doing this the entire time, dude. The entire time that you're fighting while it's waiting for you to do a move, it's just fucking doing the conga back and forth. And I'm like, yo, you're a guy, bro. Shut up. What are you doing? You're a
I
male
like the typing
Pokemon,
though.
dude.
Water fight.
It's not bad, but you know,
I always
I got other fights.
gravitated towards fighting Pokemon.
So I do have a Primeape, and they added an evolution to Primeape in this game where his name is Annihilate, and he's a ghost fighting Pokemon, and it's fucking dope. He's so cracked. It's crazy. I'm gravitating a lot towards I'm just going for like the least gay looking Pokemon in this game because there's so many there's like a set of keys in this game. There's a Pokemon that's after like a set of keys. There's a Pokemon that's like a teacup. You know,
Yeah,
they got a lot of foo-foo Pokemon
I liked
in this game.
the legendary from the Sword and Shield DLC was like a big panda, a fighting style panda. His name was like Pangoro.
I don't think I played Sword and Shield. I'm gonna have to buy that
Sword
one
and
off
Shield
of
was-
Amazon next.
Sword and Shield was tight, dude. I played the fuck out of Sword and Shield.
Was
and
it?
the DLC? Yeah, because it was like their first
Pangoro, he's
entrance into like the open
The
world. thing.
Switch. Yeah. Oh, the open world. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Well, this one's like a real, like you can get lost in this world, bro. They've added a lot of things to this game. I love that I'm talking about it 2 years after it came out, but they've added a
spoilers.
lot of like quality of life things to this one. Like you can, if you forget a move, you can always bring it back, or if you decide that you don't want to learn a move at that time, you store all the moves that a Pokemon learns, so you can always like switch them in and out afterwards.
I posted
You know,
the
you can-
Pangoro in the green room, but he's
Yeah, he's
fighting
angry
dark.
looking, bro.
Yeah, it does look badass.
Got the bamboo hanging out his mouth like he's smoking a cig.
I'm gonna play that one next. I think
Got the muscle gut.
Sword and Shield. I'm really into
Needs a
Pokemon
tank
right
top.
now.
I still got my
Yo.
DS. Peep this bitch.
Boom.
Damn,
That's
hooked.
Got the Pokédex
That's
DS,
the,
dude.
yeah.
It was like pretty much all I played.
That's
like,
at
on
arm's
handheld
reach
Nintendo
too.
Systems.
You just had that ready.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I have all my systems right here in the cabinet.
That's a dope. I mean, it's a dope handheld game, dude. It's so good on handheld. I've
Mhm.
honestly. So what I've been doing every night, my wife is like, like doing shit on her computer. She's editing. She's doing the whole thing, and then I sit next to her, and I'm just playing Pokemon, and we started Invincible together. I finally convinced her we started Invincible together,
Oh, okay.
and I think I got her hooked in. I think I got her locked in. She's on episode. We're on
story.
episode 5 right now.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she's in. She's in.
And so we're just, I can watch both. I finished season 2. I stopped watching season 2 of Vinland Saga, and then I picked it back up. I had like 5-10 episodes left or something like that, and I was like, let me finish it. And I was playing Pokemon, watching Vinland Saga after she fell asleep. And by the way, what a fucking show, dude. I'm a Krispy Kreme level of glaze. I don't hate to glaze it. I am gonna glaze it. I almost said I hate to glaze it, but I'm not. It's so good, dude. The second season is so powerful. I know you didn't like it that much, Ghost, but it was such
I
a
mean, no,
fucking good
I
season, dude.
recognize it was a good show.
The message is so good, and the character development. That's a character development arc, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are
That'll
good
make you shed a
shows.
manly tear, dude.
Now that I'm like into, I've watched some anime, like my TikTok FYP, I get some anime stuff on there. And whenever something comes across of like best animes ever, there's always somebody saying Vinland Saga, like in the comment section. Like
So good,
every fucking video, everyone's like, "Oh, Vinland Saga's up there, like top 5 for me," And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fucking good shit."
I want to watch Attack on Titan again, but I'm holding off to see if I can. If my goal, here's my goal. I'm such a little sneaky devil, dude. I want to get my wife to like be like, "Yo, Invincible fucks hard," and then I'm gonna go, Attack on Titan is
Yeah.
better.
Pull
And
the
she'll
bait
be
and
like,
switch.
No, that's impossible. I'll be like,
Got
watch
him.
this shit, dude. Get a nice little hit of that OG cum, dude, and then fucking, and
Yeah.
then bring her in with the stinky puke. Yeah, I don't know. Pokemon's cool, bro. I'm really into Pokemon right now. I'm honestly just going back. Like when I get a little tired of Violet, the only thing is that because I'm on the Steam Deck, I can't patch Violet, so the game drops to like 14 frames in some places, bro, and it is
Yeah.
embarrassing to even just have. And there's no one around me. It shouldn't be embarrassed. But I'm like, yo, God's watching me play at 14 frames right now. It's fucking embarrassing, dude.
Yeah.
What is this idiot?
And-
Crafty can sense it probably.
Crafty's dick shrinks for some
Yeah.
reason.
He's having like,
Yeah.
force pain.
Yeah.
Like,
He's-
like a plant just
Crafty
blew
just-
up somewhere. Ah.
Crafty just looks down. He's like, my giant dick, what's going on?
He goes, someone's playing at 14
playing at
frames.
Fucking 14 frames, god damn it. And it's me, Craft. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry I caused your dick to shrivel. It's not good. And my son's game on his Switch looks a little better, so I think there are patches that I just haven't been able to access on the Steam Deck,
Right. I mean, it's totally optimized.
And I don't know how.
For the Switch.
I don't know how I'll figure that out. Supposedly there's like mods you can put in on the Steam Deck that will counteract whatever. But
Some more tinkering.
I don't need more homework, bro. I got a limited amount of time on my dick. I
It's
just got to
actually-
get in there and get on.
One of the main reasons I'm excited for my Switch 2 is my first plan is to play these Pokemon games because I know they were rough on the Switch 1 and they're getting a performance upgrade for the Switch 2. So
Is that
top
on
of the
release?
patches- yeah. So on release. So because they're like up-resing a few of the Switch 1 games when the Switch 2 drops. So I think like the Zeldas,
Oh, that's right,
Pokemon.
yes.
So like, yeah, you get like a better performance version. And I think, like that was kind of like the telltale sign of the end of the Switch 1 was the Pokemon games because they got roasted on release for their performance issues. And I always loved Pokemon and I wanted to play it, but I heard that it just was not great. So I'm excited to play them on the Switch 2. It's going to be one of my first plays, 100%.
It's rough on that. It's rough like 1.0.
The base version. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've gotten over it. I think I put enough time to where I'm like, you got to deal with it, dude. You're already this far in. I think I'm like level 45 right now on my Pokemon. So I mean, I'm getting towards the end here.
Oh,
But it gets a little overwhelming, the open world. It's pretty open. And
Yeah.
It's pretty worldy.
It's great for shiny hunters too.
I haven't found a single shiny yet.
Yeah, I'm a
But-
big time shiny hunter, dude. I have fucking hundreds of shinies.
I used to love it in Pearl. Me and my cousin would stay up all night.
Soft
Fucking
resetting.
shiny hunt, dude. Soft
Yeah.
reset
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
all day, dude. I mean, you could soft reset in this one too, and it's pretty easy. It's pretty forgiving in Violet to do that. But you gotta go away quite a ways. Like if you
Yeah.
just gotta re-enter whatever fucking cave or area you're trying to search in. Um, and even sometimes if you just drive to the other area, like side of that area, you'll have a brand new set of Pokemon that come in on the other side when you get back.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's
In Sword
not
and Shield,
terrible.
you were able to like save scum right in front of like the physical version of the Pokemon in the open world, and then just keep re-engaging it. And so like you would just engage
Oh,
it. If it
really?
wasn't shiny, you'd reset, and then you'd load it back up, and the Pokemon would be right there in front of you again. You just engage, reset, engage, reset, and like I would do that shit thousands and thousands of times, dude.
Oh, fuck no, I never did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to play. That was like a third person open world shit too, Sword and Shield. I thought it was like
It was,
top
yeah.
downish.
And you got the bike, baby.
Oh,
You just
that's
cruise around on your
mine,
bicycle.
dude. That's one thing. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something right now. This is our 100th episode. Is just us geeking over Pokemon. By the way,
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know what's
the-
going on.
what I don't like about this
Your
game, bro,
ghost is like,
I'm like,
God damn it,
what?
dude. You
Am I
fucking
just
children
high,
over
or
here,
were they
dude.
just talking about Pokemon?
We're speaking Japanese over here to him, dude.
what that's that?
Chinese?
Yeah.
What the?
Bro, the
Chinese have
the-
like a one
they're
in like
rare.
thousand
So is
something chance
so is all that shit
to
like?
be an alternate color.
So I got a question. All right, so from someone who knows nothing about Pokemon, like are like the shiny randomness and like the encounters, is that all randomized every time you play a new game?
RNG. Yup.
RNG Jesus, dude.
Yup. RNG. Random number generator. So like
Okay,
every time you
okay.
encounter it,
So it keeps
you
it
go into
fresh.
like a battle
That's kinda
screen.
cool.
Yeah. And then it would just like it would it would pop with like a bunch of stars, and then the Pokemon is a different color from its base version. So
Oh, so they
it's
have that
totally
kind of
like
randomized shit too. Like all
yeah, it's a
every
total
element.
aesthetic thing, but it's also kind of like
it's kind of like the guns
it's
in Borderlands.
a rare loot
That's
thing.
what
Yeah,
makes
it's like
it
a
so fucking
legendary
dope.
loot.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
It felt special when you got one. you
Yeah,
know?
it's like hitting the jackpot if you got the perfect combo.
Yep.
All right, I can see the appeal.
Yeah, it's
there.
totally
Okay.
it's a total gambling high is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
know,
what-
because
exactly
you
what it
hit that
sounds like.
slot
Like,
machine that one time out of like 300 resets, and you're like,
Loot
fuck,
crates,
I
bro.
got it. You
Yup,
know?
yup.
Yeah.
without the loot.
I love the game. It's not bad. I gotta be honest. I really do enjoy it. It's scratching the itch for me right now. I just jump back. I get tired of it. I get bored of it, and then I jump into I jump into Pearl, and I just play some of the old school. Pearl's great remake. I don't know if they should have charged $60 for it or whatever it is they charge, but it's a great little remaster, remake, whatever. It works great on just one screen. I was actually gonna get it on the DS and just emulate. Excuse me, I'm yawning
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
easy
because
to
I'm
do,
fucking,
Hungover.
whatever. But
Still.
no, yeah, but maybe. And I was gonna do that, but then I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna fucking walk on ice, dude, might as well skate or dance or whatever. You know,
Your
might as well-
ballerina. Yeah. Do your do your pirouettes, dude.
fucking what, dude? I'm like, yo, do aqua slice, and he just goes, ah, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? He's off the team, dude. He's off the team. He evolved. He's off the team. I have like 3 Gengars, dude, just because I have to counterbalance.
Yeah.
Everybody saw me walk by with this fucking homo, dude. You just gotta watch. Just a gang of Machamps and fucking Gengars with me now, dude. That's all it is. Just a bunch of bodybuilders and ghosts.
So who's your top legendary Pokemon
I don't have. Oh, right. Oh, like of all time,
of all time? Yeah.
dude. Honestly,
Ooh, this is.
I want to say
this is
Mew.
deep.
Honestly, if it's like feeling wise, I'd say Mewtwo. But that's
yeah.
like, you know,
I got a shiny 100% IV Mewtwo on my Sword and Shield that I ported from my old DS. He's been
Did
with
you?
me. He's been with me for years, dude.
that's one thing I've never done, bro. All my
Yeah.
old Pokemon are gone in the wind, bro. Gone.
Because they used to have on DS, it was called Pokebank, where you could switch them from DS game to DS game, and you would store them in this thing
he's
called the
cute.
Pokebank, and then the new game would come out, and you could bring in your old team into the
Yeah.
new ones, and then they added a new app on the Switch called Pokemon Home, and it allowed you to access Pokemon or Pokebank from the DS. So you could bring all your old school ones from the DS that you've collected for fucking years and years, and then port them into your Switch. So I still have like my shiny Mewtwo.
I think if you had the DS back when it had the Game Boy thing, if you plugged in your like Fire Red, you could access both at the same time and transfer shit from your Fire Red to like
Yeah.
Pokemon Pearl. And I did that, but I lost my Pokemon Pearl. I don't know where it is, dude. It's gone forever at my
Yeah.
parents' house somewhere. They threw it away. They fucking sold it to a Chinese kid. I don't know. But my brother's diamond is there still, which I'm so mad about because he doesn't fucking play it. You know,
Yeah.
he never played it when we were kids, and I tried to get him to play it. He was not a Pokemon guy like me. It was just a little different.
I get it. Now, so someone
God bless.
Are people selling these cartridges for real to have these rare Pokemon on it, or whatever, or save files, or how's that work?
Maybe, I don't
Like,
know. I've
maybe.
never looked into it.
I don't think so, bro.
Oh, okay. Because
I
just
can't
like you
imagine.
getting hyped,
I mean,
you
I
still
wouldn't
would have
pay for
had
one.
that. It's like, well, damn. Are people buying?
No, I
that
want it for
shit?
me to have.
No, I
just
get
wanna be
it,
able
but
to
yeah, I thought
trans-
maybe it was like a high
Yeah.
value thing in the world. I bet you people are though, if it's something, some rare ass combo, something. But yeah, how would that work? Save
Something.
files?
Save
I don't
files,
know.
bro.
It's over my head.
And you can online trade too. So
You could.
yeah.
Oh, story real quick. What a piece
Oh,
of
that's
shit
how
I
it
was.
goes.
Ready for this?
There you
Hold
go.
on, bro.
Uh oh. We're getting
Matter of fact,
Pokemon
hold on.
deep.
You guys
Let's go
reminisce
deeper
reminisce
down
for a
this
second. Let me
rabbit
get
hole.
another beer. I'll tell you. Let me get another beer. I'll tell you this story. Hold on.
All right. So
Yeah,
when was
but
your
I mean that's
first?
kind of
Yeah.
the very first one. So I've been playing since the OG Game Boy, and
That
and,
was
like,
the first
back in
Pokemon. Did it start with a show or
Yeah.
did it start with a game?
the game.
I'm going
So
real.
it started with the Game Boy
ignorant on
game,
this.
and then
Okay.
I think it went show and then card game. So
Okay,
like that
okay.
was the order. So it's originally from the Game Boy game, but back in the day too, like with your OG Game Boy, you would bring like a link cable to school, and so you would link up to another like your friend's Game Boy, and because like there was two versions, like say you had one version and your buddy had another version, so you would like try to catch Pokemon that were only in your version, and then you would link up with a buddy and you would trade. So essentially, that's why they did the two version thing the whole time.
Alright.
So you would trade with your friends to get the opposite Pokemon from each other's games, and that was like a whole big thing in school. Like everybody would bring their fucking Game Boys to school. You'd link up, you'd trade your opposite
Hell yeah.
Pokemon, and
I can
like
see how
that
the
was like
card
the fun.
game
And
got so
yeah,
popular too. 'cause,
and then
yeah,
you could
that was
battle
even
too.
easier,
So it
Yo,
was a
and
lot
one of my
fun.
favorite Pokemon ever was a Pokemon named Golem.
Oh,
And so you'd have to
okay.
catch what's called a Geodude, and a Geodude is like a pebble with arms, and he's just floating. You know, he's just hanging out or doing whatever. And then he would evolve into a less attractive Pokemon called Graveler, and they
Yeah.
would give this motherfucker arms and legs, but he had like 4 arms like Goro from Mortal Kombat,
Oh, dope.
and he was just an ugly duckling. And so then he would evolve into a Pokemon called Golem, which was like a lizard trapped in a giant ball of rocks. And he looked so dope. And I had a toy when I was younger of it was Golem, but he had like a little
My
knob on the
precious.
back. he had a little knob on the back, and you could spin him like a top. It was like a
let's
Golem top,
go.
you know?
Hey, it kind of looks like a turtle.
And so then I always was like, yo, Golem looks so cool, but the only way you can get him, Ghost, listen to this. You had to trade him to somebody else, and then they had to trade him back to you. That's the only way he would evolve into
on
Golem.
trade. Yeah.
Oh,
I-
interesting.
there was a few
Man, they got
Pokemon
this,
that-
they
like
got
that.
this shit on lock, bro.
Uh-huh.
So then I would go to school and fucking do
Nintendo
this.
knows
Listen
what
to
they're
this,
doing.
dude.
This is Nintendo, right?
So-
is that who created
Shout out
Pokemon?
Nintendo. It's still
Yep.
Nintendo. Game Freak, but
Game
you know.
Freak. Yep.
Okay.
We established that the Pokemon games, the reason that you need different games is because different Pokemon pop up in each game, right? So I had Pearl. My brother had Diamond, but he didn't have any inkling to play the game and unlock his legendary Pokemon, right? So the two legendary Pokemon in those games are Palkia, if I'm not mistaken, and Dialysis or whatever his name is.
Dialga.
Dialga. Sorry. And
Diabetes.
it's diabetes. That's what I by the way, I caught that one. By the way, I caught that one late in the game. So I had Palkia,
Sorry.
Your horn is like a little diluted there for some reason.
Oh shit, figures.
So I caught Palkia, but I was like, God, I want a Dialga so bad, dude. Dialga, look, I'm looking at him right now. I want a Dialga so bad. What do I do? What do I do? I was thinking, yada yada. My mom had a best friend that came down from Miami. She worked, when we lived in Miami, she was like my mom's best friend, yada yada. And then they came over, and it's her husband, her kids, or she has a son that's like my age. So we were getting down. He goes, "Yo, you got Pokemon?" I was like, "Yeah, I got Pokemon, bro. Check this out. Look at all these fucking rare Pokemon I got, dog." It's like, "Yo, that's crazy." He goes, "I've never met somebody that likes Pokemon." I'm like, "What you mean, dog?" So he pulls out his fucking game, and he's like, "Yo, look at all the legendary Pokemon I got." And he had Pokemon Diamond, bro. And so I was like, "Yo, that's crazy. What a good guy." We battled a little bit. I think he beat me. I gotta be honest with you. Didn't like. Bothered me a lot. Bothered me a lot.
You're still thinking about
Set you
it.
down an evil path here, it
These
sounds
are the
like.
nightmares
me a
that you're
lot.
forgetting every night.
Nice guy. His name is Matthew. Nicest kid. He left the room, went to go hang out
Oh,
with the
no.
adults, and they were about to leave. This is the end of the day. They're already like, "Hey, 30 minutes we're leaving, 20 minutes we're leaving, 10 minutes we're leaving." 10 minutes we're leaving is where I was like, "Look, man, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, you're never gonna get this fucking chance again, dude. I got the angel and the devil on my shoulder, dude, and I'll tell you right now, the devil had the angel in a fucking headlock, dude. The devil threw the angel in a fucking pit with a gorilla, and it was just one-on-one, dude. He had no chance. It was just one-on-one, dude. That gorilla tore him to shreds. The
one-on-one,
devil
no
was
chance,
like,
of
"Yo,
course.
grab that shit,
That's
doggy."
100%.
Yo, I went shopping on that motherfucker's account, dude. I
Damn.
linked it up, and I was giving him dog water Pokemon in exchange for his fucking. I took his Dialga. I think I took his. I think he had a.
Give him Rattatas. And
I hadn't. I don't even think I gave him that. I think I gave him like a Bidoof, dude, or something. I think I gave him like a beaver, like a little fucking buff beaver bullshit. And then, bro, the games were not opened again, and he left. And can I tell you something? To this day, never heard a fucking word about it. All I know is I had both Pokemons, bitch, and I got a Heatran off his ass too, which was another legendary Pokemon
Another
I was
trade.
having trouble finding. Yeah, bro,
That's
I got
another
a fucking.
trade evolution.
I got two off of this hoe, and you snooze, you lose, Matthew. What do you want me to tell you, dude? Everybody's your enemy in this game, or in this world. You just gotta fucking stay vigilant, stay tight, and stay woke, dude. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure that ruined his life. I'm sure that set him down a dark path. He's
I think
probably
he's a serial killer somewhere, probably.
dealing some OG cum right now, dude. Probably. To be honest,
He's
After
smoking
that,
OG cum. That's it,
like,
dude.
yo, I thought this guy was my friend, and I am, I still am. By the way, if he's listening, I still am your friend. I needed something, and you had it. It's nothing personal. It's just business, just Pokemon business. And then I was like, well, I beat the game. I stopped playing after that. I was like, well, I got everything I need, so whatever. I don't need to play the game anymore. It's time to play Brain Age or fucking Mario or whatever the fuck else I was
Never
playing.
played it again anyway.
I think I got my 360 not long after that, and then I just never played a handheld again, dude. It's okay though, I had it. Yo,
Hell
shout
yeah,
out
you got
Matthew.
it, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Matthew, dude.
Matthew. That's crazy. We should try to find him.
Poor
We
Matty.
got
No,
a
I couldn't-
story for you.
Couldn't
That
even
would
be,
be
Matt.
couldn't
great.
even be
I'm
bothered.
I'm gonna search from Miami. You say,
I'ma
all right?
find-
I'm gonna
yeah.
figure it out. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, find him. I think
Yeah.
I'll give you his
Discord,
last
work,
name.
Work this out.
Any Matthews missing a Dialga? Put a Craigslist ad out.
Or Reddit, start a Reddit post. Craigslist. Lost Encounters or whatever the fuck. Yo, that's wild.
Oh,
Yo, can I tell you
shit.
something? You guys suck, dude. Why would you do that? Why would you put me in that position, dude? You know the
Justice,
shame I'd feel? You know the shame I'd feel? Yo, put me in the gorilla pit, dude. I'd rather
You
go to
can
the
jump
gorilla
right
pit.
in. Fuck it.
I think I have some
I'll
extra
jump in head
Dialgas
first.
on my Switch. I might be able to send your way, dude.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
listen, I'll take what I can get, dude, these days. Oh my god, what a good
That's
story.
fucking crazy.
I forgot about that until right now. That's crazy.
That's so funny.
Crazy how your brain works. I'm looking at all the
brought it
shiny
out of you.
Pokemon right now. A lot of shiny Pokemon kind of suck, though, huh?
Mewtwo was sick because he has the
Mewtwo
neon
was
green
sick.
instead of the purple.
Yeah. That was a good one. I think Gen 1 Pokemon
like
are
an
probably
alien.
the best ones. But, like, for instance, Charmander shiny, you would never know until you get Charizard, because Charizard shiny was a
little
black
lighter.
Charizard.
Yeah, but little Charmander was barely lighter than the original color.
And then it was the same shit. I gotta be honest, all the other ones are kind of shit until you get to like Arbok, was like a yellow. Pikachu was orange instead of yellow. It was fucking dumb.
Kind of dumb, yeah.
I gotta be honest. Oh, Gollum, dude, look at Gollum, my boy, dog, my boy, dog.
Was he
yo.
green? Was he green?
No, he was.
This is so
His
sweet.
rock was gray, and like his skin was brown. But then
Looked
in
like
his
a turtle.
shiny, his skin is like a light tan, and then his rock is brown.
Oh, okay.
Rapidash was fire because it had the gray flames. Yo, I'm fucking
Rapidash was
geeking
good,
out
yeah.
on Pokemon. Yo, Rapidash is fire. I just caught a Ponyta in my Pokemon Pearl, and I'm leveling it up right now. So
Nice.
I want a Rapidash, dude. Yo, I'm fucking geek right now. This is the by the way, this is the version of me that lines up with those pictures you guys see of me when I'm a
The
fucking kid.
2019
I'll
picture.
put
This is the
overlay
version
on.
of me.
2019, 2009, I
Bod.
think.
This is the version of me that would never even think about touching a pussy and would just be like, yo,
Ew,
how do I max
disgusting.
these stats? And now I'm like, it's coming back. I was at my wife's job. My wife was like, yo, let's go. You know, you want to have lunch date today? And I was fucking off today. I was tired after the whole week. And I was like, you know what, dude? Yeah, I'll go. You know, let's pick you up and I'll expense it. Sometimes I take my wife out and I expense the lunch as if I took like a customer out. And I shouldn't do that, but you know, whatever. And
All right, I'm writing up another Craigslist ad. Hold up.
go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Any
Yeah.
any billion-dollar corporation missing some funds for lunch? This guy's got them, dude. So then fucking, you know, whatever. I went and took her out, and I didn't want to come back home because I had to pick up the kids after school, and then I was like, let me sit in your office. I brought my Steam Deck so I could play at stoplights, and I was like, let me
Play
in your office. Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
That's insane
That's
work.
crazy, huh? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that serial killer behavior, by the way? You want to play at a
Obsessed
stoplight?
much?
And so I brought my fucking thing into my Groudon. Was a great shiny Pokemon. He's just all yellow.
He's just scrolling through Pokemon.
I just brought my Steam Deck into my wife's office. And I was like, yo, I don't care if your computer's dying. I need you to unplug it so I can plug in my Steam Deck. It's losing juice. And then I was just playing. And then people would walk in and be like, she'd be like, this is my husband. And I'd be like,
With
Oh, no,
like
he's a
question mark.
oh no, he's a psychic type. I'm just locked in, dude.
Oh man.
Yo,
Does
it's
your wife dig
crazy.
Pokemon? Has she ever played?
My
Or does
wife
she know the whole
uh,
the whole
doesn't
thing?
like video. She's not a video gamer. And so
there-
when I play like adult video games like The Last of Us and shit, it's cool.
Yeah, so watch it.
But then when I'm obsessing about Pokemon,
Right, that's a different.
and then she's like,
It's a
yo,
different
you're
thing altogether.
30 almost. And I'm like, you're 30 now, dude. Pipe down. You know? Whatever. What's the difference? Who cares? She doesn't really judge me too much, to be honest. She's actually pretty fair about it.
Nah, that's
All
cool.
jokes aside, I can't imagine that it's attractive. I can't imagine that like it's a moistening thing to see. But whatever. I'm not trying to fuck in that moment, dude. I gotta catch this Pidgeotto or whatever I'm doing.
Could be a shiny.
Yeah,
Could be
exactly.
shiny.
It
Could be
be.
shiny.
Well, you
dude.
never know. It's
Never
right around the
know.
corner. It could be right around the corner every time.
Yo, I want to play
That's
Pokemon
wild.
right now.
I think you do. It sounds like it for sure.
I'm gonna
That's
come.
funny.
All right, sorry.
Oh man.
What's up with the XYs? I'm looking right now at this shiny thing night. This is the Pokemon show.
I
by the
got
way.
I
Wow.
got physical carts of XYs right here, dude.
What's what's the like? I
What
was
is an
looking at an
XI?
X version and a Y version of Charizard, and then like a Mega Blastoise. What are these? I don't know what these are. I've never played these games. Mega Mewtwo X, Mega Mewtwo Y. He's like a different guy. Like his tail is on his head.
They were like they like grew into like super kind of like monsters. They had like a power up. They went like fucking Goku, Super
Saiyan.
Saiyan type shit. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
where they had like a power up mode. It was that
This is
that
canon?
type of thing.
This isn't like some crazy
I don't know if it is
weird
canon.
spin-off type of thing.
I
How's
mean,
that
they
whole
they
lore
kind of
work?
got away from that mechanic. Think because they did like the large versions in it was like the Sword and Shield. They did like these versions where they would be like these giant monsters. They would like transform into like Godzilla size
Oh, shit.
monsters.
I don't
Yeah,
like that.
and it was
Is that-
almost they kind of got away from that because I think that was like one of the worst parts of Sword and Shield. People were just kind of over that concept because they would power up for like 3 moves or something like that, and then they would like shrink back down. But there was like
Yeah.
a few versions like that. It wasn't my favorite thing either. I was just kind of like a straight up like even if they did like the super version, I would just stay as my little Pokemon and usually just try to slap from that version because I didn't really give a fuck about that mechanic.
Can I tell you something? The only thing that I will say, not the only thing, there's a lot of things, but one of the biggest things I'll say about Scarlet and Violet is that they have like some mode. It's called tetralization. And they just turn your Pokemon into glass and then they put a giant like thing on its head depending on what type of Pokemon it is. And it's so dumb and it's so
Yeah.
extra and it's like a whole cutscene when it turns into like the
Yep.
tetralization thing. And it just takes up time is all it does, to be honest. It boosts the move and it does whatever. But I hate it. I don't use it. And
Yeah.
every gym leader uses it at their last Pokemon and it's just so annoying.
Yeah, going through the
And I
animation
hate it.
every
Yeah,
time.
I hate it so much, dude. There's like raid battles. I will get off of Pokemon after, I promise. There's like raid battles in the game that are meant to be online, but you can do them offline, and they just autofill with like NPCs, and it's just tetralized Pokemon, and it's just so dumb, bro. You get like a bunch of resources, so it's worth doing, but like it takes so much time with all the bullshit like goofy animations that it's just like I've stopped doing it because I don't care, bro. I don't care. It's the worst part of the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How
sorry,
often does
Pokemon's
that-
gay.
Yes.
Pokemon is a fucking gay
Cheers.
game for gay people. I am joining the
Ah,
Femboy
it's
Olympics.
Fine, I'm sure.
And I'm going to win, by the way. I'm going to retain my title. I'm going for my second gold in the Femboy Olympics. After a few years off, we're coming back and we're going to take the
Coming
gold.
back strong.
Coming back strong, dude. Anyway,
Virgin
there's a
power.
parrot here.
A pair?
All right,
Oh,
a
man.
parrot. What's up with you guys? Anyway,
I haven't been playing Pokemon. I actually played some Expedition 33 on Knight's wild recommendation, and Knight is
Oh my
wild
God,
about
dude.
this game like a motherfucker.
I'm about to rant,
Yo,
dude. I
you're
wrote
about
like
to
3
go off
pages
on
of
it, huh?
notes, dog. Oh my God.
But
tell
yeah,
me about
this
the
is
game.
The story, though, I can see how you can get hooked in like a motherfucker in the story. I like the twist that they do with the turn base, where you can still like dodge and parry and shit like that. So that's the nice addition. There's still too many like random encounters. I don't know how much more open. I'm very early on, but yeah, I can see how this game could definitely get you hooked in for sure, and a lot of spell management and shit. That's for sure. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know how many
that's like
more
Pokemon,
spells
dude.
you get, but it's like, god damn, this is wild. All these moves you can get, you're finding them in like trees and shit, random places.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go on, Knight, because yeah, this is. I could definitely see how this is a game of the year contender.
Yeah. So for me, this was like a once in a lifetime gaming experience. And
Really? Wow.
yeah, like if this game were to come out last year, I'd probably put it at my number 2 spot of favorite games like all time. Like
Wow,
it would switch my list around like 100%.
what got it
And
so high on this pedestal? I'm so curious. This is
yeah,
crazy.
um, so like the main concept of the game, I don't want to talk about the story because the story is so good and everyone should just straight up experience it without
is
like looking
interesting.
anything up. Because the plot is fantastic, the character development is so good. But I can give like a basic beginning of it, like the prologue. So what it is like you're in this town or the city called Lumiere, and it's separated from this giant continent, and they called this event, like they talk about it happened in the past, it was called the fracture. So like the world kind of like shattered and Lumiere was like cast off as like an island, and they're separated from this continent. And out in the distance from Lumiere, you can see this like Titan woman, and she's just like kind of like in a fetal position. Her hair's draped over her face, and she's sitting at the base of this monolith, and it has a number on it. And when you start the game, it has 34 written on the monolith. And so all these people, they get together for this event, and they call it the Gomage, and it's like a sad event because what happens is every year this lady, they call her the paintress, she gets up and she has a super large paintbrush. She erases the number on the monolith, and then she reduces it by 1.
I
And
thought it was a
whoever
tree. It's not a tree
Yeah,
that they're
it's like a giant like tower,
something
like a
like okay,
tower.
okay.
Yeah, something. They
It's
call it the
tree-esque.
monolith is what they call it.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
it
you. I
is. It
got you.
looks like a trunk of a giant tree or something maybe, but um so that you start off and you're in the town. This is like the intro, they kind of teach you a little bit about the combat. You like, you battle like one of your friends to kind of introduce yourself to the combat. And this lady stands up and everyone's on the docks just staring up at her. And she erases the 34, and then she paints 33 on the monolith. And what happens is everyone that is 33 years old gets Thanos snapped away into oblivion. So
It's
every
very
year,
Damn.
It's
so like,
very Thanos
yeah,
snap, like almost
yeah,
down to it, but the
exactly. And so
petals, the
like you
rose
kind of get like
petals or whatever.
chills right off the
It's
rip, dude,
crazy.
because like these people just turn into like red flower petals, and the
Yeah, it's
flower
like
petals
petals
just
just
scatter into the air. So like everyone's
it's
like
good. It looks
holding their
good
loved
too.
ones.
Looks very
Yeah,
good.
Now everybody above that age is already dead.
already gone. So in
Oh,
this
you guys are
game,
cooked,
you're playing
Oh, I've been
this
done.
character named Gustav, and he's technically the oldest guy in Lumiere, and he's 32 years old. Yeah, we're cooked. I've been dead 7 fucking years.
man. 7 years,
Yeah.
dude. Yo, fucking
So
geezers. I still got some time. We can save it. Go ahead. Me, I'm
yeah, yeah,
Gustav in this one. Go
yeah,
ahead. This is
yeah,
relatable.
yeah. So that's like the basic premise, and then what happens is like every year as people approach their Gomage and they know time's running out, they depart in these squads called expeditions, and their expedition is like the number that she writes on the monolith. So that's why they call this Expedition 33, because she writes, she erases 34, writes 33, and then the Expedition 33 goes off, takes a boat out to the continent, and their goal is to stop the paintress from painting numbers
Yeah,
and
figure
just
out what's going
snapping
on and
away
shut
everybody.
it down.
Yeah. But so that's like the basic premise of it. Like I don't want to go any further than that because like it's just a fucking ride, dude, all the way from there. And there was like times where I thought I knew what the hell was going on, and I couldn't be further from the fucking actual plot. And like that is a rare thing in a video game, especially because like you can kind of like predict things that are happening as an adult. You know, like
Right.
you're just like, oh, I kind of know what's going on here. Like this is gonna, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen. And I thought I was there a few times, and you just get fucking smacked in the face where you're just like, what the fuck just happened? Like I can't believe that. Like, dude, I went from like I was like laughing to being stunned, and I was pissed at certain characters. I fell in love with certain characters, and then it's just like everyone's different too. Everyone has their different personality. No one feels like generic or anything. And you got like a cool mechanic like Baldur's Gate 3 once you get to the open area continent, because you can go to camp, and when you go to camp, that's where you like interact with your squad, and you kind of like converse with them and like build your relationship with them. You can kind of like spend time alone and try to romance people or whatever the fuck you want to do, right? And it's just
Romance, you say, the
yeah,
world's
yeah,
ending. Give me
yeah.
that sweet 32-year-old
Yeah,
puss, dude.
exactly, dude. But I mean, just in terms of like everything that's important in video games, which is like story, characters, the combat, and the music, dude. The music is probably the best original soundtrack I've ever heard, like ever. Like
Really?
every fucking song was an absolute banger, and it's like a French orchestra, like it's like a real orchestra. Like after I finished the game, I like looked at the OST like creation, and they show people with fucking violins and pianos and like almost like an opera singer type vibe. And dude, everything just hit like on. It was like 10 10 10 10 10 10. Like the negatives of the game are so insignificant to the actual like final product of the game. Like I would say the weakest part of the game is like vaulting and like jumping, but there's no parts that are like necessary for that mechanic, right? Like the only things that would require like jumping and like platforming in any way are like side content that were like for cosmetics, like different outfits or something. So it's nothing that it's like required. I never.
Bikinis?
Yes, bikinis.
Gotta get the bikini.
Okay.
So yeah, they have these things called
God,
gestural
don't.
beaches, and then so you go to these beaches and you do these challenges, and like one of them was like you had to climb like all the way up this tower. It was almost like that game Chained Together I played with friends last year, where you're literally
Oh,
just
yeah.
climbing up and like running
LOL.
across like logs and shit like that. Yeah, but like that is the weakest part, but by no means does it get in the way of the game or the gameplay. But this like the combat is so fucking good, dude. Like so good, because it's like a mix of turn-based and like type matching like in Pokemon, right? So you have to like understand what the weaknesses of the enemies are and what type of damage your characters are doing. And so instead of like in turn-based games, normally you would have to really focus on defensive abilities like healing or shielding or anything. You don't in this game, and all of the strategy is like based around offense, because the defense is up to you. The defense is up to you in your real-time action, because you have to parry, you have to dodge, and like of
Yeah.
course you can heal and all that shit, but like fair warning for
You gotta
anybody
get
that's
good,
gonna
dude.
play. Yeah,
You
you
gotta
have
get
to
good.
get good,
It
because
can get
there
tough
was
already.
there was times at the end of the game where I was like thinking, I was like, there's no way you can get through this battle with just like defensive abilities. Like, because some of the bosses will just straight up one tap squad wipe. And, if you're not good at parrying or you're not good at dodging, like it's gonna be a little bit of a rough go. But like if you play on the easier difficulty, I think they call it story mode, you have a larger parry window. But this might be one of the tightest parry windows I've ever had in a game. It's Sekiro
Yo,
Lies of
tighter
P.
than Dark Souls 3?
It's Sekiro Lies of P. Like that's what it is. Like it's very, very precise, dude. But
It's tough, bro.
I mean,
Get your instincts
Cliff
up.
said Piper Perry,
Piper
dude.
Perry, he was like spamming that in my chat when I was streaming
so
it the other
funny.
day. Yeah,
I'm
but
dead.
but so the character building too is awesome, because like you get these things. They have this system called Pictos or Lumina, And what it is like these Pictos, they're almost like a gem, and then each character has 3 slots for a Picto, right? And the Picto has a passive ability, so it might be like do 25% extra damage on a counter attack, which means you have to perfect parry every single move in a combo to counter attack. You can't miss a single one, or else you'll never get the counter off. But so that's like an example of a passive ability. But what happens is when you win 4 battles with the Picto, it unlocks it in what's called the Lumina system, and you can put that on any character, and you have like a max Lumina that you can equip, and each Lumina has like a value. So like it might be worth 5, and so if you have say 20 Lumina cap, you can have that plus 15 other 15 other spaces for like Lumina. So it's like you really customize your characters with this system. And like for example, one of my builds on my characters, I was running like a low health, like full glass cannon build where instead of healing, I would do this. I had this Picto that would, whenever I healed, it would self damage him, but his damage ramped up the lower his health was. So I would literally like heal my guy until he was almost dead, and then like his damage was like fucking through the roof. But you know, like with that becomes like you're perfect parrying and you're dodging
Yeah, you gotta be on it.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
But, like,
Tag,
yeah,
you
Final
gonna dig
Fantasy
this shit, I
10.
think.
What's that?
I would do that in Final Fantasy X. I had one character with a weapon that when his health was lower, he would do more damage, and he was the only guy that could like break the damage limit. And so I would always keep him at 1 HP, and he was just my glass cannon, dude.
Uh-huh.
That's the game looks great.
Yeah.
I've seen clips. I've tried to stay away from anything.
Please
that
do
I
stay away
like,
from it, dude.
whatever, because
Yeah.
I want to play the game. I'm excited. I've had the game downloaded. I've had it downloaded since we talked about it.
Double on
Um,
it, bro.
I just need Pokemon. Maybe I'll stream.
Nah, you'll definitely dig this shit, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fucking.
right up
I know
your
I'm gonna
alley.
love it.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna love it.
Plays
And I know
really
that I'm
nice.
gonna.
It really does.
I know it's gonna get its hooks in me. I wish. Honestly, can I be honest with you? And I hate to say this, but I will say this. It's times like this where I wish I had an Xbox because I want to play this, and it's a controller game.
Yeah. They do have it on PlayStation, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't want to buy it. It's free.
This development
Cheap,
team
dude.
deserves the money.
Also, though, I could buy it from Amazon. Maybe
I would be pissed.
Maybe.
I would be pissed if you did that.
I could maybe buy it from
Yeah.
Amazon.
Like a thing about the team too is this was made
Is
by
this an
30,
indie team?
30 people, and
That's
they
pretty
all,
indie.
and they all quit Ubisoft because of creative limitations. So they all quit Ubisoft and they made this game, dude. 30 fucking people, and it's dude like
Schedule
it is
1 did it
such-
with 1.
with one. Yeah. I mean, dude, what a year for like indie developers because like we talk about stuff like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, that small team. You got the first Berserker, Kazan, another indie development team, Schedule 1, now Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Dude, like the indie teams are fucking knocking it out of the park this year, and it's very cool to see. And I've heard like good things about that what is that, Blueprints? That's like it's like a puzzle game that people are loving.
We
I saw
talked
that.
about that or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
yeah.
familiar. I think you talked about
I know
that.
like City's really deep into that. Cube's really deep into that, and they're loving that game. But that's all, dude. Like this is the year of like indie development. Like they're like breaking barriers for sure. But
Damn.
dude, another thing that's cool that you like, Tack, is like the weapon scaling is like Elden Ring. So they have like letter values, and they have a letter value
I like
on
that.
the stats. So like you have like vitality, might, agility, defense, and luck, which is crit chance. And then depending on what weapon you have equipped, it'll put a letter value on the stats, so you know what stats to kind of dump your points into because it will
Right.
scale that weapon up properly. And then also you can respec pretty much infinitely because you find like this resource, like randomly drop resource that drops from pretty much everywhere. I have more respec points than I can possibly do, and I respec like my characters multiple times. So that way, if you find a cool new weapon that has different scaling values, you're not like, fuck, dude, like I totally, plugged myself into this hole because of this old weapon, you can just easily reset it and then equip the new weapon and then, readjust your values to scale with that weapon. But dude, this is just like it's one of those games that is and it's so new and that it's so unique and we very rarely get awesome brand new IPs like this, and that's why I think it is like a piece of art, man. Like it's great. And like yeah,
High
we were talking about
praise.
Pokemon. Yeah, we were talking about Pokemon, and that is like my main turn-based game. I was never really into like the other Japanese RPGs like Final Fantasy and stuff like that.
Right.
But this game right here, I feel also like bridges the gap between certain play styles of gamers, because I've seen like a lot of Souls-like players who are playing this that don't like turn-based RPGs and they're really enjoying it. And then I've also seen a lot of JRPG players who don't like Souls games that are getting into it, even though it has a really tough parry and dodge system. And it's just like a really, really crazy mix of the genres, and it's very, dude, it's so fucking unique. And like the battles just like they're very like kind of anime coded in certain spots, like some of the boss battles, like when you finish them off, like you'll see all your characters kind of like go into this animation
Oh,
where
yeah,
they're like
yeah,
tag
yeah.
team like fucking flying around and just annihilating this boss to like finish him off, and you're just like in awe. You're like, what the hell, dude, that was so fucking cool. And God, dude, like I thought I was maybe like, oh, dude, like I'm in the honeymoon phase, like I loved it so much, um, that I looked up finally after I beat it. I looked up the ratings and stuff. Right now, this is currently sitting at the highest critical acclaim score in history of video games. It's sitting at a 9.7 on Metacritic.
What's
Whew.
Cliff wants to know if it's better than Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Better than Elden Ring? Elden Ring didn't even make my top 5, and I would put this on my top 5 list of all time.
It's wild. That is
Yeah,
wild.
dude, it's
Looking
so
at it, I'm looking
so
for it
good.
on Steam DB right now. Hold on.
It's out there.
Claire
yeah.
Obscure Expedition. I want to keep saying Clairvoyance for some reason. I don't think that's the right thing. It's got
That is the word.
75,000
Different.
concurrent players right now. What's the ratings, though? Where does it show the ratings on here? I don't care about price history. I care about ratings. Metadata. No, that's not it either. Metacritic score 90. Yeah, you're right.
It's high up.
It is
yeah.
up there.
Yeah, that's the critic score, but
It's
the
good coming out the gate.
user score
91%.
is 9.7.
91% on Steam. 93% percent positive reviews.
Definitely a good game.
34,000 positive reviews.
Definitely a
Very
good game.
positive. Ghost, what are your
Crazy,
thoughts
dude.
on it? Because you're not a big
I don't know. No, like I
turn-based
said,
guy.
I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, it's not my style. The turn base is okay. I do like I said, the fact that they have the dodge and parry in there definitely gives it a nice twist to a turn base kind of game where you're not really able to defend like that. You're just hoping for the best dice roll. But it's well done. I mean, you can, and the story is, I think, one of the top pieces. Like it is drawing me in, and I knew nothing at all going into it, except
Yeah.
what you talked about the other day, and it was just like, damn, oh shit, like, and then you got those head scratching moments, like you're trying to figure shit out, trying to predict ahead, but
Yeah,
it does throw you for a loop so far.
and it gets dark quick because I was like kind of shocked, dude. Like after the prologue, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, this shit is crazy.
Like,
It's good.
yeah,
It's a good game. So yeah, I
it
dig
is. It is very, very.
Oh, and the
good.
random encounter thing too. That does seem too frequent. That's one of my biggest peeves in like turn-based type of games. And it seems like that's the case. Like or maybe I'm just, like I said, early on, so it's more so the tutorial aspect. They're still trying to ease me into things because I don't know how open it gets and how many times you do just turn the corner and then there's two dudes there, boom. But I guess that's what standard. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Well, a
don't
lot
play
of
enough of these.
like in like Pokemon, for example, like that is like real random encounter because like what would happen in Pokemon is like you like walk through grass
Right.
And then
Yes.
you would just ran without even seeing the enemy. It would be like, oh, a Pokemon has appeared, a wild Pokemon has appeared, but you didn't see the Pokemon, you know.
Right.
But in this game, you can actually like
You
see
do
the
see them
enemies
ahead,
wandering
so it is
around,
kind of
so
like
you
you're
can
just going.
you
through
can go
mini
around if
bosses
you want
type
to.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But I was
Yeah,
like,
okay.
the combat was so good for me that I wanted all the smoke, dude. I was fucking fighting
Get it.
everybody that I saw. Yeah, and it is one of those games though, like because the parrying system and dodging system is
It's
pretty
tough.
unforgiving.
Yeah, it's
Like
very
you
tough.
to learn the game, you have to die. Like that's
Oh yeah,
period.
absolutely. 'Cause
Like,
you
that's
gotta
it.
learn. You gotta learn exactly when that spear is gonna strike. Yeah, it's a timing
Exactly.
thing.
You gotta
It's
die.
one of them
And you
games.
run across a new enemy, you have no fucking clue what the
Yup.
timing is on any of their moves,
Yeah.
you know? So a lot of times you're getting smacked up on your first, your first encounter, and you're just kind of like, okay, I got to remember, that like this combo is, one space, 2, 3 space, 4,
Dormammu,
and
bro.
you're almost like counting, it's like a rhythm type thing. You're just like you got a delay here, and then you got 2 quick attacks after the delay, like that type of shit. And so I mean the best way to learn is to just fucking die. And like I died a lot in this game. Like I got smoked quite a bit. But it's I like that kind of shit. I like the challenge of the bosses, and some of the late game ones. It's similar to
Late game. Sorry.
yeah. It's similar to
Oh.
like God of War, where like the mainline story isn't very difficult, but if you go off the beaten path to find optional bosses, those are fucking beaters, dude. Like
Okay.
absolute beaters. Some of them are just straight up like they got like tree sentinels all over the place, essentially. Where you're like, oh, what's up with this guy? And then you run into him and you're like, fuck no, dude. I'll come back in like 10 levels because that dude one tapped me and I hit him once and it did like a sliver of damage, and that was like max fucking crit, and you're like, ugh, like I got to come back to this one. So it's definitely like that where you come back to certain areas because you're like, all right, now I'm ready for that boss that like smoked me earlier. There's a lot of optional stuff too. So, but yeah, dude, just the music, characters, the story, the combat, dude, it was just like it wasn't a home run, it was a fucking grand slam for me.
That's fucking
Boom,
crazy
get
to
it.
hear, dude. I'm excited to play it. I really am. I am gonna
You'll
play
dig
it.
it. You'll
I
dig
just
it.
obviously need to finish this fucking gay thing that I'm doing.
Is
But
there an
um,
ending to Pokemon? Not to get back on Pokemon at all, but like there is an end game type of deal where you're just collecting Pokemon
yeah.
forever.
Do I think I'm gonna sit there and like capture all the fucking whatever? Probably not. I'm gonna get,
Your
the
legendary
Next
honeymoon
week.
phase.
All right. This week,
is
yeah.
just the
We'll be talking
honeymoon
about
phase.
you'll be talking about Expedition
We'll be
the
talking
whole
about
episode
Claire
next week.
next week.
Mark
dude.
my words.
Yeah.
Claire will
Well,
get her turn. Trust me.
another thing I kind of want to ask you, Tack, because I'm not familiar with like the traditional JRPGs, is do they have New Game Plus normally?
Oh.
Normally, no.
Hmm.
Normally
Okay,
they
so this
don't.
game has
Normally,
New
it's
Game Plus, and I didn't
yeah,
know that.
does it?
So like when
Are
I
you running
finish,
that?
not yet, but I'm gonna
You
run
will
New Game
be.
Plus on expert difficulty is my next goal.
Damn.
Like that's gonna be the thing. So I'm gonna ramp it up to the hardest difficulty plus put it on New
Could be
Game.
hot.
Yeah,
Wow, bro.
but yeah, but when I saw the New Game Plus thing pop up, I was like, oh fuck, dude. Like, oh okay, like here we go, dude. I'm a platinum this. Like I'm gonna chase the plat, like 100%, dude.
What do you think? What do you think really is like the you like the story,
Uh-huh.
you like the gameplay, you like the graphics of it. What is it? The one thing that you
Good.
think makes this game stand out from every other game that's come out recently? Even a game kind of like, I know you said it would be second on your list. But what would put this game right up there with a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 or,
It was like the
in my
emotion.
case, Elden Ring?
So
Okay, so it does
I
have a heavy
Story. I would say
Yeah,
so right
like-
so far for me too. Story is like definitely the shining component. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not ashamed to say this at all, dude. When the credits rolled, I fucking cried. Like I was like
Oh, listen, I'm
legitimately.
with you. God of War Ragnarok. I'm right
Yeah.
there with you.
Yeah, and like Red Dead Redemption,
Grand Theft
that's why
Auto
it's number
5.
1 for me. Because when I rolled credits on Red Dead Redemption, dude, I was fucking wiping my face like a bitch. and I was
Yo,
just
rest in
like,
peace, Arthur,
what?
dog.
What the fuck,
Wait,
you know?
what?
And like, so this game has like that type of emotional connection where it just like it like touches you, you know? And not in
Yo,
like an
shout out my
uncle way.
uncle.
Goddamn, I'm trying to beat you to it. Not in an uncle way, dude. But like, it's just it like I said
Episode
earlier
100.
too. It just rolls you through all the human emotions, you know,
Right.
like anger, like humor, like it was everything, dude. It hit all the fucking notes. Like in every character, you have like a certain like a connection with each of the characters in like a different way. Like you might dislike a character, but you might be completely, you know, in love with another character, and another character is absolutely fucking hilarious to you. So it's just like it was like a everything, you know, everything kind of like rolled together. And by the time the game ended, I was just like, holy shit, you know, and like I just sat there staring at my computer screen as the credits were rolling,
The
and I was like,
immersion.
what the fuck, dude? Yeah.
How
You know,
long
I'm
is
like,
the game? Like 30 hours?
if you mainline the story, I hear it's like between 30 to 40, but I did like almost all of the side content, not all of it. But that took me 65 hours for like a pretty complete playthrough. I definitely left some things undone, but like after you beat the game, you can go back in, you can continue that playthrough from like the pretty much the last save point, but you can't. The crazy thing is you can't fight the last boss again, so you'd have to roll New Game Plus or a new game completely to do the last boss fight again. So it's just there are some things like there's one thing that I unlocked in the near the end of the game that's almost it's like an endless tower, so like a battle tower. And so like I'm gonna grind that because you can level up your characters, you can find new pictos for your builds, and then you can get the Lumina resource to raise the cap of your Lumina to you know to equip more and more of those like passive effects and stuff to like really build your character. And I kind of want to get through some of that tower and then re-roll a new game plus and kind of go in there with like a full fucking squad, you know, like set up
Yeah.
exactly how I wanted it to. But and it's just like and I was like, you know, it's like a full team build too. You're not just building like one character separately.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I'd
100%.
I'd have like setup characters, and then I'd have characters that were just there to like pump out all the DPS while you know the enemy had status effects on it, and then they do increased damage according to the status effects that are applied to them. So that type of shit. So like you're totally, it's like you know like Baldur's Gate. You kind of build your squad together to be like a cohesive unit. So it's like that.
Yeah, I could see
And,
some of the comparisons for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it a 4-man team or a 3-man team?
3-man team, but you get more than there's more than 3 characters, and what happens is like if your main three fall, the rest of your characters
Yeah.
come in as a B team. So like if if you get wiped on your first squad, it says like do you want to put in the other members of your team for the last stand of Expedition 33 is what it says. And then so you can put in like the B team to like follow up. So essentially you build like 2 teams, and then you can kind of like combo off like that type of shit, or have like a team that you know your second team might be tanky because your first team got wiped, so you might have them built a little differently. So definitely fucking dope, dude. Like it's
You get LeBron on the first team, and then Bronny on the second team just in case.
Bronny didn't even make the cut, dude. He's in the D League.
Bronny's in the D League. That's right.
Yeah,
You know,
no, Bronny's in
Bronny
the
would
D League,
not.
dude.
Yo, LeBron is per what? All right, hear me out. Not to completely. I'm a little buzzed. So, if let's say this, LeBron is in the one man, you know, one gorilla, 100 people, whatever.
Okay, he's one of them.
Is
100.
he flopping? Does he take
Oh,
a flop?
Oh yeah, if
first
he gets his
off?
toe stepped on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think he doesn't
No,
even need to
before
make
he even,
contact.
yeah, I was
He's
gonna say,
looking for
before
the
he even
ref,
gets
yeah.
close.
Yeah, I think you zoom
He'll be
in.
98
you do
and
the
first
play-by-play.
one out.
Now, do you think LeBron? Well, LeBron would have been clapped fucking 10 years ago in Claire Expedition, huh? That's Bronny. So, do you think Bronny would last in the Claire Expedition? You think he
No.
would be at least nothing at all?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that sounds like tough times, dude. I'm excited to play it. I am gonna play it. It's on my shit. Like I said, it is downloaded. I do want to play the game, and you're selling me on it 100%. And the fact that Ghost even tried it is bananas. Even though
yeah.
he's
I might dip in
touting
a little bit
fucking
more.
Indiana Jones, this
Yeah.
fucking faggot
I didn't play any more of that.
over
but,
there, dude.
No, I love Indiana Jones too, but that's a nostalgia trip. That's purely nostalgia mainlining.
Yeah,
You're a hoe.
But it
Ghost,
was
I wouldn't be
also voted
scared
Game of
to-
the Year in the Happy Hour podcast.
It was their game of the year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but I love you to death. But
There was an
let's be
asterisk
honest.
next to that. I know a little bit, but hey, I'll roll with
And
it.
I
for
know
now for the Indiana
we share
Jones love.
fans.
Big up Harrison.
I know we share fans, and that's fine. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but there was a couple retarded votes in there. No, can't we agree on that? There was like a couple retarded votes.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
we
I'll say
gotta,
that
I'm
they,
with
they
the
like
vote.
We gotta
different
roll
games
those
than I
dice.
Gotta go
do.
with the
That's for
vote.
sure. They like different games than I do.
They like bad games sometimes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Weren't you the one that announced
I'm
the
with
winner of that? Weren't you like Indiana
Yeah,
Jones?
didn't you help
Yeah.
him?
yeah.
I think so. I forget.
Yeah, you did the
Ghost, you
game award
cheated,
thing.
dude.
Yeah.
Ghost was just doing what I did for that fucking contest. He just went in there and
Called
just
the
voted
family?
all over it. He didn't even play the game at the time. He was just like,
Rigged
"Yo,
shit.
I think he was just
It's
the
got the
envelope
name
announcer. He was the
attached
envelope
to
announcer.
it.
That was it.
He was holding the fucking briefcase, the Deal or No Deal briefcase, the briefcase girl.
I don't even remember. Is this true? I don't think that was the episode I was on.
How high are you right now? I don't
Yeah, it
see
was-
you
I mean, I am
smoke too
high,
much, to be
but-
honest, for episode 100. You haven't been celebrating. I'm
I
going to
have
grab a
double
third
check.
alcoholic beverage. So give me a second. Hold on.
All right,
You
well, I'm gonna
guys,
take a quick break, too.
blow
Let's
each
just
other
take a
for
quick
second.
break,
All right, we can
'cause I
take a
gotta
break. Yeah,
piss,
we've gone. We
to
could
be
go
honest.
for fucking 2 hours.
Damn.
We got more Pokemon.
About an
to
hour and a
talk
half
about.
of Pokemon and
It
20
was an
minutes right there.
hour and a half of
Hey.
literally gorillas and Pokemon. I'm
With
sorry.
me scratching my head like,
God
wait,
damn it,
what?
dude. I'm sorry. There was like
These
one
fucking
Theo
children
Vaughn
talking
meme
about
in the
you.
middle of that.
Pikachu? What are we talking about?
Yo, Pikachu is orange. It's not cool. He looks like a Cheez-It. All right, I'll be right back.
All right,
Well,
we'll
don't
be
even
back,
play
everybody.
music. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
We'll
I'm
be
not
back.
even
We'll be
taking a
back.
piss.
All right, you can talk. Yes, I'll just put the graphic on. I'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. Oh, shit. Where am I? Oh, yeah.
Yo, here's the thing, guys. These beers, I'm definitely, I'm genuinely on like my 4th beer, basically. I've only drank 2, but technically I'm on my 4th, and because they're 10%, dude, or whatever. So it's, I got a nice buzz going. I don't care what I say. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you here, and I don't want to confess to a crime on the podcast, but I am purchasing another Nintendo game right now, and it feels, first of all, nice to purchase from Nintendo. It feels good to buy games and then play them, and I think that it's important that we all purchase games as game lovers, right? As people who love games, it's important that we buy them. It's also important that we play them, but also make sure that you're looking for the best deal that you can get. You have to be, your family comes first, you see. So it is an important thing. Why are no? By the way, it's 12 o'clock. Crafty, I see you in the chat. You guys were supposed to have a show today. What the fuck's going on? Why aren't you guys in here partying with us on the 100th episode? You guys said you had a show planned, so you couldn't make it, and you guys aren't recording the show. And it makes me sad. It just makes a young Hispanic man that stole a Pokemon from a white kid sad. I did steal the shit out of that Pokemon, bro. So, like, the kid had left. I think I told the story already, but I'll go into more detail. The kid had left, dude. And, Cliff Siegel going to the gym at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning is commitment. I'm still fat, by the way. the kid had left the room and he left his Game Boy or his Nintendo DS unattended on my bed. Big mistake, dude. Big mistake. You leave your Nintendo DS unattended next to a fucking Hispanic kid that ate too many Oreos in adolescence.
You talking about stealing the guy's
It's a
diamond
problem,
Pokemon or whatever?
Yeah, I'm all over the place, dude. I've been talking about stealing Nintendo games, doing the whole thing. I'm just on a tangent. I did justify me
Tear,
being
a wild tear.
kind of fucking buzzed already. I did say I'm purchasing another Nintendo game.
Yeah, it's party night.
I'm purchasing Donkey Kong right now,
Oh, right now?
the Freeze game. And then I'll probably purchase another game. Who knows? Who knows, dude? I got the money right now.
So easy to purchase.
You got
them.
the first you get the money, then you
Then
get
you'll
the
get the
power.
Pokemon. Oh.
Then you get the bitches or whatever the fuck. I don't think he says bitches. I think he says the women.
Then you get the Mewtwo.
Then you get the Mewtwo, bro. Yo,
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo was that fucking guy. I almost said the N word.
It's pink, right?
He was that guy. He's purple. You should watch the movie Mewtwo Strikes Back. It's very good, actually.
Think I should.
And it's like it's got some heavy hitters for
movies.
it's got like it's only like an hour and change. It's like a 90s movie. It's not a fucking Avengers where it's 4 hours long. You got to go fucking do your taxes in between.
I hear Thunderbolts
You can watch
is good,
this.
by the way.
Yo, I heard it's good. My wife
People
wants to
are
go watch
getting
it.
hype on it. I might
My
have to
brother-in-law went
purchase
to watch it
a
yesterday.
ticket.
Yo, I tried to look for it now.
Oh, you
to
gotta
see
wait
what tickets were like,
probably
but
a little bit.
I want to find the Minecraft
Before you
movie.
get
It's a
the
little harder
tickets.
for me.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, buying movies should be.
I like movies. They're good to buy.
Yeah, TV shows too. You know what? Did you see the
You
White
gotta show me
Lotus?
where you buy your. No, I don't care about that.
It's that
dude.
same
I'm
one.
watching
Oh, it's a good
Invincible.
show, bro.
Dude, I watch the
It's the
same
same-
shows over and over
same
again,
one I
bro.
told
That's
you.
what I do. I find the
Just
things that I like,
Pokemon
and then I literally do
Vince
them over and over again. It's just Attack on
It's an
Titan,
obsessive,
Invincible. I just watched Invincible fucking 4
You
weeks
did,
ago.
and
I'm
you are
watching
doing
it
the
again right
But
now.
I'll give you the fact that you're bringing your wife into it though. That's a good excuse at least. to
My
bring
wife
an argument
is
to bring
like
to the table.
my wife is like laughing at stuff in the show. You know, she's like, I catch her like looking up, like she's on her computer. My wife does photography, and so like she's editing photos, you know, for some fucking family from New York or whatever.
That's cool.
and she's actually very good at it. Ghost between
yeah,
you and
that's
me.
fucking that's dope, bro.
I make jokes and I don't, I do what I do. I always kind of downplay everybody in my life, because I'm fat. But but she's actually very good at it. But she's like
Big
doing the
back.
thing, and then a big, dude's
you
big,
gotta say big
it's-
back now. That's the new slang term.
big back. I love the finger. Big back is crazy.
My daughter told me.
I
that.
do feel like
horrible.
Dank Demos.
Oh,
Oh, whatever
God,
her
yeah.
name is. I do need a fucking sectional
You're not near Dank
for my
the
office,
boss.
dude.
Don't do Ozempic. Whatever you do.
No, I won't, dude.
All
I
right.
got news for you. I could never. I'm a straight man. I might as well be the dancing duck in my fucking Pokemon game, dude. If I'm gonna do Ozempic,
The
you kidding
ballerina
me?
duck. That's you.
The
bro. If you do
ballerina
Ozempic.
fucking conga. So then I catch her looking up, dude. I catch her doing the thing, and then she'll look up and be like, "Yo, what the fuck's Omni Man saying to Damien Darkblood right now, bro?" I'm like, "I got you. I got you hooked into it."
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like, what was her initial reaction? Recreate or at least explain
Here's the problem.
after seeing the first episode with the little twist there.
Here's the
as we
problem.
know.
She's watched me watch the show before,
So
she
kinda
knew that was coming.
that-
but she doesn't know Ghost.
Okay.
She doesn't know why he did it.
Okay.
So
okay.
that's where
Well,
I think I'm gonna hook her.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
'cause
already
we
hooked,
know for a while.
But
yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
where I think I'm
Alright.
sorry, I hit my mic. I think that's where I'm gonna get her, is that she doesn't know
there's
why
good mysteries for sure.
it happened yet.
It'll get her
And the
hooked.
build up. The show does such a great job of doing the build up. We're on the episode right now where Mark helps Titan try to get out of Machine Head's grasp, and and I like that episode because that's where Battle Beast gets introduced.
Oh,
Not
God.
really like very loosely introduced, but like that's where you see Mark take
He
his
comes-
first like
yeah.
fat L. And then the last scene where Omni Man's floating above, and it's just I want her to be able to see Omni Man's unhinging,
Yeah.
and that fight I know is gonna be crazy, and
Oh,
I know
fuck
that's
yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
like
she's
have
gonna
her
have a
like,
good time
yo,
with
what
this.
happens?
Is she okay with the violence? Like how she view all that? She doesn't
She
care.
doesn't care.
All right.
She doesn't care. I honestly don't know, Ghost. I honestly don't know why she thought Attack on Titan was quote unquote disgusting.
The
The
violence.
first episode, all she watched of
gore
Attack on
or
Titan.
what?
I don't know if it's the Titans that maybe creep her out, or if it is just like that this kid lost his mom in such a violent and aggressive way.
It's some sad shit.
Uh,
yeah, it's
but-
rough, I guess.
Dude, if she gave it a chance,
It might have been
Here's
a
the
time of
thing.
the month.
I've
too,
watched-
right? So she might have been.
I've watched shows with this fucking broad. I know. No, it wasn't the time of the month. I don't think I think it's the time of the month now, and she's into Invincible.
Okay.
Uh,
Maybe that's when you
the
got.
thing is,
show her this shit.
maybe that's what I gotta get her. That's the
Yeah.
problem. I want to get her back into Death Note too. We started Death Note. She said it was all right, and I know Death Note picks up pretty heavily. Dude, the fucking episode of Death Note. We're all over the place. The episode. I'm hammered. The episode of Death Note where that fucking Kibuki guy or whatever Kibutsuji, whatever the fuck his name is, the fucking corporate guy gets the book.
Oh, okay.
And he's like headed back and forth between his apartment and the fucking studio and then back to the office, and then he goes to the fucking whatever, and they catch him on the bridge. That was the crazy. I was like full pucker that entire like 2 episodes. Because it was just crazy to me the first time I watched it. It was insane.
It's wild.
The story, the build up, the fucking whatever, and then this guy touches the book and you see all his memory come back, and he's trying to do everything, and he's got the whole time he had a little piece of the fucking notebook hidden in his watch, and he pricks himself and fucking writes on it so he can get the notebook back
Yeah, that was crazy.
and regain all his memory, even though it's so fucking wild. My wife would love that show, and she's being a fucking baby about the anime shit, dude. She just doesn't like the animation.
I get it.
She
though.
doesn't
I
like
get
the
it.
Japanese style.
I get it.
No,
She's
you
like
can't
City.
get it, Ghost.
She's
You like
anti-weed.
Attack on Titan. You like Attack on Titan. City likes
No, I
Attack on
like
Titan too. Fuck City.
Yeah. Oh, we love you, City.
I do
There
love
are,
City.
there are
Attack,
some, there
though,
are
it
some
reaches a
tropes in
different
the
level.
Japanese ones that I hate.
Listen,
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
here's
those
the
certain
deal.
little things. It's like, God, why
Yeah,
do you gotta do that?
Like one
I-
thing that bothers me is
I hate
the
the
high
tears.
school kid fucking saving the world. Like it seems
oh,
to
like
be
the tropes
like
you mean,
a,
then too, yeah.
a
Oh, you're
very
trying to put me on Dan
common
to that,
thing,
dude.
Yeah. Well,
They're just trying to
yeah.
hype
then
up their
well,
audience.
I also
That's the
told you it
audience.
was like
Well.
definitely a wild, like kind of stupid,
there.
goofy. Yeah.
I tried. I
Death Note
tried
was kind of
last
like
night.
that, right? He's like in school and he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking
Yeah,
saving
no,
the
it
world too."
happens
You know, I'm
an
just like,
awful
"Oh, in
lot,
between
yeah.
classes, you fucking loser!" Like, shut up.
Actually,
like,
it's after class, sir.
yeah.
And he did become the devil, by the way. He did become the devil. I tried to watch Dan to Dan last night, and I couldn't get past episode 1. It's a little
Yeah.
too
It's wild, dude. It's definitely wild.
Japanese-y
Yeah.
for me.
To me, it was just like kind of like stupid and crazy, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'll probably go back, to be honest. I'm playing Pokemon like a fucking animal, dude. Who the fuck am I to
There's no
judge
room for nothing else.
these cartoons?
Yeah.
You know what the real problem is?
Play
You know what the real
Pokemon and draw
problem
the
is?
line at
Life is
Dandadan. Like, come on,
Pokemon.
dude.
You know what the real problem is? I'll come out on the podcast to say the real problem is that my wife was still awake, so I didn't want to be like super gay
Like,
in the
geeking
house.
out like a
That might be
motherfucker.
one you want to watch in
Uh,
private 90
So then
on
I
the
turned
highway,
on
dude.
I turned on Afro Samurai, and I'm like, no, I'm hip, dude. Don't worry, don't let
Yeah.
the Pokemon fool you, dude. I'm hip.
Look, this guy, he's smoking a blunt, listening to hip hop. This is cool,
Yeah,
right,
no,
babe?
it's so
Like,
funny. It's
Oh,
Sam. It's Nick
shit.
Fury, honey.
RZA.
Don't worry, it's good.
That was the gateway
Yeah.
drug for me, dude. It was cool enough where I was like, okay, I think I could do this. I think I could do this shit.
Yeah, dude. Yo, I'm still telling you,
For
Knight.
sure.
Knight, I know. Listen, Knight. Let's stop right. Hold on. Let me take a sip of this fucking brewski for a sec.
People were drawing. I know where you're going with this. People were drawing comparisons of the Paintress to the female Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Knight, you gotta watch Attack on Titan, dude.
I can see it.
Knight, I love you to death, dude.
Yeah. I actually
love
tried
you
to
to
sell I tried to sell my sister on some anime this week, and she kind of looked
What'd
at
you
me
try to
crazy.
sell her on?
I told her about Death Note, and then I told her about some of the Studio Ghibli ones that I liked, like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving
She's
Castle.
not on the anime, huh? Chicks
No,
aren't on the
not at
anime, by
all.
the way.
Not at all. Neither
Chicks
is
aren't
her.
into the
Tougher, I
anime.
think.
Neither is her husband. But I told her, I was just like, honestly, it's been kind of like a new like an open door for me, where it's just like a whole new world of media that I kind of feel like I missed. And I told her, I was like, I'm really picky and selective about it. So I was like, you're gonna have to sift through a lot of crap. So I gave her a list, and it was Death Note, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle was the 3 I told her to start with. I told her the concept of Death Note. She was like, that actually sounds kind of cool. And I was like, it was pretty fucking dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knight, you gotta watch Attack on Titan, Knight. It's
Yeah,
so
okay,
fucking
okay.
good, dude.
Yeah, recommend. No, here's what you do. Recommend that to your sister, and then she'll hype you up to actually watch it, maybe. Because we aren't doing very good.
If she finds
We're
out that I didn't
trying.
watch
No,
it
I'm
before
not
the
doing
recommendation, she'll be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I don't know.
I'm like,
She's like, what are you doing, bro?
You're the guinea pig, all right? Like,
Uh,
yeah.
Yo, Knight. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Attack. I'm gonna explain why.
It's a good story
love
and
it.
character development,
I'm-
which you just expressed.
It is such
It's
a-
really good story.
Here's the thing too, is that like my wife didn't give it a shot, and it pisses me off that my wife didn't get. Look at this little pig behind me. What a fucking idiot. Sorry, my wife didn't give it a real shot. And it pisses me
wrote it
off
off
that she
before.
didn't, because, bro, even from the first episode, I mean, Ghost, you were hooked episode 1, and you were
Yeah, I love
anti-anime.
the-
Go, dude. By the way, how
it was
many
one of my.
years did
This
I
is one of my
fucking-
early animes for sure. Yeah.
I spent, and I wouldn't say years. It was months.
There was
I
something
spent
before this
months
one though.
trying
I
to
think.
convince. I think I tried to get you on Demon Slayer, and you were like, "Shut up."
Well,
faggot."
that was like the very first, and I couldn't do it because I downloaded.
You were,
I purchased the wrong file, and it was just a movie or whatever. It was just them on a train, and I knew nothing about any of the
The Mugen
characters. And
train,
they already
dude.
were established and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is this all about? I don't know.
Knight, I'll watch Arcane. You watch the first 5
Yeah,
episodes.
you haven't watched
of
any
Attack
of my
on Titan, dude.
recommendations. Actually, now that we're fucking talking about it, you haven't
Yeah,
finished
where's
Castlevania. You
where's
haven't
that
finished
Kyle
I
Castlevania?
didn't finish
List.
Castlevania because it fell off, but I did watch it.
It did not
I
fall
watched
off. It gets
the first
better.
Season.
The
I
first
watched
season's
the first
4
season.
episodes.
It was an hour long, I thought. No,
It's
They're
4
an hour
episodes.
long.
They're like 20 minutes.
All right, maybe you're right. Actually,
Yeah.
all right. Hold on. Let's make a deal here.
Yeah.
Episode 100.
I'm
We
not
gotta
saying,
figure out-
I'm not saying
100
you have to watch
episode
the
deal.
I'm not saying you have to watch the second series, Nocturne, because that's like a completely separate like storyline. But the original, I think it's 4 seasons total of Castlevania. Like, dude, there's a villain in the end. Like, she's still one of my favorite villains in all of the anime I've watched. Her name is Carmilla, and she is a fucking gangster, dude. And it's just like
I
didn't
like
think
Carmilla.
you
She
seen
runs the whole
Carmilla?
thing. Yeah,
She's
she's,
like-
like
she's
the
like
fucking boss.
the
She's got like a
white-haired
bunch
chick?
of people. Yeah, she's
Oh,
hot,
shit.
by the way.
Yeah, she's fucking hot. She wears
She's
a red
hot.
dress with the slit up the front, and I was just like,
Yo,
Is
she's
she-
got her
Look
pussy
this up.
hanging out,
Is
dude. Her
she
vampire pussy. You
murdered?
see her teeth, like that movie.
I mean, did you get far enough to see like the battle with her and like the
No,
the
I
main
haven't seen
people?
that
Okay,
battle. I
'cause
think I
that-
got like 4 or 3 episodes into
wild.
the thing. I know that she's a fucking hard bitch.
I think that's my favorite fight scene in all animation I've seen. Is like her going off in that battle. Yeah, but yeah. So I've recommended Castlevania. I've recommended Arcane. And
It's not anime though, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, but
Knight,
it's still
here's the deal.
it's still good.
Knight, we're gonna do this.
I mean, Invincible isn't
All right.
anime either, and I watched that. I watched that.
Prick
I
your
watched
fingers
Death
If you
and
were
Note.
sign
watching
it
that
on
already, hold
paper.
on a
Check
minute.
this
I
out.
didn't gotta get
Wait,
you.
check this out. I've watched Death Note.
I love this, by the way.
I watched Death Note. I watched Vinland Saga twice, and
Fair.
I've watched
Ah, he's got-
Invincible all the way through. So yeah, dude.
Hold
Yeah,
on. Knight,
for
Knight,
some
can you hold
reason-
on for a second?
I'm the
Ghost,
only
what
person
do I
on
do
this.
here?
I'm the only
Ghost,
person
what
on
the
this
fuck?
two-way street, dude. Why am I the
Mike,
only
hold
person
on.
driving on the two-way street?
Knight, can you hold on a second, dude? I'm sorry. Real quick, let me cut you off for a second.
I'm looking at
Ghost,
Tax
what-
sleeping in his truck at 11 p.m. fucking off
Ghost,
of
what do I do?
IPAs and whiskey, and I'm over here
I don't
running
know,
laps
bro.
around this fool, dude.
Ghost, what do I do? He's making very valid
Yeah.
points. What do I do?
No, but
Ghost,
I
he's
gotta
got
say
very valid points.
your recommendations have been fucking great,
Unplug the
and
computer.
and I also told you my reason about holding off on Attack on Titan was because I hear it's the GOAT. And I'm like kind of scared to like peak, if that makes sense, you know, because like I am enjoying
Fair.
checking out different animes, and you know, I've gone
Taste
off on my own
testing.
path too, and watched some animes that you haven't watched, and that I haven't even like fucking recommended or like talked about really, but you know, I don't know, like I will watch it, but it's like
The rabbit.
like I was telling you on my FYP, everybody says the fucking best one is Attack on Titan, so I'm kind of like, man, do I want to watch the best one and then like kind of be
And
kind
then
of
be
bummed
disappointed
about
by the
future
rest?
ones? Yeah,
It's a good
but I don't know.
I'll
philosophy.
say
I get the
I
philosophy.
understand the philosophy. I want you to know that you've totally made me feel like a piece of shit, and I will watch.
Good.
I will come back on Friday and I've watched
Good.
Castlevania, Arcane.
You'll be
and
playing
fucking-
Expedition. You.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. You've
No.
completely made me feel like a garbage person.
You also
Uh,
got a fucking family too, so I understand, and that's why I don't push
It's-
too hard, you know.
It's
Yeah, I ain't
but I got
promising to
enough
watch
time.
none of this shit.
Ghost is barely alive right now. He's
Oh, I
fucking
ain't doing
high,
that.
and
What are we talking about?
uh,
You guys hear about
by the way, that's a great.
GT.
What are we talking about? Not to take too much of a tangent, but I will. Is a staple line in Chicken Little. My kids are really into Chicken Little right now, and
Oh
every time he
my,
wants
that's
to
your
get out of a
goat movie.
situation, he just goes, "What are we talking about?" And it's a great line in my house right now. It really kills at the dinner
What are
table.
we talking about?
He used to go, "What are we talking about?"
I get it. I get it. Yeah. Now it's the
I will
family inside
watch
joke.
these shows. You made me feel bad. You suck, dude. You suck so
Just
bad.
watch
You made me
Chicken
feel
Little,
bad. You
man.
were 100.
Take your time. Take your time. I've only been waiting a couple years. It's all good.
Such good points. That's crazy. You're,
It was
you're
not
doing
2 years. It was
You're
only a
doing it
year and
even
like
more.
8-9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a year. And,
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
Really,
For
when you
whatever
started
we
watching
figured out.
anime, was like a year and a half, to be honest. So I will say you haven't been waiting that long. It's only been 18 months. It's only
Yeah.
a blue
Well,
chip at fucking
I've watched
Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever.
I watched Afro on release, and so I've had that under my belt before I even met you. So because I watched that on
always
I had that I watched that on FX
Is that-
originally because that was where it came out on.
I don't know if that's considered
Afro
like, true
always,
anime, is it?
That's
What's that?
crazy. You got to
It's kinda
stop. That is
Western,
true
right?
anime. It's got Japanese
It is.
producers.
It's
No,
just,
dude.
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
like
I mean, it has a different kind of
Got
feel
Japanese
to
producers.
sure,
for
like,
sure.
like the voice acting cast is meant to be American. You know, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got Lucy Liu.
though. Yeah, and the vibe,
like, all
is
that shit,
A little
yeah.
more.
No, I'm gonna
Western
hold on now. I am gonna push
nuance,
back on
sort
that.
of.
There are hella like Japanese
Quentin
people
Tarantino
behind
is-
this show. I think maybe
Sure,
like
sure,
it
sure,
was
sure.
made for Americanized thing, but it does have a crazy Japanese influence in the way that it's
100%. It's-
animated, the way that the story is
I
presented.
can't
even.
recall though.
It's
but
like a
do they-
sci-fi feudal Japan too, which is
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
sick. Yeah, it's like sci-fi
Yo, can
plus
I tell you
feudal
something?
Japan.
The fight between 1 and 2 at the beginning. I know we've talked about how dope
Justice.
that fight is, but
Yeah,
just
Ron
watching
Perlman.
watching
Oh.
it again is just so good, bro. It's so
brutal.
good. His fucking dad going, "Don't avenge me,"
Yeah.
you know, and he's like gonna do it anyway. It's such a good show.
And like
It's such
my
a good
favorite characters from the movie, because they did they had the short season and then they did a 2-hour movie after. It's called Afro Samurai Resurrection, and they have this dude in there who is who's the number 2, and his name is no, he's the number 1 because like Afro's trying to climb back up, and his name is Shichigoro, and he's like actually like a good dude. So like, but Afro's on his path of revenge, and it's crazy because Afro, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but Afro like
I
doesn't
haven't
really
seen the
want to.
movie.
Yeah, Afro doesn't really want to fight him because he fucking likes him, but he's like, you know what, dude, I'm sorry.
I gotta get it.
It's
You're a
business,
speed bump in my
man.
fucking you're
business.
speed bump in my path. And like that battle was like, holy shit. And it's kind of like a reverse role too, because that guy Shichigoro, he has a kid, he has an adopted kid that he took care of that travels with him. And so like kind of Afro kind of returns the fucking favor of his childhood to this like kid. It's like, holy
cycle
shit,
continues.
dude.
Yeah,
Like
man,
it's
shit
a
is
cycle, yeah.
Shit is dope.
It's almost like Kill Bill, you know, when
It's,
she kills Vernita Green or what do they call her, the Viper or something like that, and like the the little
In
girl
the,
comes home from school
Oh
and
yeah,
her
the,
mom
yeah,
her mom's fucking dead in the living
forget
room,
what
and she's
snake she
like,
was.
"What the fuck?" Yeah,
the cereal box shit, all that. Yeah, that shit was wild.
the cereal box.
Exactly. And she's like, I'm gonna come back and get my revenge.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's a good fucking story. There's no doubt about it. Well crafted. But that didn't have like all the little anime, at least weeb type of tropes in it, did it? Like the weird
Not
close
even
up,
a little
like,
bit,
like
dude.
not a little. It was the animation I feel was so different. I wouldn't. That's why I'm
Plus the
still
Wu Tang
on
soundtrack.
the-
Fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. It was
Wu Tang
Yeah.
soundtrack
different,
was
I think.
crazy.
I don't know if you listen to the actual soundtrack, Ghost, but it's fucking
Nah,
good.
not deep like that.
Yeah,
Just
you can
from
just
the
look it up.
show.
It's
Go on
like
the
on
OST.
Spotify. Yeah, you just like the Afro Samurai soundtrack, and it's all like it's made for the show, so it's not
Right.
like just Wu Tang songs smashed together. It's like they made songs for the fucking show. Like it's fucking good, dude.
Oh, I'll have to dip into
That's
that.
one thing, bro. Like honestly, I think that and I'm not even like a big music head like you guys, but I think that music really does set a tone for any piece of entertainment. Like
Oh, bro.
the Thor movies didn't start hitting until Ragnarok, where at the beginning of the movie they play the fucking immigrant song
Yeah, that shit was
while
hot.
Thor's having that fight scene. I actually played that fight scene
That's
for my kids.
That's every Quentin
If my wife,
Tarantino
honey,
movie,
if you're
bro, I'm
listening,
telling
I
you.
didn't do this. This is a lie. But I did have my kids watch the fight scene today with Thor and that fucking guy with the immigrant song because I was listening to the immigrant song while I
Oh,
was
that's
cleaning
alright.
the doing the dishes or whatever. And they were like, "Yo, where's that song from?" And I was like, "You want to see?" And I was just like trying to find something they could relate to, and they're really into the Avengers right now. So I was like, "Well, watch it."
Perfect. Fuck yeah, no, that's
Um,
perfect.
Nice.
So, what's it called? The music really makes it like Vinland Saga, bro. Bro, the soundtrack, the opening credit scenes or whatever. Yeah, fuck all that. I hate anime opening credit
Oh
songs.
god.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. They're
I'm
usually
not into the
terrible,
anime
dude.
rock.
Yes, they're usually so bad.
I'm not into that edgy like alter. It's like Blink 182 if they ate sushi. I'm not into it. It's not me.
You know what I oddly
It's-
liked was the intro song to Dan Dan. It's like
that
it got stuck
slaps.
in my head, dude. For some reason, it's
Slaps.
like yeah.
I was singing it last night, even though I
It's
didn't
kind of
like the
goofy
show.
too.
Even though I didn't like the show, I was
Yeah,
singing it.
they show like the
last night.
aliens fucking dancing. They're like busting a move to the yeah.
Yeah, fuck with it. But like Vinland Saga, I didn't like any of the intros, or the credits. But for some reason, dude, like just all the little like they play the pianos at the right time, the strings at the right time, the intense music at the right time. You know, Afro Samurai, the fucking RZA songs right at they hit
Yeah.
right where they're supposed to hit. You know what I mean? Like
And
even
RZA plays a
Invincible.
character in the movie too.
Does he really? That's very
Yeah,
good. I have to watch
yeah.
the movie. I haven't watched the movie. Invincible even does a great job, and my wife was like humming along to a couple of songs because they do a great job. Invincible's like the American side where they pick like pop hits, but
Yeah.
they know when to plug them in to like add to the situation and then like make you want to feel like humming it in that, and then connecting you to the situation and connecting you to the scene and whatever. The music really makes or breaks, or lack thereof, should I say, because the scene where Omni-Man is fucking up the Guardians, and the fact
And
that
it's
there's
just
no
silent.
music at all, it's just silent. You're just
Just your
listening to the
brain
beatings.
creepy.
squishing, fucking
artistic choice.
skulls
Like-
crushing.
Yeah.
Music and lack thereof really make a show, and I think that's what anime does so well. Is like the Japanese really have figured out how to put music in a show to affect your mind and how you fucking whatever. This is just me hammered talking, by the way, but it makes sense in my head what I'm saying. It sets
Nah,
a
I
tone.
feel you.
No,
Yeah,
you're
music is
absolutely
important to
right.
me.
Yeah. Like I was saying, every Quentin Tarantino movie, I think, uses music to such a perfect level, and it's just a perfect song selection. There's those certain movies and directors and stuff that can pull that off, and it adds everything. Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I think every single one of those,
Guardians
like
is great.
Guardians
Yeah.
of the
how
Galaxy
music
fucking
is used,
bangers,
is just amazing.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
I like when they revisited to in what was
In
it,
Endgame?
Endgame,
And
and they showed him
yeah.
dancing without the music and like
And you
fucking
just
War Machine's
knew,
like, are you
oh,
fucking
it's the
kidding me? This is the guy we're looking for. Like a dork, dude.
Oh shit! It was great.
Yo,
So
Cliff
fuck
is
yeah,
saying, wait
music,
till I get
bro.
on Pink Floyd. I've been a Pink Floyd guy forever, dude.
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
Tax
Yeah,
more
Yo,
of a
tell
Pink
him
Floyd guy than I am.
I've been a
Yeah,
Pink
Cliff.
Floyd
That's
guy
one thing
forever.
that
My
shocked
dad.
me. He's the biggest.
I'll
Pink
tell you right
Floyd fan.
now, it's crazy because you know, like I've had such a shaky relationship with my biological father, but the one thing I do remember, and it's crazy the life circle. Not to get gay on the program, but I'm about to suck a penis
Why are
here. Here
you
we
gay?
go. No. Thank you. There's a plethora of reasons, but here's the reason.
Oh, wait till he
the-
starts talking about them is what he meant. Like
Oh,
he,
here we
you would
go.
go off on another tangent. Here you are. Here
Here
you
we
are.
are. We're on it.
He
He
said,
started.
"Hold up,
You
everybody,
started.
listen."
You should
Yeah.
shut your whore mouth, Cliff. You fucking Irish bastard, dude. So like my dad used to play, like my parents were divorced. I would go with my dad on the weekends, and he would play the song that's in between the Wall song. There's a Wall Part 1 and there's a Wall Part 2. And the song in between that on the fucking album, Another Brick in the Wall is the name of the song. There's two
Oh,
songs,
yeah,
Part
okay.
1 and Part 2. In between those is The Happiest Day of Our Lives, and it's a song basically that starts with a helicopter like slowly fading in, and he would start that song, and he would act like the helicopter was on top of us. And I was like 5, dude, you know, and I'd be like, "Yo, get out of here, you stupid helicopter," you know. Dude, it's to the point where I'm doing that with my kid now. It's that full circle moment where
Fuck
like
yeah.
I do that with my kid when I want to play Pink Floyd in the car, and
wild
my kid's
moment,
like,
yeah.
"Yo, get out of here, helicopter," and I go, "Holy shit, dude."
Takes you right back.
And then I
bro.
want to call this guy, but
Crazy.
also I'm a bad son, so I don't call him. And then you just keep moving, you know. But Pink Floyd is great. I've been listening to Pink Floyd forever. When I went on vacation with my wife for her birthday last year to the DR, it was actually right when I started getting sober. And Knight, I accommodate you 100% for having such a decent time with like going clean and not having like a huge issue about it. It was a real issue for me to get clean.
Yeah. Well, I
like,
also
I
had a
was having-
scare that kind of like scared me straight a little bit.
It kind of scared you straight, yeah, for sure. I was kind of just like I was having like withdrawals, you know, a
Yeah.
little bit, and I've never talked about this, but it's fine. I was
think you
having like
might have.
withdrawals on this motherfucking thing, and like I would wake up in the middle of the night freaking out. You know, I'm not the dreams separate wise. I would just wake up feeling nauseous and doing the whole thing, and I was having like super bad cravings when I was over in the DR. And the only thing I could do, like, I wasn't drinking because I was like, if you drink, you're gonna want to smoke, so fucking don't do it. I didn't have like the control yet, as I'm fucking hammered, and I was sitting there listening to Pink Floyd on the fucking beach in the Dominican Republic, just every album I had on my phone over and over and over again. The Pink Floyd has always been, for me, the
Soothing.
huge soothing, like, force in my life.
Yeah,
forever.
that's my life in music.
And
yeah.
regardless of how old I've gotten, and I've
Always
gone through my fucking, old school hip hop phase, Pink Floyd. I've gone through like my EDM phase when I was DJing in the army, Pink Floyd. Now I'm in my like little baby phase or whatever the fuck. Not really so much now. I'm more a podcast now, but I went through my little baby phase and all the fucking bullshit hip hop phase.
Oh,
Pink Floyd in the back, It's crazy. Playing blackjack in the DR. Yeah, Pink Floyd and blackjack was cool. I didn't listen to Pink Floyd while I was playing blackjack because I was so busy focusing in on blackjack, and I wanted to make sure I looked cool to all the other people when I was winning and then losing. It's not easy to look good to strangers while you're losing at blackjack, but you got to pretend, And then you just got to leave and be sad. They're laughing at you at the table. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm kind of
This
hammered,
clown.
dude. Whatever.
we all over the place.
Yo,
That's
Claire
crazy.
33 is good, huh? It's a good game.
Yeah, dude. It definitely
Is that
is.
where we're at?
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way, one thing I forgot to add is the fucking voice acting cast, dude. So the main character is Charlie Cox, who's Daredevil in the Netflix shows, and
Oh, is that
got
what
the
it
movie.
is?
Oh,
That's who's
really?
playing it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, the big bad is Andy Serkis, which is,
Oh, okay,
Gollum or
everything,
Caesar
yeah.
from Planet of the Apes. And then our girl that voice acts what is it, Devora Wild? She voice acts Lizelle. She's in it as well. She plays a character in there.
Ah,
But like, dude, their
Yo,
fucking voice
hi.
acting cast was stacked, bro. I was like, holy shit.
good casting director. Big up.
Yeah, they had some great voice acting cast. All right, I'm done with that game, dude. Don't bring it up again, or else I'll fucking go on a attack tangent, dude, and keep
We've
talking.
gone on all kinds of. I've gone
Yeah.
on all kinds of tangents today.
All
It's
right.
fair to spread them around. It's episode 100, by the way,
Yep.
in
The only
case you're just
tangent-
tuning in.
I'll go on next, and maybe it is fear of all these indie games, but I love to say that I was
Uh-oh.
right with Grand Theft Auto's delay.
Yo, that's
They
crazy.
just
Can I tell you
announced
something?
today,
So
and it's pushed back a year from now, over a year from now, May
May
26th,
26th?
2026. I knew it.
I'm gonna-
I fucking knew
I'm
it.
gonna
I've been
admit
saying it for
something.
how long? This is crazy.
I'm gonna admit
But
something
it's
right
fine.
now on the podcast. When I posted that picture, the reason that I posted the "We Outside" gif right after is because I didn't realize that it said 2026. I just saw May 26th.
Oh,
And I was like, Yo,
I wondered
you're good,
what
dude.
that
You're a
kind of
bitch,
threw me off.
dude.
Oh, you thought it was coming out this month?
I thought it was coming out like,
Like
in 2
That's
weeks.
so
20
funny,
days.
dude.
I was already canceling meetings. I was already like
He put it in
setting up my
vacation
week
time.
for that fucking it was crazy.
Oh, that would be
and then I
fucking hype.
realized after Knight said a few things, like if it would have come out this year, I was like, Knight, are you stupid? It's coming out this year, dude. And then I
Yeah.
looked and I'm like, oh no, I'm stupid.
I was like, oh, good thing it didn't come out. Fucking Claire Obscure would stomp their shit in, dude. I was so.
Maybe you're
Yeah.
not, I was like,
Yeah.
hold on a minute, dude. That's why I put no, this
Yo,
shit's
what
gonna win
this
all the
idiot?
awows,
Yeah.
dude. Because I thought it was coming out
Ah,
this year.
now that
Nope.
conversation
I'm an
takes a
idiot.
different turn. I gotta reread it now. That's
I'm
hilarious.
so dumb, dude. I'm so dyslexic.
I wish
Some lady at
you
her
were
job
right.
announced her fucking baby being born, and she's like, "Yo, I named it Orny fucking Johnson or whatever." And I was like, "Yo, imagine holding a baby in your belly for 9 months and you name him Orny, bro." She named him Orion. I can't read. I'm fucking dumb, dude.
Already.
So funny. You were so
Oh, it's
confident. You
coming
told
out.
Ghost to suck your pud.
I was like, "Suck my bud, Ghost,"
And he was so wrong.
and I was dead wrong.
Oh
dude.
my god.
I can't
bro.
believe they held this game back another year. It pisses me off, to be honest.
It's crazy. That's 12
If I
over
would've-
12 and a
if
half
I-
years now. It will be.
Yeah, but they did release. And to Knight's point, they did release a fantastic game in between that. You are sleeping on Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
The fact
No,
that you're
that's-
ignoring Red Dead 2 is crazy.
Oh, I'm not ignoring it. It's just on the back burner with every other must-play game. It's just what
So
I have
you
to
should
do.
count. To be
I'll
honest
get
with
to
you, in their
whatever.
defense,
I
I will
mean,
say you
2018.
should only count. You should only count from 2018 to now, which is 7
Still,
years, which
yeah,
is
7
not.
years.
It's still long, but it's not
still
12
crazy.
years, bro.
Is it
Yeah.
all? It's
Yeah,
not
but it's
all the
not
same
12,
development
bitch.
team. They were still developing, apparently.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure some of the
Six the
team
whole
is
time.
shared.
No,
No,
I doubt it. Do you know how intricate? Do you know how intricate Red Dead 2 is? Do you know how much of an upgrade Red Dead 2 is from GTA 5 as far as little things like
Just the character
like
interactions,
minor
walking around and
details
shit.
from
Those are the
character
things that
interactions?
make it.
they had
That's
to
why I
have
feel
all
bad for
hands
it.
on deck Red Dead 2, bro.
That's
You know what I
it
mean?
Could be. It's true. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So let's assume they had everybody on there. It's 7 years. Yeah, that's fine, but it's gonna be the greatest game to come out since then, bro. You know what I mean? I love you guys
Yeah,
to
it's gonna
death.
be another
Everybody,
banger, dude.
everybody
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
Discord saying it's gonna be DOA or that they fucking whatever. You
Yeah,
guys
no,
are
I'm
faggots.
not with
It's
that at
gonna
all.
be
This is gonna be
fucking
great,
dude.
Look, the track record is.
It's gonna be a
impeccable, for fuck's sake.
revolutionary game.
They know what they're
Revolutionary.
doing.
I-
They know what they're
I-
doing.
Like my point today was only like I think Claire Obscure would beat it just because it's new and unique. That's like the only
listen,
reason I
that's fine.
think. Because like I think like critics and stuff would like vote in a way to be like, yeah, well we've played fucking Grand Theft Auto our whole lives. Like how innovative is it gonna be compared to the last one? And I think they would still give it to like Claire Obscure, but that wasn't me saying that I think Grand Theft Auto is going to be trash. I don't believe that whatsoever. That's why I posted that gift to Crafty today, where I was like, "You cannot rage bait me," because he was like dead on arrival. I was like, "You're
Oh
fucking out
yeah,
of your
Crafty's
mind,
cooked,
dude!"
dude.
Like, yeah. I was like, "No way." I'm not saying it's going to be awful, but I do think Clair Obscura has like an edge just because it was fucking unique and new, and like that was really my point. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6, like 100%. I think the trailer looked fucking sick, and some people say it looks uh mid or terrible or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know if I agree
No.
with that, like, but
Yeah, the
like
crazy
it's not like
detail, just
the
graphics
the
wise,
excitement
seems
isn't
great.
as
The leaked shit
isn't
was
like
dope too.
yeah, the excitement level of GTA 6 wasn't my excitement level that I experienced for like San Andreas, because I was like fucking hyped for
Well, that
San
was a
Andreas,
whole other, yeah, that
Yeah,
was a whole
you know what I
thing.
mean? So like for me, this is what, my 7th Grand Theft Auto, because I played the Chinatown one on the, what is that, the PSP. Um I don't know if you played the
I think
handheld
Chinatown
one.
was NS
Those,
or DS. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
was it on Nintendo?
Chinatown one, but yeah, the PSP ones were
Yeah,
the like Liberty
you could be right. Yeah.
Stories and Vice Stories.
Yeah. Because I played. I think I only played the Chinatown one, and I forget what. I knew it was handheld, but I forget what system
Yeah.
exactly it was on.
And I think that came out like the same day San Andreas came out too. There was a whole big thing. It was weird.
Yeah.
They like did this sneak drop with the Game Boy game too. It was crazy. And then Chinatown. Something. I don't know. It was dope. But
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a crazy fucking
I'm
game
upset,
when it
but
comes out. I am upset.
I'm
I would have
but
lost
I
money
knew
on
it. I was
Kalshi.
prepared.
I was betting on it. You
I
were
knew
right.
you
I want to
were.
apologize. Let me start my
You
three-part
It's
sell-
just
you
apology by
the
sell
saying
all-
silence.
sell all
Look,
your
the
children's
silence
furniture?
was deafening, bro. You could tell
I
they,
did sell.
for them not to have a trailer out at this point. It was just like this is definitely not happening.
Yeah.
Not only did I sell my children's furniture, I actually had to sell my youngest son. Just because
At least you didn't. At
he's
least
been
you had the
behaving.
least amount of time with him, so that's fine.
He well, honestly, it just came down to he was behaving the worst lately, and I
Oh,
was
okay.
like, yo, how easy of a parenting job, I can either focus all my energy on putting this guy on the right path, or I could just focus on the kid that's already kind of doing all right. And I was like, let me take the latter. I got Pokemon to catch. You know what I mean? So we'll figure that out. And I just gave away my second son, and it's fine. It is what it is. Kalshi came hard, by the way. It was like they came with a Dagestani and a gorilla, which was
Damn,
not
dude. Yeah. Good
expected.
luck.
I was like, yo, just take the kid, take the furniture, they took like the Marvel posters he's got in his room and all kinds of shit. I lost the bet. I'll say that. I've thoroughly lost the bet. I am nothing but if not a man that can admit when he's wrong. And I was wrong.
So we
I can't
appreciate
believe it, but I was dead fucking wrong.
Well, good
And
news going
it
in the
sucks.
opposite direction was Borderlands 4 moved their date up 2 weeks.
Really? So when?
Oh, let's go.
I
Yeah, when
posted
is-
it in the shooter thing. They had
I
the
just saw the
state of
video.
I
play,
didn't see
and
it.
they showed gameplay footage. But
Oh, I
mean,
didn't watch that yet.
the gameplay footage they put, it's like level 1 shit, so it's not like really showing the fucking Borderlands experience that we would
that whirlwind
enjoy.
feeling.
Yeah, it was like super slow and stuff. But yeah, they moved it up 2 weeks, so that's dope. Like, how many video games go? Actually, we're gonna release it fucking earlier, So that's fucking sick. I can't wait for Borderlands 4.
I think it's gonna be a good fucking time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you.
It's a blast and a half. September 12th. September 12th. Just to put the date
Yep.
out there. So not too crazy far off.
No, we still got some. There's still a few games I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah, this
We got
is
the
a
Borderlands
wild
4.
year. Like I said, I
Yeah.
think that maybe that's why that could be partial reason why Grand Theft Auto pushed
That
their
why they
shit back.
push?
Seriously, they see all these
Yeah.
amazing games coming out. Like, let's give these games time to chill with everybody, and then
Shine.
we'll drop the bomb next year.
Yeah.
The
And
big
early,
boy.
sort of next. I mean, sort of.
The
early,
fat man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Q2, I guess.
Yeah. But yes, I don't know. Gives you a lot of time to simmer on it.
A whole year is crazy, by the way. It is crazy. I will have to buy
And
a
that means
PS5 by
PC
then.
is you don't have you have a PS5?
Well, I have to buy a Pro. I'm sorry, I meant Pro.
Oh,
Damn, see, that's what I'm regretting now. I should have waited and just waited because the Pro will probably go down in price.
I got news for you. It'll be a whole year. Facebook Marketplace, bro.
Yeah.
Do what Wanda had done and just start door to door walking up to people with your PS5 in your hand. What his mailman did. Wanda got a PS5 from his mailman, I think. So
Yeah.
just go up to everybody and go,
Wow.
"Yo, listen, here's the PS5. You want $200 or whatever, or you want it for $200?" And then you're only getting a PS5 Pro for $300-$400, dude.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Door to door.
That's the
Or
way to
their
do it.
PS
I'm gonna
salesman.
try to sell mine. Let's see what the PS5. Let's go on eBay real quick.
With the base.
see, they raised the price of the fucking Xboxes today.
Did they really?
Ooh, I think I
what,
got
dude?
The old Xboxes,
Tariffs,
they raised them
probably.
to like fucking $700 or some crazy shit like that, dude.
That's
Yeah, that's
insane.
crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yo, I could sell my console right now for fucking $320.
Oh,
That's
let's
pretty good with
go.
all the use you got out of
Plus-
it.
Plus
And you're looking at
$220
Spider-Man version, yeah?
delivery.
Buys a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah. I'm looking at
IPAs.
Spider-Man pre-owned. A lot of IPAs, by the way. Hold on, I gotta finish this one.
Speaking of PlayStation, we're looking forward to Ghost of Yotei this year too.
October.
Holy shit, dude!
Ooh, okay, big up October. Halloween. Columbus Day.
Columbus Day. What's in October? Is
I
that
think
Columbus
so.
Day also?
That's the way that popped in my head at the moment.
Some people are $450 on eBay with a $292.44 delivery fee. So that's a $700 fucking console. $750 almost. That's crazy that people are paying that for this console.
What?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll buy a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, like you said, keep an eye on deals. You got the whole year. No need to rush. It's going to be
Yeah.
at least
Oh.
May 26th if they don't delay it any further, which I'll throw out there now just to be safe.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I wanted to bring up. So I thought of like I guess we didn't really talk about it, but I thought for my idea for the controller giveaway, I wanted to
Oh,
hear
yeah.
our community's like most memorable boss battle. So come into Discord, and I want you guys to like let me know your fucking favorite boss battles and like whatever game you play. It doesn't have to be anything that I played either, but and then I'll choose from there and I'll fucking ship it off to whoever I thought had like a dope boss story from their video game past. So come into the Discord.
Let's
And
do
write
it.
something up,
Dang,
and I'll
dude.
fucking I'll go from there and figure out who gets the loot
thinking
from
now.
the boss battle drop. You know what I'm saying?
thinking now.
Yo,
bro, I want
new
that
members, new members
Oh, new members.
come in, and old members. It can't be us, dude. We can't win this.
No, it's not
I
going to
love
be
Yeah,
us.
this.
yeah.
It's not going to be us.
It can't
Yeah.
be. Ghost is just gonna make a bunch of different accounts. It's just him with a mustache, and then
No.
him with not a mustache, and then
I'll
him
have a
with like
city
a fucking
mustache
Muslim
on.
beard.
You're throwing stones in a glass house here, bud.
Oh,
Hold on a minute.
I mean,
I've never
Yeah, yeah.
tried to win a game here.
No, oh, you've tried to.
Did I try to win?
You stole a
we-
contest from me once.
Huh? Yeah, but that's the, that was forever ago, dude. That was for the
Another
greater good.
universe.
We established
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. You told
Yeah.
me you were happy that I stole that.
Yeah.
You were like, if anybody was going to steal it,
Well,
I'm
what- I
glad it
didn't
wasn't
want
that hick
I
from
didn't- I-
Alabama.
I didn't want Cockmaster 5000 wherever the fuck to win it.
Big up cock.
Yo, I hope that guy's.
yeah.
I hope that guy's alive. By the way, I don't know if he is, but I hope he is. But also,
I think
if he's not, I'm
losing,
not
I
gonna
think
lose
he's
sleep.
Yeah.
Not.
I'm not gonna like cry in bed if he's not. But also, I hope he is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Sure.
You get
I
what
think
I'm
that-
saying. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The PS5 Pro $700. Everybody needs to fork over some money. Everybody needs to fork over some money and buy yourself a PS5 Pro before this game comes out. You guys got to buy the good console.
Yup.
This game's going to come out, and it's going to be a year from now, and it's going to be good. And also, send us your boss battles. I'm fucking
Yeah.
hammered, dude.
Yeah, and
That
by the way,
last sip
it's
sent me
a
over the edge.
30th edition, 30th anniversary PS5 controller, so it's got the OG PS1 colors
it's a
on it. which-
Beautiful fucking controller.
Yeah.
30th
It's really
anniversary
Yes.
PS5 controller, free to you, the winner of this contest. All you got to do is join the Discord that you can find at lostboysociety.org. And, you know, you don't even got to come in, and I'm not asking you for a picture of your belly button or your toes or your penis or your nut hair or whatever. All you got to do is come in
Bonus
and
points,
tell us. And actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. Put it in the general channel so that everybody can read about it. It'll
Yeah, that's what I
engage,
wanna
it'll bring
see.
up some engagement. I
We'll
don't
talk
want no
about it.
DM. Don't send it to my fucking mom. Don't send it to fucking
Rob, we don't
Knight's,
read DMs.
sister.
Don't slide.
We don't read DMs because that's, let's say it together, gay.
You are.
So you put it in the general channel, just your favorite boss battle. We can discuss it. Let's create some engagement of the thing. Best boss battle, guys, chosen by Knight Prophet. We'll get the thing here to commemorate our 100th anniversary. Shout out Knight for giving this thing away.
100th
Shout out
We've been
his
doing this for
sister.
100 years.
You know, it's
100th
100th episode anniversary.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
I like that. It sounds
It's all
better
the
if we
same.
just say 100th,
100th episode
100th
anniversary.
You get the 30th
100th
anniversary.
anniversary.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. It's all fun and games until someone loses a penis. You know what I mean?
Big up
And
John
shout out
Bobbitt.
Shiny Mewtwo real quick, dude. You know,
Yeah, dude.
John Bobbitt, very important.
I'm
Shiny Mewtwo is that guy, by the way.
I'm gonna have to
What color's
take a
the shiny?
screenshot. It's a white and neon green.
It's white and like a neon green, but like his
yeah, he's a
belly,
gangster, dude.
his
'Cause
belly
he's
and his
very
pussy
pink
and his
color-wise.
tail. Yeah, you gotta look up Shiny Mewtwo for a second. Matter of
I'll
fact, let's
post a
get a
picture of
Ghost
mine. I'll
Live.
post a picture
Let's
of mine.
get Ghost
Oh, you
Live
got it
reaction
ready
on
to-
a Shiny
you got it ready
Mewtwo.
to post. Hold on. I'll try to find it too. See what happens. Quicker.
Hold on, I'm listening. I gotta take a fat
Shiny
piss though, but I am
Mewtwo,
listening. I'm
MUTU,
like,
right? MUTU.
why do you say Mewtwo? It's not a cow,
Mewtwo?
Ghost. It's Mew.
Mewtwo?
It's Mew.
How do you
by the
spell
way.
that?
It's not a
MEW?
fucking cow,
MEW.
MEW.
Like Mew, like
Like Mew number 2. Yeah, like
the
the
Rizzler.
Rizzler. Yeah. Dude. 5 big boobs for fucking Shiny Mewtwo, by the way. I
We
was
got
fucking saying
purple,
Mewtwo, dude. What a piece of shit.
Wait, there's a purple
type
one
in
and a
shiny.
green one. Which one? I did. Yeah,
the
shiny
green one, the green
Mewtwo.
one.
Green,
Mewtwo,
yeah,
the
the
green one.
green.
Okay, because I didn't like the purple.
Yeah,
one.
so that's the shiny.
There's
That
one with the
shit
white
took
and
me,
purple.
like, I had to turn off my system like 1,000 times to catch that one.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the crazy thing about
the
the legendaries is that why the legendary shinies are so special is you can only catch one of the legendary in the game. So like you can't catch a regular one and then go get a shiny after. So like you only got one chance to make it a shiny. So like that's why I reset like a fucking 1,000 times, you know, because you don't get to catch like 4 or 5 of them. You just get one. So it was like that was real lottery type shit, you know.
Wait, now is it how does that work? So is there only one shiny per like Pokemon species? You mean, or
No,
like
no. So like
what
some
do
of
you-
the more
okay, how do
common
you know?
Pokemon, you can interact and catch as many as you want, right? So like you don't necessarily have to reset on catching a normal Pokemon because you'll interact with like 30 of them throughout the game. So sometimes you might even find it naturally and then
so-
have a chance to catch it again. But the legendaries, you can only catch one in the game. And that's it. That's the one you catch. So like if you catch a regular Mewtwo, you're never going to interact with another Mewtwo in that game. So like that was why like those ones are kind of fucking special, the legendaries.
all right, I'm probably high because it's confusing me. So if you catch a Mewtwo
Yeah.
that's not a legendary first,
No,
And you
Mewtwo's
see
only
Every
a
legendary.
Mewtwo's legendary.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Go ahead. What?
Every Mewtwo's legendary.
Yep.
It's a
You can only
matter of
catch
if
one.
he's shiny or not. So like think of it like this, ready?
Oh, so you
Mewtwo
find a
is a
legendary
legendary
Pokemon. Okay, I
Pokemon.
think I need which. That's like the categories. or
Yeah.
Mewtwo is a
Okay,
legendary
so-
Pokemon. A shiny Mewtwo is like a legendary version of that Pokemon.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So like a Mewtwo is already like a
No.
1 in 100 type Pokemon. Shiny Mewtwo makes him 1 in a million. Does that make sense?
yeah. But as
Clips
far
it
as
for
getting the
fuck's sake, we're
shiny,
back on
right?
Pokemon. For
That's
fuck's
how,
sake,
that's
dude.
how it goes, bro.
Yo, weird versions, dude. Shut up.
Right, so is there only one
Shut up,
shiny per
Cliff.
game that you can get? Like, so
Oh, I got a,
No,
I got a
it's-
screenshot of him
you
saved.
can get
I'm
'em.
posting it for you.
You can get them, but it's gonna take you a lot of time that you could be trying to get Gash. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, I think that's the objective. They got you hooked.
Yo, we would
For
not be getting
sure.
it. By the way, we didn't get Gash when we were getting these shinies, dude.
This is my actual shiny Mewtwo that I posted in the green
Level-
room.
mode, beast mode. Okay.
Do you nickname your Pokemon or no?
No,
That's a very important question. Level 100 Mewtwo.
Oh, you can nickname them
100
too?
is crazy. Yeah,
So
you can nickname them.
whatever you want.
My son nicknames all his Pokemon. He insists on nicknaming his Pokemon, and he just names them fucking nonsense. You know, he was like, "Yo, name the fucking crocodile Fiery," and I was like, "All right, go ahead." And then he goes, "Name the duck Duke." And I was like, "All right, go ahead,
All right,
name
yeah,
that."
sure, why
get
not?
it.
Yeah, why
Respect, respect.
He goes, "Yo, Daddy, do you name your Pokemon?" And I was like, "Not even a little bit, dude. These things are nothing but tools to me." And he goes, "I don't think I'm gonna start nicknaming them anymore either. They are
Yeah,
tools."
you just look at
You're
your
right.
son, you're like, call me Michael Vick, bitch.
Yeah, bro. These
Yeah.
things are just fighting each other for my entertainment and my
Yeah,
money,
that's
dude. That's
pretty
it.
much it.
I'm just trying to get my bag up. That is what Pokemon is, by the way. I think it's hilarious. By the way, real
Are there
quick, we are on
Pokemon
again,
activists in the
Cliff, I'm
Pokemon
sorry.
universe?
There probably are, but fuck those people. They didn't vote
I
for
just don't
Reagan.
know if they ever
The,
tackled down the show or something.
I think it is funny that like two people have an argument. Like there is a team. So in the new Pokemon game, there's a team like Team Rocket, right? It's like these
Right.
terrorists. They in the new Pokemon game, they're called Team Star, and it's just dropouts from the fucking Pokemon college. And they're like, "Yo, we're edgy and cool, so we're setting up bases to fucking take down the man or whatever." And you go in there and you fight them. And I love that everybody just like has issues with each other, and the way that they settle it is like they make their animals fight each other instead
Right.
of just like,
it's
Yeah,
just
it's
cockfighting,
kinda-
dude.
yeah, dude.
Kinda
If
like Peter
Chicago
Pan
had
here.
Pokemon, by the way,
It's
it'd be
slavery,
crazy.
sort of.
It'd be just as crazy as it is now, but there'd be animals all over the fucking place, just throwing cars and fucking fighting each other with fire. You know
Like-
what I mean? Imagine all the gang wars in Chicago, but they're taken over by Pokemon. It's just It's just Bloods and Crips fighting with Pokemon in the streets over in California. How funny would that
That's the
be, by the
goal.
way?
That's the goal.
Essentially what it is. You're just
Yo,
gang fighting with animals,
It's
dude.
just fighting with animals.
Well, how
by the way.
sentient
Everybody's
are
solving
the
their
average
problems.
Pokemons? Like, isn't Pikachu
say
kind
they
of
It's
like
like
an
their
intelligent
name.
being?
Bro, it's like making your dog fight the neighbor's dog.
So it's like dog
And your dog's
level,
like,
sort of what they.
Yo, are
act
you cool
like?
with this? Because I'm cool with this. And you're like, yeah, well, let's do it. You know, I gotta.
Pikachu
I
is a
need this area to
detective,
do the
though.
grill.
Can you explain this? This must not be canon.
Yeah, but he's in a lawsuit right now, isn't he? Isn't Ryan Reynolds in a lawsuit right now? Or so, Ryan Reynolds doesn't look great right now in this lawsuit. By the way, him and his fucking whore wife.
Oh, the wife.
So
thing,
maybe
yeah,
he
that's a
wasn't-
whole thing.
Maybe he wasn't that good of a detective. We'll say
I enjoyed that.
I think it was a good
Detective
movie.
Pikachu.
No, I thought it was
like
a great movie. That's the
seeing-
only piece of
I like
Pokemon I've
seeing
ever
the
seen.
live
It was
action
Good.
things.
The animation of the Pokemon was sick, dude.
So
Like,
good.
I thought it was
Cool.
awesome. Yeah,
I never thought I'd see something like that in my lifetime.
but like they don't talk like that, like Pikachu did in the movie. Like,
Yeah, they
I
don't
figured it
talk.
was
They
an
just say their
exaggeration
name
a
over and
bit.
over again.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
but
They
I guess
just
they
go-
kind of explain it in the ending of Detective Pikachu of why that Pikachu was like talking.
They just go Pika Pika.
Yeah,
You know.
which is
Good
essentially
shit.
a bark.
Okay, so dog level. All right. I just want
Bark,
to,
Yeah.
bark.
which is still a
Yeah.
little rough, but yeah.
So you gonna be a Pokemon main with us now, Ghost? We sell you on this or what, dude?
This no.
Damn
Unfortunately
it!
not. I'm too far gone. It gets too deep. I
Ghost,
can't go down that
you could do
rabbit
it.
hole. No way. No.
You can do it,
possible
Ghost.
way. I gotta dip my toes in Expedition 33 and Indiana Jones. I don't have time for this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Another praise of Claire Expedition or Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is like, you guys will probably understand this, but Wanda fucking DM'd me at 2 a.m. this morning
Oh, shit.
and said, I think this is approaching, like this might pass Last of Us for me. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Because you know how much Wanda loves Last of Us. That's like, I think it's
Yeah.
his #1 game. But he literally DM'd me at 2 a.m. this morning and was like, bro, like I think this might be the one. And I was like, holy shit, dude, that's like, I'm kind of surprised that you said that. He sent an email to the fucking music team.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Send an email to the music team.
To the music team, yeah.
Did he really? Or are you kidding?
No, I swear to God, he sent me a screenshot.
I can see him doing it.
Yeah.
He sent one to the
Wanda.
music team, the developing.
Wanda, I'd like to say this
director,
on the
the-
podcast.
I mean, it made
And
me
I love
happy
you,
because I was like,
Bezos
dude,
again,
yeah.
too.
I was like, I'm feeling the same way, bro.
Sent
Like,
one to Claire.
I didn't send any emails, but fuck yeah, dude.
Wanda, I'm
That's
gonna come
funny.
in here and I'm gonna say something as a friend. You know, we've known each other for a long time. You're one of the first guys I've talked to on Discord ever. Get help. This is crazy. You can't be just
Stop it.
emailing everybody.
Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Dude, and he showed me
I'll
the email
write them a
prompt, and it was
letter.
like, the
I'm
prompt was
just
all in
asking him for
French.
50 grand for his
Yeah.
fucking bathroom.
His thing he said was, so I got a game with your soundtrack.
That's
Something
fucking great.
That's
Man,
good.
that hit him in the shower
so
one
good.
morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. Classic Wanda.
Gosh, that dude cracked
Oh,
me up. I was like,
Wanda.
bro, it's fucking 2 a.m. What are you doing? He's like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I was like, okay, I get it, dude. I fucking get it.
Crazy.
Wanda's cooked, dude.
So yeah, check it out. It's not bad.
Check it out, dude. Why not? I'm gonna play it. I promise. As soon as I capture whatever Pokemon I gotta capture.
Yeah.
To
That
finish the game.
Pokemon's going to be next month for me. So as soon as the Switch 2 drops, I'm getting it. It's probably going to be my first game on the
Damn,
Switch
that
2.
is next month. That's crazy.
Yeah, the 6th, June 6th.
That was a pretty quick.
That's when I pick up.
Drop.
Yep.
Rockstar. Thank you.
But I think fuck,
Love to see it.
I might fire up my old Switch to kind of see where I was at in Sword and Shield, see if I have any stuff I should handle before the Switch 2 comes out. Get my Pokemon Home all set up to transfer some shit.
Boom.
That will
Get
be
my
a
sh-
crazy time.
Get my shiny Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, yo, Ghost. By the way, you need to get it
Mewtwo.
together, dude. You can't be just calling him Mewtwo.
Sorry, bro.
That's crazy.
Blasphemy.
serial
dude.
killer behavior.
Blasphemy.
That is serial killer behavior.
Two grown men sticking up for Pokemon.
I'm gonna stick up for Pokemon. Why not?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I
Why
played
you
my whole
pronounce
life,
it
bro.
Mewtwo.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
actually, pushing up our glasses.
It is gay that we're doing that, but you know what? It's true.
Look, if you're
it's not
enjoying
Mewtwo.
it,
It's not a
It's
cow.
fine. It's fine. That's just the
Yo,
East Coast.
can I show you?
accent.
Here, I'll show you right now.
That's how we talk. Mewtwo.
It's
I
some
do
Mewtwo.
have
Like
I
an
do
Italian
have,
accent?
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, watch
see
out, you
that?
fucking
You see that
Mewtwo.
right there?
You've been playing the whole show, haven't you?
I haven't, but I wanted to. I did think about it.
Yeah,
a couple
right.
times.
He plays at fucking
I'm the
red
level-
lights. You think he ain't
I'm the
playing
level
now?
of drunk. I sent my brother a picture of I sent my brother a picture of me playing the Pokemon Pearl because we used to play. Obviously, you know, we have memories of it. The home screen of Pokemon Pearl. While I was literally turning, I was into a turning lane with my knees. I had the game up on the Steam Deck. I was getting into
And
a
taking
turning
a
lane with my
picture.
knees and taking a picture. And my brother was like, "You need help." That's what he wrote. He said, "You need help."
You're like, yeah,
Uh,
sure, but check this shit out.
I captioned it. I go peek, and he goes, "You need assistance in life." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're right, dude. This is probably not." Yeah,
That's when you know you've gone
whatever,
too
dude.
far. You've hit rock bottom.
listen, dude. This is not a
During
bad
the
rock bottom. I'll
turn.
say that. There's worse rock bottoms to hit. All I got to do is capture
That's
a
true.
shiny Mewtwo.
That's true. You'll get it.
I just
too.
need a
You
shiny
will.
Mewtwo, and then I can do
Positive
Meth and
energy.
Peace. Shout out OG Cum.
Pick up OG Come. Oh shit.
All right, what are we doing? We got the news going. We've been on for 3 hours.
That's how we roll.
This is a
100
decent.
100
This is a decent
episodes.
show. This is an
Follow
100th
them.
episode. Is there
But,
anything else going on? Did you guys play anything crazy or see anything crazy or do anything crazy?
I went down to San Diego this week, so I was there for the last couple
How
of
was
days.
that? You were getting hammered the last few days like me.
Yeah, but the main reason I went down there was to meet my little nephew. So got to see.
How's the nephew?
Congrats.
Good,
again.
man.
Did you get him a
What's
pair of
up?
J's or whatever?
Oh, I got him. Yeah, I got him J's. I got him Dunks. I got him some Air Max 90s. But yeah, he's definitely fitted, dude. But it was awesome to go down there.
Hell yeah.
And my sister lives in an area that's like next to all the craft breweries and stuff. So we were just going out to these like little breweries, and you know they have like these huge patio areas. So
Yeah.
and the baby was pretty chill out there, and we were just kind of kicking it and hanging out in the sun, and yeah, it was a good time. And I was, you know, of course, trying to pimp Claire Obscure to my brother-in-law. I'm like, "Yo, dude, like you gotta fucking play this game," and he's like, "Yeah,
He's like, you need assistance.
yeah, pretty much, dude." Nah, he definitely games, but he was like, "Oh, it doesn't look like my style," and I was like, "I don't give a fuck, dude. Like you gotta play that shit, like
Smacking him.
yeah."
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good to meet the little nephew, dude. And I'm excited. Dude. I'm gonna raise the next generation of elite gamers. Day Prophet, look out for him in the future. He's gonna be fucking
Day
Oh,
Prophet.
yeah,
there we go.
yeah. He's gonna be tearing it up. He's got 2 video game parents and a video game uncle. So
Oh, yeah, he's in.
Shout
he's
out.
set. He's set, dude.
Unless he rebels.
Shout out Day Prophet.
That's what's up.
Shout out Morning Prophet, dude. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Coming around.
Yeah, you can do every time frame.
You do any? You really can.
Afternoon Prophet.
Yeah.
Afternoon Prophet. Maybe
Yeah.
like a
Dusk
brunch
Prophet?
time.
Yeah. Dawn Prophet, whatever.
Dawn
That does
Prophet.
flow.
Yeah.
Dawn Prophet does flow kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch that one. From Dusk Till Dawn. That's a good one.
Oh yes.
From
Robert
Dusk Till
Rodriguez.
Dawn Prophet. I gotta
Dude,
be
that
honest
Yeah,
with you.
movie,
Rodriguez and
that movie list that
Tarantino,
Kaiser
bro.
hit you with this week was fucking.
That movie,
I
yo,
did
so
wanna
many
go
people
over
were
that, I
angry
forgot.
at my movie list. We can talk about that for a second. Hold on, let me go back into the movies channel.
Was that in the
I'm
movies
with
channel?
him, dude.
There were some
Yeah.
good ones
Was it in
on
the
there,
movies
bro. I
channel?
didn't even.
No,
look
it
through
wasn't
the-
in the movies
the whole
channel.
thing, but
Yeah, you put it in.
Was
I
it?
think
Oh,
it
yeah, it
was.
was,
I
it
think
was,
it might
it
have.
was.
It's just
It was
way
just
up.
a while ago. Yeah.
Because it started a long
Although it wasn't
conversation.
that long ago. Yeah.
All right, ready? Oh,
That's
actually,
a big
you know
ass.
what?
All
Let's
right,
do
top
that.
100
Let's go do
movies
this
for
list.
the 100 episode.
All right, ready?
Everyone go ahead.
This is his list.
You don't have to go
Platoon,
through-
Goonies. Goonies is trash.
Goonies is great.
Fast Time
had
at
to be
Rizmaj
there.
High. Airplane
pretty
2,
good.
Die Hard, Naked Gun,
Classic,
Scarface,
classic,
Goat.
Classic.
Goat. I've never seen it. I'm gonna stop when I see a
Twins.
movie that I know. If I don't see
I
a
wouldn't
movie, I'm
put
just
that as
I know. I'm just
classic.
reading it.
Hey, he put 3 stars. My
Scarface.
Predator. Told you.
Twins, Predator.
Yeah, Predator's
Still not sold for some reason. 3 stars is not. If you would have put
great.
4,
Oh,
maybe.
I see. The stars are okay.
Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop 2. Spaceballs.
fun.
Overrated, by the way.
Spaceballs is
Spaceballs.
funny.
I think.
It's just a satire.
It's fine. It's overrated. Too many people suck this movie's dick. It's just like not National Lampoons. This is the next movie on the list. I'm sorry. Just like Napoleon Dynamite. It's overrated. I think Napoleon Dynamite's kind of a shit
That was
film. It
okay,
really
I
nothing
guess.
happens the entire movie. To be 100%, but everybody's like, "Yo, this movie's great. It's a cult classic." The cult should be very small. On Napoleon Dynamite, but Spaceballs, I mean, it's
It's
fine.
alright.
Top Gun, never watched. Vacation,
movie.
I love.
Great movie.
Gremlins, Aliens, Debbie Does Dallas, Labyrinth,
Debbie Does Dallas
Who
is
Framed
good,
Roger Rabbit. That's very funny. National
I
Lampoon's
bet out of all
Christmas,
these things,
I like.
Tack would like
Christmas
Who
is
Framed
great.
Roger Rabbit the best.
Because of the
Was it the one
cartoon.
where it's like a half a
live-action
cartoon?
mix.
half-
Yeah, yeah.
You would.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
I've seen clips of it on DirecTV, but
It's
I've
good.
never
It
like,
is
sat
good.
down
I
and
like it.
watched it.
It's like a more adult theme though.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids,
Yeah.
E.T., Red Dawn, Commando, Major League, Bloodsport,
Classic.
Rocky 1 through 4. By the way, all the
Okay.
Rockies, fuck them, dude.
I'm not a fan of
It's
Rocky either.
so dumb. What a dumb fucking movie. And
I dug
Sylvester
Rocky
Stallone
1.
stole the script for that movie, I think, is what I've heard. And I haven't confirmed at all. I haven't done any research, but I
Damn.
I
heard
think
that
he
was
wrote it.
We directed
I think he
it,
wrote that
too.
script when he was a bum, when he was living on the
I
street.
think he stole that script from a guy he used to work out with at a boxing gym, is what I heard. But I don't know if that's
I
true.
don't know.
I can't confirm it. I just heard one guy say it, and now I take it to the grave. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Running
Classic.
Man, Raging Bull, Blade Runner, Raising
Classic.
Arizona, RoboCop,
Classic.
Empire Strikes Back. I've watched
Classic.
that. It's fantastic. Leaving Vegas. Saving Private Ryan is one of the best films of all time. Terminator 2,
Classic.
Shawshank Redemption 7,
Classic.
Half Baked is pretty good.
Classic.
Major League 2, Naked Gun,
Yeah.
Naked Gun.
Good.
Heat, Reservoir Dogs, American Beauty,
Classic.
House Party. I think it's a game with tits in it, if I'm not mistaken.
There is a game with tits in it called House.
As Good as It Gets, Demolition Man, Aladdin, Ghost in the
Demolition
Shell, Usual Suspects, Boogie Nights,
Are you reading all this? This is like
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, why
30
not, dude?
pages.
Why not, dude? Whatever.
I
It's
look at something.
you know,
Kaiser spent the time on
smoking
it. Shit.
cigarette. He spent the time on it, dude. This is a
all means.
fan of the show that spent the time to write this down, and maybe he chat GPT'd it and he just looked through it like I'm doing right now.
Oh, that's
but
true
whatever.
too. We don't know.
He said he had free time at work.
just
That's why he
started.
wrote this.
Based,
Nah,
I don't believe
the
that he wrote
list
this
is
whole
solid
list.
as fuck, and I do agree you should go off of a lot of this.
10 Things
You
I
really
Hate About
should.
You, From Dusk Till Dawn, American
There
Pie,
it is.
American History X, Tombstone, Sixth Sense,
shit,
Pulp
where are we
Fiction,
at?
Devil's Advocate, Braveheart. Braveheart is a great movie
Classic.
if you're in a world history class in 10th grade. It's a great film
Yeah,
that
it's
my teacher played while he had a hangover. Waterboy, obviously a classic. Dazed and
Alright.
Confused, Jurassic
Classic.
Park.
Classic.
Titanic is
Toy
mid.
Story.
Can we agree that Titanic is fucking stupid, bro? This
I
lady
enjoyed
leaves
Titanic.
her-
I used to like finger bang chicks in the movie theater to that movie.
I just
This
showed that to
lady,
my
that's
kids the
fine,
other
but that's a
day.
different.
That's crazy.
You have that memory for a different reason. I think. I don't think Titanic's carrying that memory. I think Pussy's carrying that memory.
It might be.
The
I would agree.
Titanic is a
Yeah.
story
No, it's
about a
alright. It's
lady
just a-
leaving.
I mean, I
her
know they were
successful-
thinking about Leo the whole time, but it worked.
It worked. Listen, yo, you don't care
Yeah,
about what's
there's
going on over
romance.
there on
Yeah.
that end. You know, you don't care how your neighbor's watering his grass, dude. You just care that your grass is green. You know,
Exactly, dude.
Titanic is just a story about a lady leaving her successful, loving husband for a bum that she met on a fucking cruise, and then she throws away $1 million gem that she could have left to her kids and her fucking
Yeah, there's a lot of
grandkids that would have
questions
set them
with
up
the-
forever.
With
And
the
she
whole
just
movie.
Millionaires
throws it in
died
the
looking
ocean.
for that.
And she throws it in the
Yeah,
ocean for
that
some
too.
guys she fucked on a boat. Titanic's stupid. Toy Story, iconic. Bulletproof, never heard of it. Wedding
Cool.
Singer, Big Daddy.
Classic.
Big Daddy's iconic.
Why
Classic.
did you say that too? That's great.
Fight Club,
Classic.
Goodwill Hunting, Dumb and Dumber, great. Happy
Agree.
Gilmore. Forrest Gump is the stupidest fucking movie
Forrest Gump's
ever, dude. It's
good,
so
like-
dumb.
It's like
So dumb.
diving
It's just
into
some
history.
retard falling after some lady that gives him AIDS and a fucking kid he didn't know he had. It's just dumb. He's just at the right place at the right time. All it does is teach you that if you do everything that you're told all the time, you'll get good stuff, and that's not the case, by the way. Matrix is good. Deuce Bigelow's mid.
What? That's a huge bitch, dude. Deuce Bigelow.
Hey,
is
that
fucking
is
Deuce
great.
great.
Bigelow's
Yeah,
fine.
that was
Maybe
good.
I
That
watched it
was-
when
that
I
had
was a
some
little
good
young. Maybe I
moments.
didn't get the reference. Maybe I didn't get the references in the movie. I watched it when I was very young, so I was like, "This movie's fine." I should watch it while I'm older. Maybe I will. Big
I'll check
Lebowski,
it out.
Boys in the Hood, Casino,
Big
Sandlot,
Lebowski,
Friday, next Friday,
Oh, Friday.
Twister, Lion King.
Twister's all right. Lion King's all right.
Friday is what started this whole thing. I still haven't watched it. Lion King, fine. You know, I never watched it really. Speed, Independence Day, Mrs. Doubtfire, Ghost. Is that the one with Patrick Swayze where he's fucking?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
my mom's
Demi
favorite
Moore.
movie.
That's a good movie. It's
My mom
it's a,
loves that movie,
like
dude.
romance movie, but
Men in Black,
fine.
Point Break, Tommy Boy, Goodfellas, Green Mile, Fear and
oh,
Loathing,
it's sad.
in
and
Vegas,
Loathing,
True
that's-
Romance,
Classic.
Lock,
Written by
Stock, Smoking Barrels. Yo, he
Lock,
really
Stock,
put a
Two
list
Smoking Barrels
together.
is a banger.
Natural Born Killers, William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. You know, actually, that's funny
Right.
because that's another Leo movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it
I
is. It's
had
on the
Wedding
on
and
it,
that
dude.
shit, bro.
I had a project in 8th grade. Matter of fact, let's go on YouTube and see. I uploaded a video to YouTube in 8th grade of me and my buddies replaying like the scene where one of the guys dies from that.
Oh shit! Yeah, we'll put that up.
I made Romeo for my high school play. I got the main lead, dude.
Let's go. Get that video.
Did you
Yeah,
really?
Fuck no, yeah, hell.
Ah.
I hope there's no video, but yeah, it did. Yeah, I was in
congrats, that's
drama.
What's up? Damn. Okay.
What do we do? I did like Titus Andronicus. I was
that's
Romeo.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, I think this
Come
guy
on, there's gotta be
deleted
one
this
you're proud
video.
of. You can get
Yo,
the
drama
video
girls
up.
were freaks, dude.
Yo, big freaks. Sorry, I can't
What are
find
you
the
looking
video.
up?
I'm looking for it right now.
All right,
I was looking at the
Payback,
video
the
to see if
Iron
I could.
Giant, Toy
Yeah,
Story
Payback,
2.
the Iron Giant, Toy Story 2, iconic. That's an icon.
That's good. That's very good.
Rounders, Swingers, Clerks, Rush
Clerks,
Hour,
good.
great
So
movie.
money,
Rush
you don't
Hour.
even know it.
Showers.
All the Rush Hour is great. Not a bad Rush Hour, by the way.
How many
Wayne's
is there?
World
Isn't there
is
only two?
it's 3. No, it's 3.
Oh, jeez. Wayne's World.
Wayne's
classic.
World, I think, is dumb. I think it's
Oh,
dumb.
That's
It's a good
terrible.
movie. It's a good movie.
Hell yeah.
You had to be
I think
there.
it's so
I think you
bad.
had to be there with in the Saturday Night Live vibe with
Yeah,
all
'cause it
those
comes from a
movies coming
skit.
out at the same time, and just the comedy in there is just it's great. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with.
I
I'm
know
with
what you
Wayne's
did
World. It's
last
good.
summer.
Yeah.
Mice
Oh,
and Men.
that was my spank bank back in the day, dude. Jennifer Love Hewitt was my girl.
With the tits.
Tits.
God damn.
Uh,
Especially back
She didn't have big
Encino
tits.
Man.
She was just fine as hell,
Oh,
dude.
Encino Man's classic.
Chasing Amy, Bugs Life.
Haven't
Bugs
seen it.
Life is fine.
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City,
That's
Bodyguard, Jingle All the Way.
Being John
I never
Malkovich
watched
is
Jingle All the Way.
classic. It's alright.
There's something about Mary. You want to talk about baseball?
Classic.
Jerry
That's a great
Maguire,
one.
Die
Jerry
Hard, The
Maguire's
Mask.
good.
I don't like The Mask. Can I say that? Is that a controversial take?
Is this
I
the
think-
one with
Nah, it's
Cher
kinda
or
goofy.
Jim Carrey?
No, Jim
I'm
Carrey.
imagining it's the one with Jim Carrey.
The Cher one is just called Mask, no The Mask, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Probably.
Batman and Robin is the best Batman movie, I think, in my opinion. Shout out
That's a
to
hot
Wow.
take.
Wow.
That's the hottest take right there.
Wow, dude.
If you learn anything from 100 episodes, that's what you should
Holy
learn and be
shit.
wary of.
That is
Know
blasphemy.
who we're
dude.
talking to.
Hey,
Whoa.
hold on a minute, dude. You scallywags, leave me alone. I mean, it's fine. I didn't like. By the way, putting nipples on the suit is such a weird thing to do.
Yeah,
no?
that was an odd thing, dude.
That's of the whole movie. Forget the
It was
terrible
very
acting and the
controversial.
terrible costumes and the fucking whatever. Putting nipples on the suit is just so great. Why? Why would you do that? Liar, Liar, great movie. Fifth Element, Edward Scissorhands.
that's one of my
Edward
favorite movies
Scissorhands
all
is
time, Fifth
trash. Can
Element.
I be honest?
Yeah, it's classic.
Fifth
What?
Element's classic. Edward Scissorhands trash.
Not a fan of Edward Scissorhands.
Okay.
He's
had that
just
shit.
cutting bitches' hair at the end of the movie. It's just
It's just
it
Tim
makes no
Burton
sense to me.
style. I don't know. It's
Yeah, just wild.
classic.
Austin
Tim Burton.
Powers, great.
Yeah.
Batman
Oh, he didn't put-
Returns.
He didn't put Beetlejuice on this list, huh?
No
I don't think he
Beetlejuice?
needs to
That's
be honest.
Oh, he does.
What?
First
I'm not a
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice guy.
with that.
I
God,
didn't
of course
like
you're not.
Beetlejuice.
Like, you didn't have to even say that, and I
I
knew
didn't
that.
like
Fucking
it, dude.
shit.
I didn't like it. It was fine. And I watched some of it, but it's just
Some of it.
It's not for me.
Yeah, like Castlevania,
like
Arcane. Some of
So
it.
that was
Damn.
45. Listen,
Fuck,
2
dude.
hours is a good.
Fuck,
I watched
dude.
2 hours of Castlevania.
Still sore about it.
That hurts. Night that hurts a lot. Junior, she's all that. The People versus Larry Flint. Last Action Hero.
Ooh, classic.
Interview with a
Vampires
Vampire.
dope as hell.
Should be Interview with a Scientologist is basically what that movie is.
They got Brad Pitt in there
It's a
too,
good
though.
movie.
Can't
Kirsten
wait.
Dunst
The Faculty,
as a
Menace
kid.
Society. That's why she should have gotten paid more for Spider-Man, by the way, is because she was in that movie. Varsity Blues, The Crow, GoldenEye, Sleepy Hollow, Blade, Space Jam. You know, I never saw Space Jam.
Out there,
I don't-
OG one is great. I never saw the LeBron James version.
The LeBron,
LeBron
he's just him
James.
It's just him flopping against
LeBron
fucking Bugs Bunny. Him just throwing himself on the ground when he runs into fucking
Nice,
Daffy
yeah.
Duck, this fucking faggot, dude.
Damn it.
Office Space, True Lies, Kindergarten Cop, Broken Arrow, Home Alone 2, Rookie of the Year, White Man Can't Jump the Net,
Yeah.
Good Son, Event Horizon, Con Air. Never seen any of these.
The Good Son is dark as fuck. That's Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, that's like a horror movie practically.
That is, yeah.
Con Air is a fun
Requiem
movie
from a
too.
Dream.
It has, like,
Con Air
everything.
is like corny, but so enjoyable.
Yeah, there's a lot of good little
Yeah.
things in there that make
Yeah.
it like
Steve
not
Buscemi
so corny, but even though
playing
it
the
should
fucking
be.
cannibal.
Oh, it's great.
Napoleon Dynamite. He put a fucking star next to Napoleon Dynamite. Kaiser, why?
It's
Kaiser, why, dude?
fine.
Napoleon Dynamite's so bad, bro. It's so bad.
It was a low
It's not
budget
good.
just attempt, and it
It's just a
hit.
fucking
That's-
excuse for
it went
people to make a bad
viral.
movie and then
It
go,
went
"Oh,
viral
it's
before
edgy
going
and
viral
whatever."
was like a crazy thing like that. I think because of the
I never watched-
catchphrases and shit.
I never watched Inglourious Bastards. I want to though.
Whoa,
Oh,
that's
such
a
you gotta
great
watch
one,
all
dude.
the fucking Quentin Tarantino movies, please.
You have
for
to
the
watch,
love
yeah,
of
all
God,
of
just
them.
watch them all. Start with Reservoir Dogs,
they all
Pulp
good?
Fiction, Jackie
Yes, dude.
Brown, Kill Bill 1 and 2. You know, all of them. He's come on, amazing. And the music,
The
you'll love
Dark
how the
Knight.
music hits in all those movies. I'm telling you, that's what you need to do homework wise. I'm saying it now. Quentin Tarantino.
Hurt Locker, Superbad. Superbad's great. Little Nicky, I don't like. I think Little Nicky's a
Yeah.
fucking shit movie.
It's not that.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Mr.
either.
Deeds is fine. Anger Management's
Mm.
fine.
Yo, Save the Last Dance. My girl,
I
was
watched
that
that.
Julia Stiles?
I don't even know who that
I think
is.
so. I don't know if I saw that either, but I can see it. I can like picture everything about it.
It's like
Love
a
and
it's like a
Basketball.
rom-com type shit. dude.
Yeah.
No
Bring It
Country
On,
for
that
Old
was fun.
Men. No Country for Old Men looks fucking gay, no?
No, dude,
Oh,
that
nah,
shit is
shit's
great.
too.
Is it
another,
good?
Another great
Yeah.
directors.
I don't like the
Good-
guy.
good-
the main
good book,
character's
too.
Hair. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, it's
American Psycho, The Wrestler. Do you know? Did you guys see that The Rock is doing a movie on a UFC fighter?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit looks hard, bro. I gotta be
It
honest.
does.
The mangling, what is it? The strangling machine, the remangling machine, or whatever. The fighting
Yeah.
machine.
Cube linked it to me the other
Wrangler,
day.
bro. No, I don't know.
Where was it?
The
Forget what the name of it was.
but
The Smashing Machine.
The smashing machine.
Yep.
Smashing machine.
Machine.
Yo, it looks good, bro. Can I be honest with you? It looks fucking good, and I want to watch
Does.
it. Mark Kerr. It's Mark Kerr's story.
yeah, there's some good looking
Two-time
shit
UFC
coming out.
heavyweight in the Pride FC. Shit looks good.
I think that Logic movie looks
Gran
good.
Torino is great.
Of course, you like the racist movie.
Gran Torino.
I think it's so good, dude. Even when it's not racist. even when
Fucking-
the- even
of
when
course,
the
you like
Korean
that one.
kid-
Out of this whole list, you're like, oh, I love Gran Torino.
I've never
You
seen it,
what
but
an
now I'm
old racist
interested.
dude. Jesus fucking Christ,
Hold on,
dude.
I'm writing that one down. That one's on the top of the list now. Gran
Yo,
Torino.
Gran Torino is a fire
That's Clint
movie.
Eastwood, dude.
But he
Oh,
ends
okay.
up coming around and he's like, yo, I
He
love
does,
these
yeah, yeah.
Koreans. At the end where he's, when the Korean kid gets his car, he's like, his whole family's there waiting for his prized possession, and he gives it to
No
the Korean
spoilers.
kid.
Wait
I
a
like
minute,
that movie.
wait.
Oh, sorry, whatever.
Nah,
I don't know.
see,
It's
Yeah, I
came
didn't
out
hear what you said.
about 20 years
I
ago,
won't
gay
remember.
boy. Figure it out.
Yeah, how many of
Uh,
these did you not see again?
Minority
95%.
Report,
Yeah.
Juno, Sin City, Training Day.
Training Day's
300
goated.
I never
Training Day
watched
is good.
Training
Donnie
Day.
Darko.
Dude, that's one that you have to put on the
Great.
list, dude.
300 Saw. Both of those
Great.
movies, fine.
Saul.
Juno was sick,
great.
Cliff. I loved Juno.
I would say that 300 is better than Saw. Or no, I'm sorry, Saw is better than 300.
I mean,
300
hard
was
to
such a
compare.
better experience in the theater. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
so like I loved it in the theater, and then when I saw it on video, I was like, "Yo, that did not hit the same like it did in the theater." I thought it was like one of those things that you had to,
cinematography, the
you had to
look of it,
experience it on the big screen.
color. Yeah, it was crazy.
I love Frank Miller though. Frank Miller's a good writer.
Sin City.
Sin City, exactly.
Sin
That's
City,
another
huh?
one.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Great movie. Underrated movie. Hotel Transylvania, another nice movie. Batman Begins. Pursuit of Happiness, another great movie. Harold and Kumar, White Castle. I gotta be honest with you, now that I'm older, I think that movie's fucking dumb, dude. I get it. You know, at the time, whatever, it was edgy. It was
Like dumb
Goofy
high comedy.
movies.
Yeah, yeah,
you
those
get-
stoner
yeah.
comedy
Smoking,
movies.
sit on
They
the
don't make
couch,
them
yeah.
anymore. But yeah, I get it. It was good shit.
I would say
Little Miss
Superbad was like the last
Sunshine.
one.
That was good.
Casino Royale, Watchman, Big
That's
Fish.
good.
Watchman's
How to
great,
Lose a
dude.
Guy in 10
Yeah,
Days.
yeah. Then you
Yeah,
got your
Kill
Quentin
Bill 1 and
movies,
2.
Kill Bill.
He didn't put
yeah.
any stars by him though. That kind of hurt my feelings a little bit by the
Damn.
Kill Bills.
That is crazy.
Yeah, dude, what's wrong with you
They're
and Kill
so
Bills?
classic.
Crazy Kaiser.
Especially one-
Hotel
oh my God,
Transylvania
so
2 and
good.
3. Uncut Gems, great. Uncut Gems is such a great movie.
That was.
What Women Want, X2, Avatar, Zoolander. He put a thing next to Zoolander and not Avatar. That's crazy. I never watched either one of those,
I
but
never
I can
saw
imagine.
Avatar.
that Avatar's
Oh.
good.
I never watched either one of those. So, so you have an opinion on both of them? That's
I
insane.
love
dude.
it. That's tack. That's tack right
Yeah.
there. Classic. Classic for the 100 episode.
Oh fuck! All right, Taken,
Taken.
Tangled. Taken was fine. I think it's overrated. Catch Me If You Can was a great film. Secret Window, Born Identity, Born Supremacy, Born Ultimatum. By the way, fuck all the Born movies. They're so. It's just whatever.
It's
It's
action
fine. It's just
movies.
Mission
That's
Impossible with less mission.
I like those better than Mission Impossibles. I never got into the Mission Impossibles.
Mission Impossibles aren't even that good
I dig
anyway.
the
I gotta
Mission
be
I thought they
honest.
were-
I'm agreeing with you there.
I like
I thought they were
like
kind of
them.
corny.
I like them. They're
Like-
definitely corny, but there's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
conspiracy angle in them all that ties together. It's kind of deep. It's dope.
Yeah,
I
this
get it.
conspiracy is Scientology is a fucking myth.
When they
not
did
a
the off
It's
the
weed
motorcycle
probably.
air grab thing, I was like, I'm fucking out. Like I'm
I'm
done.
out, dude.
I'm
you gotta
done, dude.
suspend
Like,
disbelief.
yeah,
You like the Fast
Yeah,
and
dude.
Furious movies? Isn't that filled with the same shit?
I'm cool. Yeah, no, I already told you I'm a Gone in 60 Second guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he is gone in 60 seconds. I'm
Oh,
the Fast and Furious
All
guy.
right, I got you.
Rockstar,
that's
Tenacious
cool.
D and the Pick of Destiny. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny is a
That's
great
alright.
pick.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good movie. 8 Mile,
8
Pineapple
Mile,
Express,
classic.
40-Year-Old Virgin. All great movies. All
Classic.
classic movies. Knocked
Yeah.
Knocked
Up.
Up
Good,
is
all
good
hilarious.
classic
comedies
movies.
again. Yeah.
Zach and Miri Make a Porno. That movie's fine. It's all right.
That one's
Cloudy
pretty
with
funny.
Chance Meatballs.
Kevin
Yeah.
Smith.
I mean, now we get into the real meat and potatoes. Shrek, iconic. Monsters Inc. iconic.
God.
Kung Fu
Cartoons.
Panda.
Okay.
Purple Panda,
Iconic.
iconic.
Finding Nemo,
iconic.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo's keep Scooby Doo 1 iconic, 2 mid.
Was 2
Shrek
Mystery
2
Island or whatever?
literally
Good.
one of the best pieces of cinema that has ever been blessed in
Love
the
Shrek
post 9/11
It
world.
is good,
Shrek 2.
It is good.
Lilo and Stitch, Barnyard, great movie. Open Season, Madagascar 1 is great. Madagascar 2, I'm decent with. He has Black Hawk Down, but
Right
that's a
next to
CIA
Madagascar,
sponsored
though.
movie. He has that as a 3-star movie. That's a CIA funded movie, and that's propaganda, Kaiser. So
Well,
I gotta
that's
be
true.
honest
I
with
think
you.
I
You're
did hear
falling
that
for the
too,
man's. It is a true
Right.
thing.
Snatch.
Well, but
Snatch.
they did it good. That's how
That's
they
just
get you.
fine.
You like bags? I
Bad
love
Santa.
Snatch, dude. Bad Santa's awesome. That's funny.
Lord of the War, Blow,
Oh, Blow's
The
good.
Notebook.
Blow is so
Pearl
sad,
Harbor.
dude. That shit like hurt my heart.
I never watched any of those.
Fuck Johnny Depp as a
Cocaine,
coke dealer.
baby. Yeah.
Wally, Spider-Man 2, great. Iron Man, iconic. Star Trek, fuck you.
What?
Click,
The Star Trek
great.
movie was pretty dope.
I like all the
No, I
Star
can't
Trek.
do
Well,
it.
I like every.
Yeah,
like
Chris
Star
Pine. I
Trek.
thought he did a pretty fucking good job with that one.
I'm sure he did great, but Star Trek for me has always been a world that I'm a Star Wars purist in a way.
I was
and
never
maybe
into
I'm
the
can't
shows,
be
but I liked
Trekkie.
the movies,
Eh.
which is
Maybe I
probably
should watch
blasphemy
the
for
movie.
some
Maybe I'm
people
being
that
gay.
I just said that. But that's
I'm a
whatever.
big Trekkie. That doesn't matter, but no, I like all that shit.
I like the time travel of like the second one. I think
Yeah.
was it the
Wait,
second
the newer
Star
ones? Or are
Trek
we
movie?
talking the classic ones?
The newer ones.
Yeah,
The
part
newers, yeah.
two-
We're not talking about
Yeah.
the older
No,
ones.
part one
Yeah,
was
I was
when they
talking
did.
about
No,
the
no, no.
first-
Part two, I think, is the time travel one, or three.
Yeah,
Maybe,
where
I
like the
forget.
Romulus or whatever come through on like some weird time thing. I thought that was kind of dope.
Yeah, and the one where they're fucking with the gravity on the planet. I think that was the third one, but that
Yeah.
was dope too.
Yeah, they were fun watches.
Yeah, they did good.
Click was great. Click was also a fun
Click
watch.
was fucking sad.
That's
bro.
depressing as hell.
Yeah,
dude.
that's like
But
every time I think of that,
the
it's like
it is
sad. I don't
very,
want to
very
rewatch
good.
because it's like,
Dude, that
oh,
scene
man,
with his dad
really
lives
touched my
rent free in
heart.
my head, where he tries to show him the coin trick, and he's like, "I already know the fucking coin trick, Dad." I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
dude.
bro,
Oh my
like,
God, Or at the end when he's in the rain, you know?
yeah."
I was like, holy shit. I watched that movie when I was young too, and I cried then.
Yes.
Batman
Fucked up.
Begins,
Oh, I cried at that.
fine.
All the
Lord of the Rings, fine. Zombieland's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, I love
Deja Vu's
Zombieland.
fine.
And
He
2.
put 300 again, but
Well, I think Batman Begins was up there too already.
yeah,
Do
this is
better,
such a
And then you
Kaiser.
wrote,
How
and
dare
then you
you
wrote, including
repeat.
2000s movies is diabolical. Was your next comment before
It
you
is
continued the list.
diabolical. It is crazy. And then he continued the list.
Oh my
with
God,
Into
the list
Wild
goes on. Holy
Hangover.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, he went all the way through the
Hangover.
2020s.
I
dude.
gotta piss for
Yo,
real.
he
Keep
went.
going down the list. I'm gonna go piss for a minute.
Hangover,
Okay,
Blood
stop. I mean-
Diamond, Bucket List. Employee of the Month, by the way, is so underrated. Employee of the Month is good. It's a good bad movie. Scary movie. Step Brothers, another iconic movie. All the Harry Potters miss me. By the way, with all the Harry Potters, I couldn't give a Frenchman's fuck about any of the Harry Potters.
I liked them. The early ones are very kiddish, but it gets really dark at the end.
Yo, I
and-
couldn't. I just couldn't do it. It's just Star
Yeah.
Wars, bro.
I mean, it is. It's definitely like a kiddish thing. But I didn't watch these movies until I played the fucking game.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I don't want to
so
play the game.
I
It's
just
free
recently
on
watched them.
PS5 right now. I don't have a reason to. I have a reason to not come back here and play it. I could just play it on my PS5.
Yeah.
I gotta see. Maybe I can be convinced. Thank
No,
you for
Biodome
smoking
did not make the list.
Anchorman. Anchorman's great. Dude, Where's My Car? Tropic Thunder is great. Fast and the Furious is great. Borat's great. Last Samurai. Funny People Smoking Aces. Twilight. Fuck Twilight, dude. Man on Fire is a nice
Never
movie.
watched Twilight. Man on Fire is dope. I think
It's
that's one of my
fucking dope.
favorite Denzel movies, dude.
That's
that
the one
shit
where he
taking
walks
place
out
in
in the middle
Mexico.
of the street. He walks out in the middle of the street and just fucking shoots somebody in the head. No, that's American Gangster. I'm sorry. Fuck.
No, yeah, Man on
Yeah,
Fire is where he protects Dakota Fanning in Mexico
Yeah, you're right.
from the cartels. What is it?
Yeah.
The bad guys called La Voz or whatever. The Voice.
Yeah. El Vos.
Yeah.
I remember that. Borat, Last Samurai,
Old Girls Gone Wild infomercial.
Girls Gone
This is
Wild
not AI.
infomercials.
He wrote this.
He wrote
100%.
that.
He put
wrote
that in
that.
the
By the
middle.
way,
Old
can I
Girls
say-
Gone Wild infomercials.
10
I
out
miss-
of fucking 10, bro.
Dude, no 3 stars.
out of
Oh my
10.
god, I'm editing the
5
comment.
big booms, dude. 5 big booms.
Did we get to the bees?
5 big booms. Old Girls Gone Wild infomercials is 5
Wait,
big
what?
booms, dude. Kiss Kiss
in,
Bang
in the
Traffic.
middle of this list, Gus, he just put Old Girls
Okay.
Gone Wild
I
infomercials.
see it and I understand it totally, bro. I'm with Kaiser
Yo,
on
I
this
used to
one.
stay up and watch.
dude.
I know
used to
exactly
stay
what you're
up.
talking about.
I used to stay up and watch. I remember I was staying up one time at my dad would like go DJ when I would have when he would have me on the weekends. He would go DJ and he would leave me at like my half brother's grandmother's house. So she's not my grandma. I have no relation to this person. Sorry, I got hiccups. Hold on. But I would stay the night there and I would stay up past everybody. And like the South Park movie or whatever would be playing.
Oh shit.
And you'd get the warning. This movie is uncut and for adult whatever. It was like past the point where adult or Comedy Central was gonna censor shit. So they were saying fuck and doing whatever. And Comedy Central was just like, yo, it's 1 a.m, let it roll, dude.
Oh yeah.
So they would get the warning before the fucking thing, and they would cut, and then the infomercial would be for every commercial break would be for Girls Gone Wild.
And
I'd
the
just
old
be
spring
fucking-
break ones, dude.
And I wasn't old enough to jerk my pud, dude, but I was old enough to know that it was fucking waking up, you know? And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
yo, this
Something's
is
happening. Something's
I was
happening.
like, this is dope, dude. These chicks are showing their tits, and I get to see some crazy neon words written on them. That's insane. So that's fire. Traffic, Man on Fire. He put again. Law Abiding Citizen, Gangs of New York, Gladiator. Mad Max, Fury Road, Hubie Halloween, Grown Ups 2. Those 2 movies are great. Batman, Cars 2. Cars 2 is terrible. National Treasure. Either one of them I never watched.
Oh, they're fun. I'll
Nick
say that.
Cage, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's like Indiana Jones esque.
It is, yeah.
Just to bring it
Iron
back.
Man 2, Iron Man 3, Hangover 2, Wolf of Wall Street,
Ooh,
all great
3.
movies. Spider-Verse, Inside Out. Cars 2 is the worst Cars, by the way, Jay.
Love
You're
Inside
100%
Out.
correct. Inside Out's fine. It's actually a very good movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Toy Story 3 I watched on deployment. Social Network I never watched. Inception is top 10 of all time. Parasite,
Whew.
Get Out, Spotlight, Mission Impossible Fallout, Blade Runner, Arrivals, Zero Dark Trinity, Dunkirk. Logan is fucking wow. I can't believe he
Yeah.
doesn't have a star next to Logan, that fucking
Banger.
homo, dude. Civil War. Can't believe you don't have a star there. Deadpool. Winter Soldier. Can't believe you don't have a star there. The
Damn,
Avengers.
that's
Can't
rough.
believe you don't have a star there. Nightcrawler.
That's good. Jake Gyllenhaal. I was
Guardians.
actually telling my
Guardians and
parents
Guardians
about
2.
that movie today. That's
That's
funny.
a good movie. That's a great movie. Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Dallas Buyers Club, Moneyball. Moneyball's a good movie too. I don't know why he doesn't have a Moneyball.
Dallas
Dark Knight Rises.
Buyers Club featuring City.
Her, yeah. Shout out City. Her is a great movie too. I don't know why he doesn't
Her's
have a fucking
good.
star next to her. God, I don't want to read.
Is
the
that
rest of
Joaquin
it. We're
Phoenix
almost-
where he
yeah.
has the AI
Yeah.
girl? Yeah,
Him and
yeah.
Scarlett Johansson do their fucking
Yeah,
voice.
that's right.
Dude, I'm like, bro, I'd
Yeah.
fucking become a weirdo for that too. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Gone Girl, Zootopia, not a bad film. Ragnarok,
love
not a bad
Zootopia.
film.
I don't think that's
the
Zootopia 2 coming out this year.
They do.
Okay.
The fact that he doesn't have a star next to Infinity War is crazy, Kaiser. You're fucking crazy, Kaiser. You know what I mean?
Crazy Kaiser,
Uh,
that's his name.
Black Panther,
Hits
decent.
tracks.
A Quiet Place, Bohemian Rhapsody, A Star Is Born. A Star Is Born is great, I think. Ant-Man, Babadook, Baby Driver, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Big Stick, Blackfish, Creed, Ford, and
Blackfish is
Ferrari.
depressing as hell. I can't believe SeaWorld's still open after watching Blackfish.
Is that where they show you like all the shit they do to the whales?
Yeah,
behind
it's
the
the
scenes and shit.
documentary about how fucked up they treated these killer whales.
Damn,
That shit is that's like it's disturbing, dude.
Hereditary is a fucked up
Ford
movie.
v Ferrari is great with Chris Hemsworth. He plays
Is
like
it?
an old F1 driver. Oh, that's a good one. Oh no! I might be thinking of a different one.
I think
That
you're
might
thinking
be-
of a different one. Yeah, it's a different one.
It is a
I know which
F1
one you're talking
movie,
about.
though,
but
yeah,
I know which one you're talking about, but it's not Ford versus Ferrari.
yeah. Rush.
Rush.
Yeah, Cliff
yes,
hit me
sir.
with it. Rush.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Harry Potter's Hereditary, How to Train Your Dragon, Hunt for the Wilder People, Hustlers, Incredibles 2, John Wick. John Wick's great. John Wick 2's great. John Wick 3 falls off. Jungle Book, Knives Out, Lego Movie's fine. Moana's great. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is
Dope.
fine, I think.
Great.
What? That's
I thought it was
great.
good.
dude.
I thought it was good. I don't know about great, dude. It kind of
Tarantino.
ends in like a
Great.
dumb
Glad you
place.
saw it.
That is Tarantino. Yeah.
Yeah. saw one of 'em.
Rocket Man, both Spider-Mans, Far From Home, Homecoming, they're great. Star Wars, fuck all those. The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Toy Story 4 is fine. Us,
Eh.
I don't think I watched Us. Won't You Be My Neighbor, X-Men, Days of Future Past, Avengers Ultron, Avengers Endgame, great. Furious 7, mid. Frozen 2, fine. Minions, Rogue One,
2's
Despicable
horrible.
Me 2.
He put Minions, but he didn't list Despicable Me at all on this list, right?
Yeah,
Ooh.
he put
Despicable Me
Despicable
is-
Me. Yeah, he
Yeah, he
put
put
Despicable Me
2.
2,
Oh,
but
okay.
not 1.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's why I think this is AI, dude. Deadpool,
Nice try, Kaiser.
Fantastic Beasts, Hateful Eight, Wreck-It
Hateful
Ralph.
Eight's
Wreck-It
dope.
Ralph is no star next to Wreck-It Ralph is a tragedy.
Yeah, it should have 3 stars.
That's good.
Teen Titans Go movie, Kick-Ass.
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 Yeah,
Also,
you would like
Barbie.
Kick-Ass if you haven't seen that one tag.
Oh,
I
fuck
haven't
yeah,
seen
you
it. I
would.
might like
Yo,
it. He's got a
yes.
star next to Barbie. This fucking homo.
Ah,
Pig. That's the fat one with whatever that
Pig.
guy's name is from The Mummy.
Uh-huh.
He's like a fat guy. Spider-Man: No Way Home, Unbearable Weight of Talent. That's the Nick Cage movie. Tenet, Borat, Trial of Chicago 7, Dune Part 1. He's got like 3 stars on that.
damn.
Good. Good.
John Wick 4, Oppenheimer, but boring as hell, he says. Longlegs, Renfield, Dune Part 2, 2 stars. So, I mean, he's got... That's it. That's the list, by the way. We
It's
just
a
read the whole
solid
fucking
list.
It's not a bad list.
It is, yeah.
It's not a terrible list.
Hey,
This
I don't
episode
know.
Kaiser's
sponsored
got some
by
range.
Crazy Kaiser.
he wasn't scared to put some shit that I'd probably be embarrassed to write about, and I like that.
Yo,
Yeah, for
Kaiser
sure.
is that guy, bro.
Puts it out there. Nah, much
Yeah.
respect. And definitely
So you got a lot of
solid.
work to do.
And I agree that you should tackle some of these. Make it.
Can I be honest with you?
Make it a
Castlevania
goal.
and
Come
Arcane.
on.
I'm gonna
Castlevania
Had to
tackle
on
that.
that.
Castlevania
Yeah.
Arcade.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Does
tackle
that mean
any of
does
those
that
other movies.
Any
does that
of
mean I have
these?
to watch AOT like right off a rip?
I mean,
Off
I'm
rip.
not gonna force you. I'm not gonna force you. But if you did,
No,
I'd
I'm
be
gonna
like,
wait till you finish
time.
some so that I know the deal is complete.
so you know. All right,
yeah.
Virtual handshake.
Yeah, virtual handshake for sure. Pinky swear, dude.
Yeah, dude. I will watch them. I am gonna watch them now. If that means that you'll watch AOT, I will watch them right now.
Let's go.
Gang, bro. All right.
Shit. Good
Yo, let's get
stuff.
into the news, dude. It's fucking
100.
1:30 in the
You want to
morning.
skip
I'm
it?
crazy.
We could just skip it, dude.
No, it's
fucking-
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Not that much, sir. Let's get into it.
We interrupt our program to bring you
Night news. All right. So first story here is about Epic, and they are removing revenue fees for smaller developers completely until their first until they sell over $1 million, right? So like 6 years ago, they started where they kind of undercut Steam on the percentage that they take, which is they take 12%, Steam takes 30%, right? So it was they were trying to entice like indie developers, and I thought like since this year we've had a lot of good fucking indie hits, I like the fact that they're kind of giving incentive to indie developers to release on their platform with the waiving the fee of their first $1 million in sales, and I think
Right.
that's dope because these indie developers, they're doing some shit, man,
Yeah.
and I feel like they should be getting some love in this industry. So I think this is dope. I like that. A lot of people hate on Epic, but I've never had a problem with Epic. I use Epic. I use Steam.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain about Epic too much. They got fucking Unreal Engine, and we play almost every fucking game on Unreal Engine. So it's just like,
Big up
I agree.
Oblivion.
yeah.
Didn't they
Wow.
also just win a big lawsuit against Apple as far as
They
now,
did.
Like Fortnite's coming back like within a couple days,
Onto
I
the-
think, if not already.
Apple
onto
Store, yeah.
iOS, yeah. And they won some kind of competition clause or some crazy shit with Apple or something, which is going to
They
help
did.
out other developers too, I think.
Because I think
Number
what
one
Apple was
degree,
trying to
boy,
take like their own fees off of
Yeah.
the game. Is that
Yep.
was that correct?
It was
yeah.
something along those lines, yeah. Or they wouldn't
Yeah.
let Epic take the fees from the store or some crazy shit like that.
Yes. But
But,
I think
yeah,
Epic
big up.
seems to be a pretty, developer friendly company, and I think they do kind of, try to give these developers love, and I don't know. I like this.
The
I
Valve
like this.
model. Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah. Give people some incentive to pump out some good games without having to worry about like big fees being ripped off the top. But
Shout out the little man.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
We need it.
Big up Tiny.
Yes, sir.
Little man. Okay.
All right, this second story I thought was interesting because this is about Meta AI, and
Yeah, what is this?
they're like within, they're in a court battle because using the AI voices is what it's about, and how like the lawyers in this case were saying like you have companies using copyright protected material to create a product that is capable of producing an infinite number of competing products. And I do think this is a scary space, dude. Like using people's voices, AI, to create content. And I kind of agree with these lawyers. I don't know if it does fall under fair use, even though it is transformative. it is very like the AI stuff is getting kind of scary, dude. With
Well, all it
how
is taking content. There's some
Yeah,
people that
how
are prominently
accurate it's
fighting
getting.
against it because that's how it creates any of its content at all is already stealing the works, art, words, text,
Yeah.
everything from everything else anyway. And then where does that fall legally? Yeah, it's a bad path. I'm telling you,
It
AI got such like a love hate because it's such a fascination.
Well-
but this is the scary part of it that yeah, it's getting to this point where it's like
They just
oh,
showed
how do
that the
you
AI
compete? What do you
can
do?
it can make like cartoons now based on text prompt. So like
Yeah,
they
oh,
showed
yeah,
an AI
there's-
generated
yeah.
Tom and Jerry episode that it was just like some guy wrote a paragraph and was like, "Yo, make it happen."
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
wild
Alex
Alex
west
has
right
been
now
kind of plugging
of
me
AI.
that stuff.
crazy.
Over at VGHH because he's like really into the AI stuff right now, and he's been kind of showing me and tagging me in things because I've caught him in voice chat a couple times, and I've just kind of picked his brain about the AI stuff. And
Right.
like this kid's so into it, he's like renting fucking graphics cards, like server size graphics cards in Russia. And like Crafty and I were like roasting him because we're
That's
like,
crazy.
dude, we're like, that's insane,
Damn.
bro. I don't know if that's a good idea, but he has kind of opened my eyes to some of the AI stuff. And yeah, he showed me like he was sharing a screen one day and he was just typing in text prompts and it was creating like anime characters and pictures and like all this shit and it looked really fucking good and I was just like,
No, I bet.
man, what a scary time. You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
Like I
it's
do
over.
think it's cool. But it is also like I don't know if I don't ever want to push humans out of art. I think that's a weird thing, especially like music and stuff. I don't want AI to take over music, dude, like at all. Cause like to me, music like means something.
It's
know?
soulful. You take
Yeah.
the soul out, then
Yeah,
what do
of
you got?
course. Yeah, of course. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You just
You
got
know, like-
sound.
I was getting nervous years ago when they first started doing like the Kanye tracks with AI, and those were a little rough, but like now it's just way better and it's like kind of
You don't need
it's
the artists
scary, dude.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't like that, dude. I don't want
Crazy.
to be replaced by robots.
I will say it still
Shout out
does not
robots.
have the nuance of hip hop yet. Down. Every time
No.
I try to have it create a funny hip hop song, it's like so fucking bad. that I'm like,
Really?
"Oh,
Okay,
"Whew,
good.
Thank God.
Thank goodness. Yeah. You
Hip-hop
wipe
is
your
safe
forehead
for
after you
now.
create it. You're like,
Yup.
"Whoop, it's not that great. Thank God." Yeah.
I just
But
laugh
yeah.
at it.
Yeah, the other quote here from the lawyer team is they're saying you are dramatically changing, you might even say obliterating the market for that person's work. And you're saying that you don't even have to pay a license to that person. I just don't understand how that can be fair use. And I'm with that. Like, I agree.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Especially like again, taking other people's voices is so Let me look at the George Carlin thing, right? These people took George
Yeah, the
Carlin's
stand-up
voice
comedy thing.
and they did
Yeah,
stand-up thing, and
yep.
immediately got sued. And I kind of agree with his family being like, "Yo, we don't want this guy's voice making your jokes, dude." You know?
Yeah. Well, that's when
Yeah. And
Scarlett
it's,
Johansson sued. I think it was like 11 Lab or one of these other studios that was putting out. I think it was the voice I was using for some of our early shows here.
I don't know what you're
Lost
talking about.
Boys,
She
100
did call into the
episodes.
show.
Yeah, I
But,
thought those were real.
But yeah, so they had to remove that totally. I can't do that anymore. I mean,
Really?
there's,
Oh,
different
so they
ways. There's open
completely
source
removed
stuff
it.
you can do, and that's the only other fear I have. Like all these lawsuits are great to try to establish this thing, but it's at a crazy point, man. It's gonna be hard to usher in any of this with so much.
It's gonna be
of
hard to
it open
enforce, too.
source. Yeah, it's gonna be near impossible, I think, and it's gonna start taking over everything anyway. Not like on a diabolical Terminator level, but just the fact everyone's going to be using it for this and that, and it's going to be hard to reel this shit back and reel it in at all right now. Like AI is so crazy, and we're definitely in the wild west of AI right now. So
The wild, wild
weird
west.
times.
I think the only thing I really agree on so far in terms of like AI use is the fact that Bruce Willis like signed it over, willingly.
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
for sure.
and for
100%.
like royalties for his family and stuff. So he technically still gets the royalties for whatever they use it And I'm sure they wrote clauses in this contract of what they can and cannot use it for.
Yeah.
Like they're
yeah,
probably,
yeah.
you know, he's like, hey, you can't
Is
just like
you-
make fucking pornos with me in it, but like, you know, you can go ahead and make like Japanese like commercials maybe or some shit like that.
It's just some fucking executive using Bruce Willis's voice to yell slurs in traffic.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Yeah.
man.
It's a slippery slope, dude. It's slippery slope, bro.
Oh shit.
Funny.
Yeah, AI is fucking crazy, dude. Don't trust
Yeah.
anything. Question everything. Have a safe word. You know what you do? You have a safe word. People are calling each other now. People are calling other people as their family members and going, "Yo, I need $50 for gas or $100 for whatever." And people are just Apple paying random numbers that they don't know money because these fucking hackers are going in there and using your voice off of 11 Labs or whatever. Have a safe word, everybody. Have a password,
That's a
a
good idea.
challenging password that you fucking have with your family or your fucking
face-to-face.
girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. Something that you go in there and you
Tell
go,
each
you know,
other.
the sky is blue on midnight. You go, my mom's pussy's green, and then that's it. And then you open, and you can have a normal conversation.
That's a good
You know,
one.
I don't know, whatever. There's other
Crazy
ones.
time,
There's more
dude.
normal
Oh,
ones.
shit.
Crazy time.
Yo, shout out to the internet. The internet's just making us question everything so that we want to all kill each other. But that's not going to happen. We're going to come together. We're going to beat the damn machine. Put your tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
We're going to beat
Like-
the damn.
You know, I like AI for stuff like
We're going to beat the
you
damn
know,
machine.
like gorilla versus 100 human simulations. Like that's fun.
Sure,
But like
humans will win.
yeah.
After today, humans got it in the bag, bro.
You know what? Maybe
Galaxy
that's why
eyes.
AI's trying to trick you on that, dude. They're like, "Oh yeah, you got this. Go ahead. Go fight that gorilla."
No, but
then
AI,
AI
said we'd
and
lose.
then
No,
AI
AI said that
Oh.
yeah, humans would lose
Yeah. That's right.
severely. I even asked it about gouging the eyes out, and it said something along the lines of, "It would likely
just go
hamper
berserk.
and help the men's case, but overall, it still thinks the gorilla would probably fucking win." With these
Damn,
crazy
dude.
survival instincts.
Yo,
Humans
tell
gouge out
Grok to go
eyes.
outside and touch grass, fucking bitch, dude.
Wonder
Grok
whose
been playing too
opinion
much
he stole
Pokemon,
that
dude.
shit from, though.
Yo, Grok is playing so. And by the way, he's letting that guy dance on the battlefield, even though he's not
Yeah.
supposed to, dude.
Yeah.
Wild. All right. I
Jesus.
think that's it.
That was it. That
Yo,
was
happy
it.
100,
Happy
everybody.
100,
This is a
guys.
crazy
Happy
show.
100.
This is wild.
It was like
Send
a
me your boss
4-hour
battles.
Episode. Yeah,
Send
send the
in the
boss.
boss
Join the
battles.
Discord. LostBoySociety.org. Join the Discord
Boom.
and in the general chat. It's called Gen Pop. Pull up with your fucking craziest boss battles. Win a goddamn PS5 30th anniversary. Even if you don't have a PS5, you can listen.
It's a beautiful.
We're not going to tell anybody. You can do whatever you want with this thing. You can give it to your cousin.
Win it and
You can use it to court a
flip it.
lady,
Go ahead.
you know, or a
Use it
man,
to court.
you know, whatever you want. You could use it. The world is yours, as Tony Montana said. So get in there and join the Discord and fucking let us know what your craziest boss battle is and say hi to the gays in there. We got a lot of nice people, you know. I say gays, I mean guys, but whatever. You know what I mean.
I get it.
It's
You
one
are
and the
gay.
same these days. You had a gay. Why did you gay? All right. Sorry, get me out of
Alright.
here. I'm fucking.
All right, no, that does it. Thank you guys. Thank everyone for being here with us for 100. We are live every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Twitch at Lost Boys Society, and of course, just get us wherever you get your podcast. Search for Lost Boys. Follow, subscribe, like, comment, and all that. For to 100 more. Thank you. Love you, everybody.
Here's to another 100. Love you, boys.
Mwah. Peace.
Peace.
Whew. Good shit, guys. Pokemon.
Thanks, chat, for coming out tonight.
Yo, shout out chat. Shout out
Love you
the
guys.
boys. Yo, fuck the happy hour boys, dude. They were like, yo, we got an episode. We can't come in.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
And
gonna be
none
a
of them
wild
have been
party.
on all day. It's crazy.
But they're
Supposed to be
doing the show.
wild. I was supposed to get drunk, dude.
You
I'm a little all
got
right
there a
right
little
now.
bit.
I'm a little
Yeah.
loose right now.
I think you slowed down.
Yeah, you
I'm a
feeling
little
good?
loose
Those
right now.
9.2s are getting you?
It was 9.2. I've drank 3 of them. I'm all right. I'm all
It
right
was
right
a
now.
Oh.
drinking episode and you didn't throw up. It's a milestone.
Wow.
A new era.
No, last time I got trash, bro. Trash. This time I didn't want to get trash crashed. I'm trying to see if I can buy my wife a car. I gotta take her in the morning to the dealership.
Oh,
Figure it
shit.
out.
Okay. Damn. That's what's
Trying to
up.
get my wife out of her car. Her car's already got like 80,000 miles on it. It's starting to have issues. It's starting to have things that are coming up, like sounds that it's making, where I'm like, I'm gonna have to get underneath this car pretty soon, and I don't want to. It's not gonna be worth it.
Let's
So.
just trade it in. Fuck it.
Shit, all right, bro. I gotta go to bed.
All
I
right,
love
man.
you all.
All right,
Listen,
fellas.
Great. Here's to
shit.
another fucking 300,
Boom.
and let's fucking get after it. Stay woke,
Cheers.
stay hard,
Stay woke.
and
broke.
stay sassy. And shout out to the chat.
Meow.
And shout out to Matthew again one time for the one time. Dude. Thanks for the Dial guy. I never used it in battle, I don't think, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Good man. All right, see y'all around.
Peace.